Fuck it. Screw the loading screen. Screw the song. Let's get into it. Already here. I'm ready. Hold on. Let me do something real quick, and then we'll just get started. All right, now we get into it. I'm live on all the places. So boom, do it.
Little extra time. We had to chase a little bit of an audio issue, but that's live theater. I actually have a theater background. Anyone else have a theater background? We have one there too. Yeah, okay, cool. Nice.
As a theater kid, of course he is. No surprise there.
Here he is.
Here he is. Destiny. Oh my god.
That's a Red Bull.
Did we test this mic? Does
Drink
work?
it.
What's up? How you doing, guys? How many rationalists are in the audience tonight? Why are you guys laughing? Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Not
Oh.
a single one, really? Okay, one guy over there. Okay, person over there.
One guy.
No, well, if you don't know the thing, then you're not in the thing, obviously, right? It's not. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Maybe it is. You wouldn't know enough to be in that, then I guess. You wouldn't probably not high IQ enough. You know, it's okay.
IQ.
Steve, do you wanna,
Whoa.
do you want to like Coke or something instead? Because they don't have energy drinks. You want a White Claw?
You got 1 hour.
A White
I'll
Claw.
take a white claw if you got one. Fuck it. Why
All
not?
right.
Let's do it.
Hey, yeah, let's get a White Claw up here. I'm gonna have one too. Fuck it. Been on the road enough.
I
here.
need like a blue or red one, like a cool looking color.
Okay. Just two for. We're just.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool looking color.
What's up? You guys looking forward to? Oh, okay, I'm trying to be more positive. I was gonna say having all your jobs replaced by AI, but is there anybody here that doesn't work like a software-related job that works something outside of that? Oh, most of you. Okay. Wait, what other jobs exist up here? What do you guys do?
You sure
Finance?
people do more than
Doctor.
just tech there.
Teacher. Oh, wait, what kind of doctor are you? A surgeon. Oh my God.
A surgeon in the
Right.
audience. Holy
Tech
shit.
What does that mean? Like you work at like Kinko's or?
Based.
Oh, 2 months before they came out, which means what? 12 months before they were available to a normal person. So that's cool. Okay. Okay. Adults with disabilities. Nice. Dog grooming. What's your favorite kind of dog to groom? No, we're not going there. Just
Dog Wars time.
that's where at the end of that line of questioning. But yeah, what's the best kind of dog to groom?
You play saxophone. Oh wow.
Living my dream.
Cheers.
Oh shoot, they're having some alcohol.
Drink 5 of them and start saying some interesting things. Okay. Well, I think we're ready to get going here with our debaters. Remember, debaters, you are here to debate. So let's debate. Bring the heat, bring the energy. I'm going to be handing you a handheld wireless. After you are done debating, I will take it back from you.
Right, we get it. We
And we'll
get it.
move-
Anybody here like from outside of California or anything? Where you from? Like you flew here for this? Okay. Wait, have I seen you before? I know. Oh, okay. I have. I know you. Okay. Okay. Where are you from? Wisconsin. Okay, that's respectable. Anybody else from out of state? What about you guys up there?
Out of staters
You know?
one of
Okay.
these.
Okay, most
Eesh.
you from California. Cool. All right. What weather, traffic?
You doing
anything?
it in
Yeah, okay,
Florida?
good.
Then
No
I'll
more
go.
updates. We were live last night in LA. We had a great event. We were packed. We were sold out, and we had some awesome debaters take the stage. And it looks like we have some great debaters here again tonight. We are going to start tonight with a Pangburn Universe Discord member. He goes by the name Fateh. So everyone put their hands together for Tristan Gann. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Come on.
My God.
Nice to see you.
Oh my
Is that a
God.
briefcase? Why?
There's no bomb in the briefcase.
Did we scan this briefcase?
We
Sophia?
sure? We sure about that?
Am I allowed to ask what's in the briefcase?
You can
Curious.
ask.
What's in the briefcase?
Just my laptop and some work stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I believe you.
I was
No
working
bomb.
on it on the BART to the train over here.
Okay, there is indeed a train in California called the BART. When I lived in LA, I've heard of it. I've never rode before. Does it even go BART south down there or no?
No,
Does it-
it's,
oh, well,
it's
that's probably
Bay
why I
Area.
never rode it then. Okay. Okay. Well, what did you come to discuss today?
My topic of choice was Trump removing all the DEI policies, procedures, preferences from the federal agencies in his, it was an executive order that he signed the first day.
Who the fuck is
Signed
clapping for that?
in March.
And I'm guessing you're a fan of that.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so
What do you think about that?
this is where I'm at. Okay. When it comes to like the hardcore,
Hardcore DEI bad, but there's like not all these are like bad. Like these exist for a reason. Like you should be able to, hey, let's have candidates that represent a large amount of people and can decide who's being hired from a diverse list, that sort of thing. Doesn't mean just like, oh, just pick the black person because they're black.
Or like DEI, affirmative action, defense stuff. Like I feel like the rhetoric is a little bit cringe. But when I look at the counter arguments on the other side, this is like the one big question I have. What was like a DEI, or what was a DEI policy? Like how did it manifest in a way that was like bad for government or business? Because I've never heard of like an actual DEI policy or an actual like DEI thing. It's always just like the concept of.
Yeah, is you can have an example?
That's right.
I wonder.
It is more of philosophical in nature. I'm not going to come up with you. With some
Oh,
statistics or something like that.
philosophically he's against.
It's about the
Of course,
principle that
of course.
you should not be hiring people based off of the color of their skin. It is actually against the Civil Rights Act, right? You cannot discriminate against anybody in hiring them based on their nationality, the color of their skin, their sex, or their religion, anything like that. And when you have these programs that do preferentially hire people of particular skin colors, that is discriminatory, and it is illegal. So that's one way that it's very problematic, that it's illegal against the Civil Rights Act.
So if it was illegal, did nobody ever challenge this in the Supreme Court, or why didn't it go down with like after the affirmative action ruling related to Harvard? Like why wasn't it broader? I guess I'm trying to understand because I feel I'm saying I'm trying to understand. Obviously, I'm poking a little bit as well, but it feels like it's never actually manifested in anything real, and I just feel like it's been the biggest boogeyman ever, which makes it. I feel like it should be like a somewhat hollow victory because I don't know what it even changed. Like when we say, for instance, there was like preferential treatment, like were there really qualified, like white or Chinese people that were trying to get into certain areas?
Yeah, exactly.
And they were disqualified.
What do you mean by
some other underprivileged minority or something? Like was this ever like part of the actual guidelines or anything, or? Because all the attacks that I saw that like manifested in something real were usually just like cringe diversity videos, which I watched these at McDonald's when I worked there. It was on VHS, but we had to watch like the sensitivity training stuff when you become like a team lead and everything. So I'm just curious, like, did this actually manifest in anything bad, or is this just kind of like the principle or theory or concept of a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Who cares?
Isn't it, you don't think it's bad to discriminate against people based on the color of their skin? You don't think that's a bad thing?
Are you, it
I
depends what
don't
you mean by
think it's bad, but, like,
discriminate.
it's part of the whole
Is that what's going on? Are they discriminating, or are they just making sure people like they have a diverse pool of candidates for a position?
Employee to consider like what you want your work environment to look like, and I think that there might be times where a consideration could be made. I feel like when it comes to hiring,
That sounds kind of racist, man.
well,
No, it doesn't.
I don't think so. I think that when it comes to hiring
You're
employees,
like
people
2
have
IQ
this
maybe.
misconception that like when you're looking at like employees, you have like, okay, 5 applicants came in, and it's like this guy's ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I feel like it's not usually how it goes. I feel like you have like buckets of skills, and some people are better at some things and worse at other things, and you kind of have to make a choice, like who am I going to hire, whatever. And it might be that like I feel like when you're looking at groups of people, you can kind of like bucket them, like this would be like a really high performer, this is like whatever, and this guy we wouldn't hire. But if you have like a basket of like high performers to choose from, and like all else equal, you have like 15 white people on your staff and like 1 black person, like maybe hiring a second black person instead of the 16th white person. I just don't know if this is like a thing that I think matters that much when you could choose one or the other, for like a coin flip anyway.
In your contrived hypothetical, even then, it still does not really matter.
Contrived
The person
hypothetical,
who is
of
based-
course.
Who has the highest
Of
qualifications.
course.
So like I don't even necessarily disagree. I just don't think that it's ever like an easy way to just rank like qualifications of employees. Like let's say all else equal, it really is like a coin flip. Would it be bad to make the determining choice on the color of the skin if you want to have like a more diverse workplace?
It shouldn't make a difference what the color of the person's skin is.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, but that's obviously not the world that we live in like in the totality of everything. Like, let's say
Yeah,
all else equal.
that's not how it
I
works.
guess here's a more fundamental question: do you think there's? So I'll ask you a question. Give a hypothetical. Is there any value in any diverse workplace at all? And then, as a comparison, let's say you could have 8 employees, and let's say all 8 of them will always be perfectly qualified. Let's say in one world you could have 8 white employees, and in another world you could have like 3 white, 3 whatever, just like a smattering of like different people in terms of their ethnic background. Do you think that the more diverse one has something more than the less diverse one, or do you think that these are exactly the same?
What, you said at McDonald's?
No, at any workplace. Assume the qualifications are even. Like it's the people are the same qualified people, but in one that they're just more like ethnically diverse, and in the other they're all like mono ethnicity or whatever. Do you think there's anything to be gained from that more diverse work environment, or no?
I cannot imagine how that would be beneficial.
Then you lack imagination and you lack intelligence, and you're a dumb fuck. Much.
Based on the color of people's skins, that is like, what is this like? This factor if you have like people of different colors, and what is that? What does that change?
People of different colors. Weird way of saying that, but okay.
Doesn't change anything.
I mean, in some ways it can bring like. I mean, there could be intangible things from a person's background that it could bring in terms of experiences. For real life manifestations of this, I mean, one example that was given was, I wish I could remember the name of the company, but they had like hand dryers and they had like little lasers that shot to detect the color of the hand underneath in order to start drying the hand, and it didn't work for non-white people. And I guess the idea was something messed up really badly, and that they obviously didn't test the product enough on people with different skin colors. Who's to say if that would have happened in a more diverse work environment or not? I've heard another complaint. I wish I remember the brands. This is older stuff. Like for facial recognition technology on some camera thing or whatever, like it just wouldn't pick up black faces, and it would just pick up stuff in the background instead. So, I mean, there's like minor examples like that. I feel like there's just a ton of stuff that could be gained from having people.
There's a million different things that you can imagine. You can't imagine it would affect, but that it would affect.
But I'm curious, like on a very general level, do you think that that's not necessarily true? That the background is totally irrelevant? And
In your example of the facial recognition software, I don't know what you're attributing that failure to. If that is the correct attribution, it is harder to pick up a darker face because it's darker, so it's harder for the camera to see.
Oh, of course, yes. There's no way to train a system so that it can pick up dark faces.
One reason that the facial recognition
Retardation,
software
bro.
is working as well.
Yeah, sure, but I mean that might be a thing that in a different workforce you would just have a different you'd have a different approach to the problem, knowing that it would be harder to pick up those kinds of faces, right? Like you would design the technology or do something slightly different, right?
Yep, obviously.
Sure, on some edge cases, yeah, some person from some specific background would have a better insight into something like that. If they, but yeah, somebody who was a qualified engineer that could think through all of these cases would have, a more qualified engineer would have solved the problem. In either way, it doesn't matter what the color of their skin is.
So you don't think there's any advantage gained?
Or, if they had a bunch of people with different skins on the team, maybe they would realize that.
By having a more diverse workforce at all? Like assuming all else equal for qualifications?
What could that how could that benefit you?
I mean, in terms of getting to work with different people, of having a broader, opinion of different people, just having more diverse work environments, like being around different people tends to give you broader perspectives on different people.
Yeah. I don't think it really doesn't really matter that much. But there's the two other parts. There's the equity and there's the inclusion part. And the equity.
Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, equity and inclusion. They're just ignoring it, even though he didn't actually put on that.
That's something that is it's not in the Declaration of Independence it says we believe that all men were created equal, not that all.
And not that. First of all, it doesn't include women, and the whole point is that they were created equal, but they get treated not equally afterwards.
Men end up with equal standing. That's what equity tries to achieve.
I mean, I feel like the really obvious counter retort to that would be the Declaration of Independence was written and it said that, well, we had slavery.
That's true, but what does that matter?
Like, what ways did equity manifest?
Do you not believe all men were created equal?
Absolutely not. I played too much League of Legends to believe that. It depends what you mean by created equal, right? Like, I mean,
True. Junglers, they are subhuman. Sure.
in terms of being allotted the same rights, hopefully you would believe that in a country you live in a country of laws. But I mean, created equal. I mean, like we can obviously see some people are born without legs or arms or congenital heart defects or something like that, right? But I mean, it depends on what you mean by created equal.
So you think the value of someone as a person is somehow
Is that what he said? Is
constrained to their physical?
that what he said at all?
Well, it depends on how you define value, right? That's what I said in terms of like rights you would dole out. I would hope, generally speaking, it doesn't really change. Although that's not strictly true. It depends on what we're talking about. But I mean, if you say value in terms of like how much money can they earn, like yeah, obviously that's going to be different from person to person. If you say value in terms of what do they mean to their family or society, or like in terms of how they're recognized by the government, then hopefully that shouldn't change, ideally, right?
Yeah,
So-
ideally. In the ideal.
Well, different people we're going to have different incomes because they're better qualified at different things that are paid differently. There's a lot of differences in everybody, every individual. You can chop it up in so many different ways.
He's so
individual is
right.
different.
Everybody's
If
different.
there are,
Thank
if
you.
there are like different earnings between like genders or races or hugely divergent interests in terms of like jobs they work, like if this was due to any kind of barrier that didn't have like a good, like morally, I guess, acceptable explanation, like it'd probably be good to
Reheat it in the oven. Oh, cold or reheated pizza, reheat it in the oven. Yeah. I mean, reheated pizza's fine. Gotta be in the cold pizza's fine, reheated pizza's fine. But I didn't have pizza. I couldn't tell you. Hey, Jeff, what's up, buddy?
like remove those, I could say, inequities in society, right? If you could do that.
Yeah, in your hypothetical existence of these things that aren't real in reality.
If there's any like pressures that push people towards like different like things or careers or instruments or whatever.
The outcomes
Nah,
are not fair.
nah.
The world's not fair, and if you're trying to make it fair and equitable for everyone, then you're just living in like some fantasy. It's not real.
Well, I mean,
What does he mean you're living in a fantasy? What's up, Jeff?
that's what we try to do with policies to make things more fair, right? Like I imagine, are you a Trump supporter?
Why is he like, what is that stare, bro? Like, what is this? Why is he making that dumbass face?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like if we're trying to make like the whole reason why he has a protectionist policy with regards to immigrant labor, a big reason is to make it better for American workers, but that's unfair to potential foreign workers. So, but like that's a policy. Like you would never say, well, tough luck if that H-1B outcompetes you, or if that illegal immigrant from California, if he outcompetes you, then tough luck. You say, well, no, it should be more fair. So we try to enact policy to make things more fair. That's the whole goal of policy, generally speaking, right? Or one of the big goals, yeah.
Yeah. Well, fair.
That's not the same because we shouldn't care about foreign workers, but we should care about the white Americans who are losing out jobs to the black people.
Is not giving people a specific color advances. That is not fair.
I mean, but doesn't it depend on how it's done, or could it depend on how it's done?
No, that is literally racism.
Well, like, I feel like it's a kind of
Literally racist. So he just can't. He has such a lack of imagination. He cannot imagine that a policy could be made a way to benefit like minority people without it also hurting like. It's just a lack of imagination. He thinks it's racism.
a one-dimensional view of racism. Now, like let's say that I create a league because I feel like there's not enough Norwegian basketball players in the United States, and I start like a Norwegian basketball scholarship fund for high schoolers. Would this be like a bad program, like a racist program that you think shouldn't exist? Or do you think that would be like a worthy endeavor? Or would it be like a morally acceptable endeavor?
I wouldn't try to do that because that would be kind of strange to have like an ethnic club.
But I didn't ask if you would do it. I'm just saying, would it be like acceptable if somebody tried to do that? Or do you think that kind of stuff should be like illegal?
I mean, if it's not like a business, if it's just like some social club, then I don't think it should be illegal. But if they have any sort of, I don't know.
We just talked about it. You just said what it is. Scholarship fund.
Well, you have a lot of weird hypotheticals, man.
I do have a lot of weird hypotheticals, but I feel like the reason why it's such a challenging thing to address is because like I feel like DEI is like the biggest boogeyman in the world, and every time I try to press on like what does it mean, there's like nothing. It feels like
What do you mean nothing? It's
He
racist.
can't name a single DEI policy. He can't do it.
Discriminate against
He was asked for a
people
specific
based on
example. He
Give
can't
me
do
an
it.
example of what the discrimination is.
not hiring people because
But
of
does
the
that
color
happen?
of
Is
their
that the
skin.
case? Like if I look at the hiring in the government, do you have a less chance of getting a job if you're white versus some other minority, or like a man versus a woman, or like I don't know if there was ever a single policy on the book ever like this, because I'm pretty sure, like you said, those would be illegal.
But my vibes tell me that that is what happened. So you know.
I didn't want to get into nitty-gritty particulars, but in universities, since they have some DEI
Oh, universities. So not in the government, right? So not something that Trump can control, right?
policies, Chinese and other Asian Americans aren't
Okay, so he's just doing the same shit. Like, oh, Asians, they don't get in because whatever. Yeah, like, bro, that has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
able to get into universities.
And that was already made. Like, they already changed that through the Supreme Court, and it also didn't affect shit. So.
As other ethnic groups may be able to, and it's not fair for Chinese Americans, and it's racist against them. That's a specific case.
Wasn't, but for like the affirmative action stuff, there were two things. One, I thought that was basically eliminated after the 2022 Supreme Court ruling, and then when they applied like the extra criteria in terms of like looking at background or race, wasn't this just for like the extra slots of people that they could hire in, or not hire in, but like bring into the school? This wasn't applied to the entire student base, no?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. How important is this topic to you on a scale from 1 to 10 when it comes to like DEI or whatever?
Well, it's important. And I hope that you can recognize the
Yeah, absolutely. Just like a black woman got like a better grade than him or something at school, and now he's just obsessed with DEI or some shit.
the philosophical importance of it in being against racism, right? That DEI actually is discriminatory in practice, and
The liberals aren't the real racists.
that I've conveyed to you that
Holy
why
shit.
you should think that why you should understand that.
Like, but if you've conveyed a problem to me, it's like a 1 out of 10 problem that I feel like I shouldn't care about that much because I don't even know how this manifests in like any meaningful way.
Well, I told you, not in the government, but in universities. Though.
Oh, so not in the way that you care at all about, right? Because this is about Trump, and you're saying that Trump is good because he got rid of DEI policies in the government, but you can't name a single DEI policy in the government.
Chinese Americans cannot get into the universities that they would otherwise deserve to get into.
Well,
if
that
it
was
weren't for
the
these
affirmative action thing
policies.
was rolled back, wasn't it? It was declared unconstitutional under the Supreme Court, so that should be gone. The affirmative action stuff, at least.
This term with President Trump, he has stopped some of that from going on. I know with one of the other executive order I mentioned.
Sure, he's writing a lot of executive orders.
Okay,
about
how?
schools and
That doesn't
funding
do
schools,
anything,
trying to
though.
dictate curriculum and how they teach and do things, but I don't know what DEI stuff is being rolled back because I have no examples of it whatsoever. So
Yep.
we're living in a world where there's like real material harm, like actual harm. So funding being pulled for medical research, or visas being pulled for even being allowed to enroll in certain schools, or some schools being held hostage like Columbia, and I can point to like real actual damage there. And I have a hard time even understanding the justification for that damage when the other end of that argument is, well, at least they got rid of this like nebulous concept of DEI and that I don't know how it manifests.
I think you're being disingenuous when you keep saying things like it's nebulous when I told you it's literally racist discrimination.
Yeah, but what am I looking at?
If people of one
No, but I'm asking,
color-
like, how did this manifest? Like, I don't even know how this showed up. What do you got?
Now he's getting a bailout from the fucking audience? What is this?
So that's in Ezra Klein's book. He gives an example about, he has a chapter about why it's hard building in California. One of the examples that in San Francisco, there's some regulations around needing to have like minority-owned businesses for certain kinds of construction contracting.
Okay, so that would be a thing I think I would broadly be opposed to. I think I am curious though, like where those things. Also, fuck you for helping this guy. No, I'm fucking.
Yep, true.
One thing I'm curious about is where some of those requirements come from and how they filter down to that level. Because I guess I'm curious. So you say that Trump wrote executive orders to get rid of like DEI stuff, but doesn't Trump also brag about making like huge investments into HBCUs and into there was a thing for his first term where it was like a huge investment into like black-owned business investments or whatever. Is that something that bothers you that he bragged about or was happy about those types of policies?
I'm not aware of what those.
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, I didn't know about that. I didn't know that. Oh, what a
Let's say hypothetically he
surprise.
did do those things. Would that bother you equally or not as much as getting rid of the DEI thing? Like would that balance it out or
No, I mean, what you're saying? He's investing in black businesses. Why would I? I don't.
because he's racially targeting businesses to invest in for black-owned businesses? He used to brag about like black unemployment and everything a lot for his first term after.
I mean,
Or he also bragged about like giving money to HBCUs,
what is an HBCU?
historically black colleges and universities.
But I didn't hear about that. So yeah,
No, it's
my Zippo with the double stream. Hell
sounds
yeah,
like it's
fudge.
complicated, but I'm not aware.
What's
of
good, buddy? You
Okay. Are there any other topics besides the DEI thing, I guess, or is that the main thing you wanted to go over?
guys are just obsessed with DEI.
No,
It's
no,
fucking
that
insane.
was pretty much it, man.
Okay. Would you say like on the list of reasons why I'm guessing you would support Trump, or you still support Trump for this term? Is like DEI elimination like on the top of the list?
When I was given the prompt to come up with a topic to speak with you about, debate with you, I couldn't really think of too many completely ironclad defensible things that Donald Trump has done. He's a pretty funny guy. I think he's more of a comedian. But you know, I appreciate.
Oh my god, are you serious? No, he's not more of a comedian. He's the fucking president of the United States, bro.
Appreciate the
Wait, Vader was giving off some vibes. ICL? What does
On balance,
ICL
is that,
mean?
like,
But yeah,
worth everything
there's
else,
some
or are you just kind of indifferent to
vibes here. I don't know. Maybe his mom took too much Tylenol
No, I mean, overall,
or
he's doing,
something.
he's doing
I
better
don't
than
know.
Joe
I can't
Biden.
lie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like, if you could pick like one other way besides the DEI thing, I guess, what is your favorite improvement?
Probably deporting illegal immigrants,
Wow.
criminal immigrants.
Well, I think he's kind of going after anyone right now, right?
He's not going
yeah,
after
like-
criminal immigrants. He's going after whatever immigrant.
Travis Tanner, so but that's a whole other topic we could dive into. But
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Thanks, Fateh. I really appreciate you coming up here.
Wow,
Let's give it up for
thanks,
Fateh.
dude.
Come on. This is not easy.
The briefcase was not a bomb. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude.
There's a Red Bull for you. All right, debaters, make sure you bring the energy, bring the pro-Trumpness when you come up here the best that you can. Leo Boone, are you in the house? All right, Leo Boone, you're next. Let's welcome Leo Boone today.
Oh, Leo Boone. Woohoo.
Are you in the house? All right, Leo Boone, you're next. Let's welcome Leo Boone today. Woo.
Nothing.
Nice and close to the mic. Okay.
Okay.
hey, what's up?
Is this too close or too far or what?
No, right up to your mouth.
Okay.
you're good.
Like this?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So this is gonna be the hottest take of the night, I think.
Still not
Yeah,
talking.
let's take it.
Okay, when you are using a mic, okay, you see how he has it, he's holding it up, pointing in the air? You don't do that. You hold it horizontal, pointing towards your mouth. That's how a microphone works. For all y'all in chat, okay?
Yeah. I don't.
So you
think
know
we should
when
have
you use a
a
mic.
blacklist when it comes to doing content with people. When it comes to debating people, I don't think it helps.
That's
Do you think that
the
there's any reason
argument.
for debating? Well, I'll do the most hyperbolic example. Somebody that can't speak English. Right?
Well,
can't
okay.
communicate with it, right? Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Maybe.
That's not any more racist than I'm going to okay. That's fine language. Sorry. Jesus.
Whoa.
Okay. Do you think somebody who, let's say somebody like, I'm trying to get like the worst. Do you think there's anybody I've debated where you're like, oh, okay, probably shouldn't debate that guy anymore at all? No,
So
fuck off.
I 100% think you should debate Hassan. I think you should do
Yeah, I would
content with
absolutely.
Hassan.
Well, I would debate Hassan. I don't know what kind of content I would do with him.
Like you're a big proponent of like IRL content and like grassroots like organizing, and I think if you were to like reach out to like these big leftist content creators, even if they're much further left than you, if it's for the purpose of supporting a Democrat like getting elected in like 2028 or something, like I feel like as the president would say, there's no downside, there's only good can happen.
Yeah, but I feel like the issue is you don't
No
support
bad,
those
only
being Democrat
good.
candidates now.
Right, but what I'm saying is like if you were to like publicly like reach out to these people like for something like that, like it would make them look bad to decline. I don't think you'd lose anything.
I don't think it would make them look bad to decline. I think they would just
Right.
decline.
You know, they would just say, oh, no, fuck you, Destiny, you pedophile, loser. That's all they do.
I think the Democratic Party, they think that there's like a duopoly, like both
but
parties are the same.
if they were to like publicly decline, like that, like specifically, explicitly designates them as part of the problem, right? Like
No.
They don't consider themselves part of the problem. I appreciate that you think this, but I think the issue is I think sometimes we don't recognize like how much on the other team those people are. Like they don't view it as being a
Yeah, they don't
problem.
give a
They think
fuck,
that it's
dude.
kind of tear down the Democratic Party to bring up something stronger in its place.
But they don't say that.
They do.
Well, they don't say I don't support like any Democratic candidate. Like even Hassan, he like does interviews with Bernie and stuff, right?
Yeah, because of the for clout he will.
Yeah, but
Okay,
he
yeah,
won't
for clout, he wouldn't do like
endorse
actual
Kamala.
activism.
There's
like,
not that much
instead of
clout
just
in the actual
retweeting
activism.
tweets on,
No, there's no
you know,
clout in that. Like it hurts my viewership when I do it. It's a lot of time, money, psychological investment. It can be a vector for other people to attack you, people attacking over my canvassing stuff. Yeah, there's just not very much cloud involved. I think it's just kind of like work and it's kind of painstaking and it's kind of not glorious or glamorous.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we tried to with Progressive Victory, the company that set up the talk between me, Vosh, and
Yes, that
Emma.
was PV. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Emma was like, I'm just a YouTuber, right? Well, for sure she probably recognized. But like even Vosh, like I think his community kind of would sign up for events.
Yeah,
but, like,
he did the rewriting history thing.
yeah,
Do
but so like how do you work with people who don't want to actually like have a strong?
Well, I mean, that's like on them for not working with you, right? Like that's like.
yeah, but they don't consider that advice. That's fine for them. Like you think it's a bad thing, but
They don't
don't.
care.
Like, I don't think you working with Vosh for the PV event, like I don't think that hurt either of you. I think like
I would.
him
It's
going
hard. It's hard to know 100,
afterwards-
percent but I think it kind of sort of did because I think that my community got. I didn't follow this as closely. I didn't follow these candidates closely, but like I think PV did a big door knocking event or canvassing event for wasn't it for Bowman?
Oh, I don't know.
Anybody know?
Yeah, Jamal
You
Bowman.
motherfuckers. Where are the door knockers cameras? You guys can show up to events like this. Don't go knocking on doors. Detached coastal elite. All right. Half of you are gay. All right. Unbelievable. All right. Okay. Yeah, no, but I think like, when
Okay.
the movement was starting to support like ultra
Gay.
progressive stuff, I think it made my community feel a little bit uncomfortable because the type of people you get in those spaces tends to be a lot different. And then there's also this dumb thing that happens now that I've like separated. Holy shit, Progressive Victory is like tanky revolution now. Like if you look at their Twitter feed or the things that they say about me or other far left content creators or anything. So
Okay, so I think you could still like publicly reach out and say like we could do this, right? Like knowing we disagree, right? But Trump is obviously the more pressing issue here, and it would like probably be better if we had a Democratic victory over a Republican victory, right? I think most left.
Yeah, of course, but they don't give a fuck about that. They don't want a
I agree with
Democratic
I understand what
victory.
you're saying, but at this point, especially where I'm at in my
Hi.
career and my history with everybody,
Oh,
I want
hello?
them to make the
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How are you? Good.
Doing
How are
well.
you? Are you having fun? Are you winning?
Yeah. Am I winning?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not debating. It's Destiny debating. Winning.
Okay. Sorry.
You winning?
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
First ever to reach out. I've done so
Can I
much.
watch?
Oh yeah, let me share my screen. Hold on.
Thank you.
No, I'm on screen.
Okay. Is it good so far?
It's alright. Last color was pretty boring, but this guy seems pretty chill. But it's also fan, so not even that good.
Word.
Oh, you should work with lefties more. Oh, that again.
In terms of reaching out, having bridges burnt, reaching out, being charitable, reaching out, getting backstab. Like, I need to see like the
I think that
tiniest.
sets you apart.
Yeah, but no, it's no, because I am human. I know it sets me apart. I get backstab infinite amounts of time. I still have more room in the pincushion for another
How does
fucking
it
knife.
hurt you?
It hurts my feelings. I'm a human.
Yeah,
How does it
I-
hurt me? It
Feelings,
looks bad.
oh,
It means I'm
oh.
investing because like, oh, this is the guy that burns all
That's
the bridges,
sad.
right? When I'm spending time with far left people that end up fucking hating me. It's not good to have that track record. It makes me look unreliable. It makes me look like I could be a backstabbing person.
Okay,
And
but
it also hurts.
wait, I don't understand how you like reaching out to these people and like asking like I don't know like forming
you're
some kind
on.
of coalition, loose coalition. Or
How can
something
when both these
why
guys
is
at different points like
Okay.
me like a rapist? How am I supposed to work with a person like that?
Well, but also they don't really believe that.
But their audiences do.
I don't think so.
They do.
It's just drama slop.
It
Right?
It is
Like,
drama
but-
slap, but they still believe it.
Yep.
Oh my god, the
Really
back
nobody
and forth.
believes
Oh, is
you're
it this
fucking
one of those things that when they hear like audio, it like switches to that camera?
Yeah, I think
Whatever.
so.
It's like hurting my
They
brain.
legitimately
Was
believe
it like
Yeah.
that the
they're
last
rapists,
event
pedophile,
too? Why did
whatever
I
else.
just not notice that
I don't know.
before?
Maybe.
I really don't think so.
I
think
know
it's-
so.
I think it's all just
One
like
in a million. I've lost friends who have gone further left, and I've had
Okay.
friends who have told me that they've got friends that are like super far left. That when they bring me up,
I think it's just like internet like you disagree with someone, so you say like you're an asshole, and then they say like you're a Nazi, and then you say like you're a pedophile.
no,
right?
that's not normal. No.
No, it's not a regular thing.
Why can't,
not
why can't I get
normal,
like just
no.
listen? I'm not even saying that they have to say that I fuck adults. Just don't say that I fuck kids. Like why can't wait? No, but like seriously, like, I was the only person on the internet probably that said I don't give a fuck about Vosh's lolicon take or whatever.
Right.
That I thought that Sarah uncensored chick or whatever who's attacking me on Twitter. I didn't give a fuck about whatever DMs had Vosh had from 9 years ago. I don't care. And I was like the only person that warned Live Laugh Lie. You know, hey, you probably shouldn't be saying weird shit about Hassan and
Oh,
Paris
shit,
Jackson.
he's
I don't
talking
totally fuck
about
about
Live-
like I've extended a ton of
Live,
charges.
laugh,
Do
lie.
not even get like the slightest amount of humanity in return. Why do they
Damn,
work
that's
with me?
crazy.
Like that's just like such a ridiculous
Blast from the
mindset, I
past.
feel. Like it should be like it should be the easiest.
effective.
I haven't heard him reference
believe
like
it.
her
It's
in like a
Okay.
this
And
type
it-
of
Hurts your
setting
feelings?
like
Yeah,
It hurts my
ever.
feelings, but it hurts my reputation. It makes me look
Well, I
bad.
don't see how it
Well, because this guy's a
It's
fan,
not
so
supposed
he's
to-
like, he knows.
Or my audience.
Oh, I
your
see.
audience who is
Okay,
like
yeah.
saying that I'm a, what are all the nicknames? Divorced
Makes sense.
forever, sex, pestiny, molestiny, Epstiny. Like this guy's got like his own like rip random cappuccino when he talks about me like every time. This guy talked to me so much yesterday. His own audience was like, why the fuck are you talking about Destiny again? Like he was getting triggered by chat saying,
Yeah, they were really doing that. And he was like,
I'm
oh,
sorry, what were they talking about?
Hassan. Hassan yesterday was like, oh, I never talked about Destiny. And then he was like, I haven't talked about Destiny for months, guys. And it's like, okay, bro.
my God.
Well, we don't believe you.
Okay. Well,
and
Nice.
wait, and even here, more importantly is people don't consider this is the opportunity cost, right? There are some people right now that I look at that I would much rather invest time in, right? Like the Adam Marco dude is awesome.
Yeah,
Okay, and I think I get 100%.
100%.
Aw,
So when I
that's
look
Yeah,
at
I love that guy.
the Luke Beasley guy, I don't know where, like there are people that I have connections with. When I say maybe, I just mean I don't know how he feels about me. I've talked to him in a while. But like I would rather invest time with people that we have like a mutually beneficial relationship, and we kind of like can come up together and like make content and do stuff together, and we're not constantly calling each other like pedophile rapists. Like that's just such a better environment to work in. And we have the same political goals. We're politically aligned. I'm not working with somebody who's looking for the first opportunity to eject from my political movement.
Right, but I mean,
Nice and close to the mic.
Sorry,
there, Leo.
is
Yeah,
that
right, yeah, right on
okay.
it. Right on it.
Oh, they're doing it a lot this time.
Well, someone like Vosh, right? Does Vosh
Or maybe I
Vosh has
What do you
the
mean?
same thing
just
about
got
him.
here.
Wait, doing what?
Calling him out for the mic, but I guess
Oh,
like I just
yeah.
got here. But it's the first time I've heard it.
I already called him out. Look, you see, when you're using mic, you don't point it up towards the air. You point it like horizontal towards your
They
mouth. okay?
they weren't like holding the mic though last setup, were
Yeah, yeah.
they? So maybe that's
Exactly.
helpful.
It's better like to be holding the mic because then you can like, or well, no, it depends.
Well, it's closer to you anyways, regardless, you know.
Sure, yeah, but you should be forced to hold the mic because then whenever you move around, you're physically moving the mic around. Otherwise,
Yeah,
the person
yeah.
will just face away from the mic and.
Hey, I need an apology.
But come on.
That shouldn't be that hard. He said so many crazy things about me.
Okay, but like with the
Yeah.
PB thing, right? You guys like just put aside your egos, you put aside your like hatred, differences, whatever you want to call it, right? And, like did like an event
Definitely.
that was, in my opinion, like a net positive for like the liberal cause.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't think you can work with people that see you as enemies. That's like the most unstable, conglomeration of people in the universe. Like that
Yeah.
shit will explode. And that was something we were constantly wrestling with behind the scenes with Progressive Victory as well. You get us anyway to work in
Ooh.
management there, was there was always a lot
Damn.
of friction between like my community and his community. Like when there was PV events with a lot of Voshites, I don't think there were as many Destiny fans there. Or when there were a lot of Destiny people, there weren't many Vosh fans. Like,
Voshites.
they wanted to kind of like pull in different directions.
Ew,
Like
gross.
there's so much stuff here that there's so much friction and stuff you have to fight with and fight through. Why not just work with communities that align with you politically, and then you don't have to worry about all this other bullshit, and you can just like have like a better political community where you're growing and moving together and like working towards a common end. Like Hassan's
'Cause
reaction.
The right does it, and they're really effective. Like
Because they all vote for the same person and they support the
Exactly,
party.
but that's kind of
the
what I'm
left
saying.
doesn't. Bring them to my side. Right?
True.
Do you have any animals?
Yeah, I have a dog, 2 dogs.
Okay, you have 2 dogs.
Yeah,
Right? What kind of car do you drive?
Mini Cooper.
Okay. If I told you
Nice.
that I wanted to swap your Mini Cooper out, okay, for a brand new Honda Civic.
I had a friend that had a Mini
What
Cooper
would
and he
your
loved
reaction
it. And I made fun of him
Nice.
all the time.
Okay. That's your reaction?
Yeah.
Okay. What if I told you I wanted to fuck your dog with a black dragon dildo?
Jesus Christ, we're already going there. Already going to animal rape.
And wait, what?
I
and
feel
what
like
do
the
I get?
reaction would be visceral. I think you would say like, bro, you're not gonna fuck my dog. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
When I look at somebody like Hassan on election day and he's filling out his ballot and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna tell you who you vote for. Why would the fuck? Why would I want to work with that guy? When this guy who's like, well, you know, do the same under Kamala and fucking Trump. Like, why would
Right,
I
but
want
if
to
he
work
was
with that
working
guy?
with you, he would like it would be in support of like someone like Bernie or Buttigieg.
But if he wanted to work with me, he would. Like, he's the problem. He's the friction there, not me.
Okay, but if you like, if you keep like extending your hand, right, then he has to keep declining, and that like just is a reminder that he's not. It's just a waste of space.
But they're not. You view it. You think we have the same goals, but we don't. I don't think you realize that because they don't view it as bad for him to decline me working with him. Like his audience believes that in the duopoly that both
That
parties
it's
are the
better
same.
to have Trump as president than.
That's
like,
about the same. They believe that. They genuinely believe that. They call him Genocide Joe, and I think they had Genocide Harris or something. Yeah, Kamala
Yeah,
Harris.
Killer Kamala is what it
Holocaust
was.
Harris. There you go.
Holocaust Harris?
Thanks,
Jesus.
everything over here.
I didn't hear that. Didn't remember that one,
I
but
didn't hear that one either,
I don't
no.
know. I think I see the right.
I just
and
remember
they,
Heels Up
are just very
Harris.
effective at like you can agree with them on just like 10% of issues, and as long as you're voting Trump, like you can be pro, trans, gay, whatever. As long as you vote for Trump, like you're in the club. And
I don't disagree with you, but like the explanation
But
I
I
gave
feel
before.
like it's a similar kind of purity testing, no?
No, it's but the thing is that they're playing a different game. I've said this a lot. They're playing for politics. They're trying to get their leaders elected. Hassan doesn't care about having anybody elected, right? How do you have the largest left-leaning streamer that is not supporting anybody basically ever, that has like no political power? That's crazy, right? If you think of like the largest political influencers in the United States and you try to map them onto like the actual composition of our government, like you think the 1350 memes are bad. This is like the fucking 195 memes. These guys are like 1% of the fucking government, not even, and 99% of the online left conversation. Like these guys have absolutely no say in government. They don't even care though. They don't care. They're not trying to get people elected. They're not out here like worried that
They don't give a fuck.
in Congress. They just want to bitch and complain and moan all day and attack the left constantly. That's all they do.
Okay, but what about like debating these people? Like you say over and over. Like,
I would debate any of these people.
Well, but you say over and over like Hassan would never debate me, right?
'Cause he
But
wouldn't.
when was the last time he actually had like a real opportunity to?
At any time. What do you mean? Bro, this guy almost, like, you see the
Is he
graying
not
in his
on your
beard? Do you know where that came from? It was the one day he debated Ethan. And his fucking eyes were
Jesus.
flicking in the corner of his screen, constantly seeing if I was going to pop up anywhere. Like, Ethan has, like, did you see that guy the day before? He's, like, on stream with fucking Cash Patel eyes. He's like, if Destiny appears for 1 fucking second, he's a bad streamer, they're going to fucking ban me instantly. He's, like, losing his fucking
Yep.
mind, watching his hair fall out in real time. I mean, and that wasn't even an opportunity to debate him. I was even going to do it,
Forgot
right?
about that. It was so
Thank you.
funny.
that was hilarious, yeah.
I mean,
Like here's the reality. I understand what you're saying, but like my door is open to my office at any point in time. I'm actually still friends with both these guys on Discord. I think they keep me as friends so that we can spy on each other's
With
futures,
Hassan?
which is cool. I understand it.
I guess
I'm still
so.
friends with both these guys on Discord. Like they could always
That's
reach
so
out. at
funny
any point in
though.
time.
Yeah,
I
they
think
want to know
Bosch
their
is a much
mutuals,
higher
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
than
That's such a
Hassan.
thing.
But like another
100%.
thing that I look at too is like streamers and their communities. It's kind of like an
I don't know how to set up
where
my
I can tell like how they really
stream
feel about a
when I'm,
thing
like,
based
on a game
how I see
and
their
also
communities
watch the
react.
video.
Like if you've been abused a lot in your life,
I don't
it's
make it
like,
tiny
you're
though.
like this, and you're like, and you
Like,
flinch right
open
away,
my
you see
stream
what's
and-
going on. No matter
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you say, like if you're scared, you know.
Right.
But so like if I'm brought up in any of these communities, oh my
I
god,
don't know how
the
to
chats
put
are
it.
fucking terrible. Even in liberal communities, the chats are pretty unhinged.
You mean
against
like
me.
a
So,
layout or
like,
something?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a
I can't
personal
do that.
thing?
I don't. Not only can I
Yeah,
not.
the layout.
Well, I can do it personally.
Or what should be on
But
top.
I don't think
or-
it's a good movement to invest time into. I think it hurts my community. I think it looks bad on all of us. I think there are better communities.
Why
to
don't you
involve in.
make-
I'd rather just grow my own community or find smaller content creators to work with and try to help come up than work with a bunch
One
of
of
people
them-
that don't care if the Democratic Party succeeds, thinks
Like
it's the same
bigger.
as the Republican Party. You know,
No, yeah,
wants
that's
to
the
go out
point, but
Democratic
I
Like
don't know-
I have
know
mine
even-
set up like
Kind of a
super
rapist,
differently
whatever.
than yours,
At the
so
risk of
I'm
sounding
just
like a
thinking about it
broken
through
record,
that
if you
lens.
did, like, a
Sure, yeah,
full,
well, 'cause you have cam,
like,
right?
throwing
But-
your gauntlet out
Yeah.
there,
Well, yeah, but I mean like
you know, like challenging them.
Like,
to
there's just
either
so much
debate
black
or
now.
Okay,
join
I'll
the-
Yeah,
challenge
exactly,
Josh
that's
or
why I
Hassan
don't even know.
to any subject, anytime, anywhere. There
Thank
you go.
Okay.
I could do that, yeah. But I mean, they know that. I've done this before.
Any final thoughts there, Mr. Boone?
Yeah, I'm doing this to impress a girl. Shout out Circa Power.
Holy shit.
All right,
Base.
put
Good
your
luck.
hands together for Mr. Boone.
Wait.
One more.
Wait,
Oh.
Is she a fucking Hassan fan?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, he's good. He's good
Wait,
then.
check me in. Thank you.
Wait, what did he do? Shake my hand and then what did he do?
Doing,
Oh, I've done this before.
Any final thoughts there, Mr. Boone?
yeah, I'm.
All right,
Thank
put
you.
your
Good luck.
hands together for Mr. Boone.
Wait.
One more.
Wait, is she a fucking Hassan fan?
I don't think so.
Okay. Wait, check me in.
He
you,
didn't
thank
shake
you.
his hand.
All right.
Okay, base.
Well, rock and roll. Okay, our next debater is none other
Does
than
streaming
another
out make
member of the
sense?
Pangburn Universe
Those schizo,
Discord
I don't know.
server, and his name is Juan Docio. Juan Docio, where are you at? You're up, buddy. Come on down. Put your hands together for Juan.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think
buddy.
so. I think.
There you go. On the mic.
Like if the video were full screen, it'd be better. But I want to have chat
Yeah.
It's going great.
as
How you
well
doing?
as the thing. So
Super anxious.
Oh, that's good. We're fine. Don't worry.
because I only have two monitors, so on one monitor is the game, and then
I'm an acoustician.
now it's the.
Yeah, I have the
do,
same thing that you do.
Like business acquisition, like private equity.
I don't know.
Yeah, like private equity. I don't know.
But I could full
Uh,
screen, and then
like,
you can tell me if there's a chat or something
for
to read.
architectural
But
acquisition, so like when people are building a building and they want the sound
I
in
don't
that
know.
space to matter for some reason.
Wait, what do you
they'll
mean?
call me.
no, like if I full screen the
Oh,
video,
acquisition.
then I can't see chat or whatever. But,
Do you know how to do
well, I could make it a.
pop out chat and then do
Can I
Control
force it?
Windows T to make it always on top?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Do that. Control Windows T.
Mm-hmm. I think
Okay.
you may have to have like Power Toys or whatever, like the app or like the extension through Windows, like
yeah,
turned
I
on.
don't fucking know.
We should do that though because it's
yeah, it's
really
a good
really
idea.
helpful.
I'm sure it would be helpful. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Okay.
That's a
Awesome.
fancy name. Some people just
For
call
now,
me
it's
an acoustic
fine.
engineer.
Damn, that's like a super niche fucking job. Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Oh.
I don't know what that means exactly. Like,
Ready?
yeah, like private equity. I don't know what that means exactly. Like for architectural acquisition. So like when people are building a building and they want the sound in that space to matter for some reason, they'll call me
Acquisition has to do with sound.
acoustician.
Yes. Zoomed it all the
Oh,
way out.
acoustician.
Yeah,
Oh.
acoustician.
that's
Oh,
cool. Okay, okay.
That's a fancy name. Some
acoustician.
people
That is an interesting one.
just
Damn, that is actually
Yeah,
a
that's like a super
awesome
niche
name.
fucking job. Yeah.
happens to be, yeah.
How many other acousticians are there in like the state?
I would say a few hundred,
What should I play?
Okay.
maybe 1,000, probably 1,000, a few thousand maybe.
Okay.
I don't know,
Crazy. All right.
not that crazy.
What's your topic? What do you got?
Thank you for the icebreaker. Appreciate you.
No, no problem.
Um,
Just to throw you
So
off balance. You ever see
I
Whiplash?
think
No,
I have,
thank you,
yeah.
Crypto.
Where he talks in the hallway? That's what we just did. I'm about to throw this fucking chair at
Thank
you,
you.
so good
Appreciate
luck.
that. Can't wait.
Whiplash me.
All right,
Uh-huh.
what do you got? What's your
So,
Love
topic?
Whiplash.
yeah. So I'm an abortion immediatist. So I'm
What?
against abortion. And I
Wait,
support
what does that
Trump and
mean?
his
I don't know.
stance.
It's against abortion, I guess, but I don't know what the immediate is for. I guess it's like like life begins at conception, so that's why it's
Oh,
bad.
okay,
I think.
one
I
of
guess.
those.
I don't know.
I would go further than he would go. But when compared to Kamala or Trump's, I would support more Trump's stance. And I guess I would first want to clarify your position on it and like where your cutoff is, maybe, if you have a cutoff, what you would call it. Your language matters, I think.
Is the next guy up a
Let's play
vegan
some
debater?
Zelda.
Travis? You're fucking me hard
Oh,
here.
fun.
Yeah.
We're both playing Zelda. It's
Okay.
So
Oh
fun.
wow.
I'll abbreviate this a
Playing
little
Breath
bit.
of
You
the
can tell
Wild,
me where we.
Not the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
Short
Keep it
circuit,
short.
okay?
Keep it short.
True. It is
So-
not the same.
You're against all abortion from the moment of conception.
That's right.
Okay. So, okay. Have you heard my abortion arguments before?
Very little. I like watch some.
See
on
this
my
guy.
birthday.
See this guy. He's an acoustician. He knows how to talk into a mic. It's on his fucking face. It's touching his nose. That's how the fuck you talk into a mic. Okay.
Okay, well, tell
Well,
them to say that instead of just.
Yeah, but nobody's
Hold it
gonna
close to
nobody's
your
gonna actually
face.
do it though. That's the thing. This is the proper way to do it, but nobody's gonna
Then
actually.
why are
do
you
it.
complaining?
Because it deserves to be complained against.
On
Two
all of them, so
ladies,
you should be- no,
People are
Okay.
I
disgusting.
remember that one.
Yeah, yeah. There was
Um,
like whatever podcast or something.
should
I
speak
saw like a
properly
clip of it. It
into
was like 13 minutes.
Yeah,
You guys
no
got
problem.
nothing across. It was okay.
Okay, all right. I'll do the back and forth, and then okay. So typically, how it goes is somebody says that they're opposed to abortion because they think their human life should be protected, or there's some statement they have that would apply to
Put the
human life,
sound
conception
on.
to death. My marker
The
is
game.
I would say that the moment a conscious experience emerges,
I just won't be able to
person
hear.
protecting the person. We're typically talking about the conscious experience. You might challenge when that begins exactly. My response would be that sometime when the brain is like formed and it has all like the parts and everything to deploy conscious experience, and certain parts of the prefrontal cortex or whatever that need to be there. Usually this
I
is
ate
like
too many
around the 16 to
cookies.
20 week mark.
Oh no.
And then we'll bounce back and forth between how do you define like when a human life actually begins.
Okay.
I'll usually define when a human life ends, and I'll say well, a human
Yeah,
life ends when a
I'm
conscious
just trying to
experience
get
stops.
comfy now.
And then usually the counter report to that is well, what about when somebody is like unconscious
It
versus when they wake
sucks.
up? And then I'll remember
Yeah,
to say
it's
well, it's
okay.
not just a conscious experience. I'm talking
It'll
about
be
the
fine.
concept
A lot
of
of
conscious
cookies.
experience to clarify.
I
And then I'll say
know.
okay,
Nothing
well,
wrong
you
with
know, you
cookies.
people post, so fuck you. And I'll say okay, well this is what I meant at the beginning. And I'll say if you
Make my
slept and you've
tummy
woken
hurt.
up, like there is somebody to
But I
speak
have,
about
like,
while
I had
sleeping,
a lot of
or unconscious,
cookies.
like assert some
Yeah,
preference. So
for
we're
sure.
talking about like harm in the moral sense. There's a person we're speaking about. So
Sucks.
even
Take
though
a
you
Alka-Seltzer or
temporarily
something.
subside having some conscious experience,
Whatever you
there's still
do,
like the
okay,
thing
but
underneath
tell me.
that exerted the preference of
I'm drinking
I don't
more
wanna die,
water.
obviously.
Mm.
And even if I'm temporarily unconscious and I wake up, like I would still reassert the same thing. Yeah, and then we kind of will circle the drain on when does human life begin. So if you want, you can pick up there. Or just prior to this, that I so you just
Yeah.
so yeah, how do you define the beginning of the human life or whatever? Yeah.
So just to clarify, like a few things. Assuming that you get this position on consciousness from there's a few scientific studies that are going around. From like a quick look up, like are you familiar with the RCOG's Fetal Awareness Evidence Review? It's updated in 2022, or ACOG's Gestational Development and Capacity for Pain. Also
Yeah,
a
I love
review.
that guy, yeah.
Yeah, they're two reviews, synoptic reviews by universities that like kind of form this argument that like, hey, consciousness, what we consider required for consciousness is not yet there until kind of what you mentioned, like 18 weeks, and we mentioned a little further, but whatnot. So I think, from my understanding, or from, I guess,
God, the game looks
my
so
experience
good
also,
on Switch too.
consciousness is
Holy
not
fuck,
just
it looks so good.
these specific pathways and connections in the brain, but also the quality
Watch, but
regarding
number
the
one,
experiences
I don't
of,
want
right, which
to want
cannot be
a Switch
ascertained for
2.
adults, neither can be for undeveloped fetuses.
Hey, I
so
mean,
I think
worth
your
the money,
question
but
of
it's a lot of money.
consciousness begs the question further of
a lot
what
of
is it that
money.
you exactly mean by consciousness?
For
I
sure.
think I need to buy a
I think
toaster
there's something
first.
Can I,
further.
ask, can I pause
Yeah.
and ask on that?
Go ahead.
When you say can't be ascertained, you mean it could be,
sure.
right? Like we would assume that a person's
You
brain
want
ceases to
more?
function, no longer experiences
Yeah.
Possibly.
sensation, right? Like there is no qualia on a corpse without a corpse, right?
I don't think it's as clear as day and night. I think when we push like what it is that quality
Corpse is
is, what it is that,
conscious?
like, you see red. We can see what the mechanism in your brain that develops red looks like. But what that red is in like your experience, because you right now see it, right, in these X's or something. It looks like something to you. There's something going on there that's beyond just the mechanism of the thing that's producing it, and we know that.
So then, I'm just curious, we're a little on a tangent, but I'm just exploring this. Do you think like a dead person, how do you define death, or when is it like morally acceptable to like bury a body?
I think how like doctors do it generally, which is like an accumulation of other things that are going on. Usually that's
His mouth is dry, I can hear it.
like treating the patient or
maybe.
whatever
I
is
don't know
going
how
on
you-
the thing, and then eventually that thing reaches a certain
No.
Speak
criteria
up.
by which they normally define it.
Oh, maybe.
So like, okay, he seized
That's because he's
to be
using
in
the mic
the
right.
range of
You can
people
hear
that are
that.
in this criteria for this illness, and therefore he is dead.
He just needs to
But
drink
for
more
sure,
water.
Like brain death,
Guess
basically.
so.
Like when the
It
brain
depends.
when the brain
Thursday.
ceases to function, essentially.
Not always, no, because often you'll have patients in comas whose brain is no longer functioning.
Correct.
You know, apparently, who all of a sudden, 16 years later, starts functioning for no
But
apparent
That's so
reason.
stupid.
That's exceptionally rare.
Exceptionally,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I was gonna leave the sound off for stream, but I want to be able to hear it because I'm doing the wedding in Terrytown. I want to be able to hear the music.
Oh, that's so fun.
Oh, shit, that is loud. Okay.
I love the wedding in Terrytown.
Exactly. Not super loud, but just a little bit, so I can hear it. Yeah, that's good enough.
that's the case. It could happen again tomorrow or now.
But like I would say, like in general, we don't make decisions around like those exceptional or edge cases. Like otherwise, we would never pull the plug on any. We would have an obligation.
Well, no, we leave the decision to next of kin, don't we?
I don't know if we always do. I don't know.
Well, then
Not
why don't we
always.
leave the decision to
And,
like next of
I mean,
kin
that's
for
yeah,
abortions or whatever?
And-
Like,
yeah, exactly.
why do we
The
give
patient's
anybody
decision.
any sort of authority on that?
Exactly.
You're not gonna give it to the mom or whatever. Like, it's so fucking stupid.
Yep.
Brain dead.
Sure.
Right. We do leave it to next of kin, and you agree it should be done that way? Or do you think
I
we
don't
should
think-
just pull the
I
plug?
think-
and
Okay,
call
if
it?
you think it's immoral, you shouldn't even be okay with leaving it to next of kin. You should be for making it fully illegal at all times ever.
I'd be wrong, but I don't think we do. I don't think like if you what? I don't think it does.
And then what about the doctor?
Not always. Not always.
You know, like you have to wait for the doctor to
No
basically
shot. In
recommend
California, if
pulling
you
the
got a person in
plug.
a
So
hospital,
like,
you say, I want
yeah,
this
so
person to
doctors
live
too.
on
Like, it
bypass.
works in all ways. It's just stupid.
Exactly. Also, I'm already getting the feeling. Before you got here, I think somebody like in the audience like gave like helped out the guy debating or like whatever with an example or something. Getting the feeling this is gonna be a lot more like than
Oh,
No
cute.
shot. In California, if you've got a person,
It's good
in
and
the
bad.
hospital, you say, I want this person
But
kept alive
yeah.
on
True.
bypass indefinitely for every.
Wow, they're getting married.
That's
Well, that might be
There's
one
other
factor. Sure,
factors.
yeah, I could believe that. But if a person is like brain dead and they're not coming back, you think that you think in
There you go.
California you can
Hold on.
indefinitely, yeah,
what you just said was the crux of it. They're not coming back.
sure.
How do you know?
Well, I mean, you ascertain based on things that have happened to the brain, right?
So doctors ascertain, right?
Yeah. So like
So-
the brain has been deprived of oxygen for like 20 minutes, it's probably never coming back. There's so much brain death
Doctors
for the person to
decide on
listen.
abortion too. Like, what's your
True.
argument?
Yeah.
Functioning is like a conscious
Exactly.
brain.
Even
That's right.
in Roe v. Wade and
There are certain
whatever.
types of
it's
injuries
still
and
same thing.
damages
Mhm.
that occur that like neurodegenerative diseases that degenerate too much of the brain structure for like the body to autonomously operate.
Yeah, like I agree. There's no brain. If there was no brain there, like it just got blown up, it's gone.
Sure.
I agree. It's not going to just start working. There's nothing there to start working.
Sure.
But you're missing the edge cases here in which
So stupid.
there's very little understanding
yeah.
that we have specifically in these edge cases of like
The edge case.
Is this
the edge
supposed to be an
case.
anti-Trump
Brain.
thing, or like is
It's
there?
supposed to be, but I'm
brain
guessing they
barrier
just
or,
couldn't get enough people to.
Yeah, I'm just
illnesses
wondering that, like,
specifically of the
hating
brain
or anything.
genetically.
Yeah.
What do you mean by very little
It's
understanding?
California. What are you
in
gonna do?
which occurrence
Also,
is the one that I just brought
Mag is
up.
afraid
There
of
are
debates,
some pockets
so-
of California though that
No,
are
for sure,
Trump.
but Meg is also afraid of debates, so.
And actually died again
Fair.
later, just a few weeks later. Super
Kind of.
sad, actually, but whatever.
Why are you laughing?
No, it's okay. I mean,
This guy
sadness is
probably
comical
woke up, he
sometimes.
probably inted my fucking lane for 2 weeks.
Wait, what did he?
Sad.
What was it?
I was bringing up with that occurrence is like the one that I just brought up,
I have very little understanding, or what do you mean by that?
in which occurrence is like the one that I just brought up, where like without when with brain trauma, when I was bringing up with the guy just woke up and then actually died again later, just a few weeks later. Super sad.
He
actually.
died again later, a few weeks later. Oh my god, okay. Unlucky.
Um,
Why are you laughing?
No, it's okay. I mean,
That is funny.
This guy
it's
probably woke
comical
up, he
sometimes.
probably inted my fucking lane for 2 weeks,
Super sad.
and then after I
You guys can
ranked
look
to
it up,
Diamond 4 again, I'd be probably fucking, yeah.
If you look it up, I
Well,
hope you
like,
won't
I would also,
laugh,
I'd have to see, like, I find
You
that
won't
usually
laugh.
when they're like the crazy edge cases, usually these are like in fucking like India, or they're like not documented well, or there's like generally speaking, like
It's interesting that you cite on one of these things always on these edge cases. You say they're edge cases, but you
Why
always cite
are
on
they
the side of
always in India?
non like
I don't think they are always in. The point he's making is that they aren't always like completely documented, so it might not be like entirely
No,
accurate
but it's
exactly
like
what
always.
happened.
I remember watching like TLC, like rare diseases and stuff, and it like the edge cases.
Well,
Like,
if it's on TLC,
is
it's
it just
probably
because there are more people in India? Maybe.
well, there's a lot of people in India. It's also because like,
So it's
probably
like
a lot
more
of,
likely
probably some
to
of them are
be the
just not
case
as
that it's gonna
real
come from
as they
India.
seem.
I don't know.
It's just like it's not entirely accurate what's being said, kind of, and because it's not as documented. Then,
Okay. Interesting.
caution,
Yeah.
right? Like for example, you brought up me being an accusation
Okay.
before. Always when I give, like for example, I determine how thick walls have to be so that buildings meet criteria for living spaces, and I always add a margin, right? Because I know that the engineer and the architect and everybody there, they're going to try to get a point out of it. They're going to corruptly try to make this inferior than it should be, and so I add. I'm not going to tell you how many points, but I add a certain amount of points so that, you know, just in case, right? And I err on the side of caution. And I think that your stance always errs on the opposite side of caution. You err on the side of, well, fuck it, this is probably not allowed.
I mean, we could argue that I'm erring on the side of, being too quick and cold blood versus the side of caution. But what we're really talking about is, like, when we say err on the side of either end, we're talking about the point that we're erring on, right? So do we agree on that point, or do we disagree on that point? Like, do you think that consciousness is the point that matters, but you just think it, like, ends way later than I think it does, and it starts way earlier than I think it does, or?
I don't think it matters because I don't think like from what I've understood, I urge you to like look into the research of the Quality Institute. Super interesting research done at MIT.
Quality.
Radically interesting. I mean, but like I'm not going to get into that because I don't know about it too well, and it's not this topic really. But what I'm trying to say is I don't think we understand what consciousness is, and I think that it's rather interesting that you choose this thing that I think you would agree is kind of like shifty, different people. It's kind of like a God question. Like you bring up consciousness, it's kind of like saying God. You know, depends who you're asking what they mean.
That is why I don't do abortion debates. No, but I
Here
mean,
you
like, I agree with you that, like, genuinely one of the reasons why I don't do abortion debates is because I feel like there's a lot of, like, uncomfortable stuff that I think merges in this conversation that a lot of people don't like to confront. So, for instance, like, a lot of people like to think that we stand on much stronger metaphysical or epistemic grounds when it comes to defining things like life, right? People say, oh, science is life, blah, blah, blah. I don't say shit at all. That's considered, like, metabolic actions and stuff, but in terms of, like, when does a human get rights, like, that's for the law or philosophers to talk about. Like, a
agree.
biologist can't really tell you that, yeah. So, in terms of, like, where do we define the beginning and end of life?
Oh,
I mean,
that's like
a
the
hard
debate
one,
that
too,
we
because
had-
I think, pretty sure we're bumping into literally the hard.
With that one stupid guy on my stream
Oh yeah, that guy was
about
pretty stupid.
biology.
Yeah, that guy was really dumb. That was a stupid debate.
I know.
I was at work. I would
It
have
really
fucking
sucked.
tried to pop in to actually like debate that guy because
Yeah.
Our problem with consciousness, right? Like, I can't even observe it or describe the thing that is arguably the most important possible thing that you could ever have, right?
Okay, then let me ask you a different question.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's imagine, just in the future, 1,000. I don't know how many years you are in the future, right?
Sure.
Someday, would you prefer that there's two individuals when an abortion takes place, right? One of them's their life's ending. Would you prefer that that would not be the case and that there would be the choice for that individual's life to remain, or is there something about the mother's choice in still being able to end that life during that gestation period that you think is important?
I think it's just the mother's choice up to when that conscious experience emerges. I think that there is, I feel like there is I'm going to say word game, but I'm not implying like bad faith. But I think there's a word game that is played that makes it sound like a bad thing is happening when you're depriving someone of a choice. Because I think that we feel like depriving people of choices, especially the choice to live. I mean, ordinarily that's a really bad thing, and I agree that most of us agree that's a bad thing. But I think that the sentence, when you try to actually like resolve it into like a meaningful statement, well, whose life is being deprived? We're speaking about a person that doesn't actually exist. And so I think when we try to like analyze
Hold on.
yeah,
What do you mean they don't exist?
as in, like, so, you know, like, if you would ask me right now, would you want to have been aborted? I would say, well, no, obviously not. I'm alive. I don't want to be aborted. But if you go back to the moment of conception, like, there is no me to speak of. There is no person person to exit a preference. Yeah.
What do you mean there isn't? Of course there is. You're right there. You're small, you know, but you're there. Your genetic code
But
of
it
who
wasn't-
you are to become is there.
Well,
It wasn't
yeah, but
me
I
in
feel
any
like
way
this
that
argument,
matters.
I
That's the
think
point.
is, I think that this. I feel like this argument smuggles in like an automatic, like a big concession from my side when it's given the idea that there's like the potential of life. Like I feel like people will play another word game where the potential is like the concept of
good.
life itself.
I don't
Potential
get it.
is much different than the thing itself, right? Like a potential is the thing itself. We would
I didn't
have
even
100
notice.
videos, 100 videos
Otherwise,
on
I
this
would
2 weeks
have
away
been
from all
yawning now
that
too.
front. But yeah, like I feel like
Oh.
is there a potential for life for sure?
Are you an
but the
empath?
potential
Is that
is
what you
not the thing
mean?
itself.
I don't know.
No, that's just how yawns work. Pages. Oh, hey, Warble. Who's playing? This is me playing.
It's because of
Breath Wild.
empathy.
Is that because of empathy? I guess I'm an empath then.
Or at least like maybe it's not like directly like empathy, but I think it's one of those things where like if you are somebody that yawns, then you're more likely to be a more empathetic person or something.
Well, I guess that makes me an empath. I am an empath.
I guess
I'll,
so.
I'll start saying that from now on. Good call.
Potential of a life, right? It is a life in the
It's
sense
the
that
potential of like a conscious.
It's a
experience.
life, but it's not
the
a
potential of
person.
a conscious experience. Okay, well, like it's an extraordinarily high potential of a conscious experience. Would you agree?
Could be
No.
100%, but it's still not the thing itself.
Okay, well, what other things would you agree that are like 100% true, just so that I could elucidate it? I think you could come up with one if you can. It's okay. That are 100% gonna become true that you don't like.
But they're not everything. So like
blueprint to a
architecture
house
would
is
be an
not a
example. I could have all
house.
the building parts for, and I could have the blueprint for a building, and I could have everything right there. And in 2 years, I know this will be a building, but it's not yet. It's just all the parts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you brought one up specifically. I know that there's not a 100% chance because there's.
So
know,
you
all
can
the
hear
things
better
that could
now.
happen
He
in
has
the
a
world.
very
Yeah,
dry
and
throat.
well, yeah, maybe. And when it's a
So that's what I was
conceived,
talking about.
when it's a conceived, zygote fetus, whatever the fuck, you don't know 100% that it's going to be a conscious experience because maybe maybe it won't implant in the actual uterus, or maybe it won't, whatever.
For that would prevent that from
It'll get-
happening. People
Maybe
die.
Mom will go on a roller coaster.
Wages go up.
Maybe.
Riots,
Exactly.
wars,
This is-
a billion things could happen.
We
What?
wouldn't apply. We could say the same thing about the fetus, but we wouldn't apply it there. But I'm just saying, like, if everything goes
Exactly,
right,
you
like
wouldn't.
fetuses can miscarry or things. can happen in the
Right.
long run.
But fetus, we know with the certainty of a fetus to become what you consider a conscious
though?
being, right?
You really?
We have the scientific data on that.
Well,
and it's like
assuming
over
that-
99%.
Well, sure, and assuming all the parts are laid out for a Lego set or building or anything else, I'm just saying like for the potential of a thing, the parts and the blueprint.
I'll
are
have a
not
story
the thing
about a Lego
itself.
set
There's a
later.
meaningful difference between the two
What's your
things.
story about a Lego set?
I'll tell you later.
What
Yeah.
that difference that you're
If I
referring
remember to
to
remind you.
isn't there in the
Okay.
actual conceived being, because all what you are referring to of what an organism is already there.
Well, it's definitionally not.
Huh?
Right?
What you can,
Eh.
I mean,
I'm sure, but
What
I'm
you're
not, like,
calling
fetus
con-
short,
well-
right? Like there's something else that's coming up here, right? Like everything that you are is not the single cell zygote. There's like you don't have a brain, right? You're one cell.
it's all there.
I think you just fell out of a coconut tree. So the context, all which we live, and all that came before.
It's all right there.
True.
It's literally not though,
It is. How is
But-
it not?
because I'm more than one cell.
Yes,
are you
and
though?
that being becomes more than one cell moments after.
Yeah, but it's a blueprint. But it's after. It's not at the time, and it continues
Yeah.
to grow. So
Yeah.
it's not the thing until it becomes the thing, right?
It's not the. You mean the conscious being?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever the thing is going to be. Like Kobe wasn't an all-star
Okay.
basketball player when he was 9, even though he was going to become one.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, again. I guess I could bring it back to
Kobe.
that begs the question of like.
Bryant.
I could bring it up with like
I know.
a comparison of like other
Oh.
individuals in like society that are
I figured that one out.
conscious,
Thank you.
like
Thank you.
embedded individuals or
You're
like, people
welcome.
that are in comas or
Well, why'd you
people
sound
that are asleep. I
confused?
guess
I didn't. I was
calls
saying
into question
Kobe.
what you consider consciousness,
Oh,
right?
sorry.
Yeah, but I would
But-
say for like the people, for like the sleeping people and everything, I can meaningfully speak of somebody being harmed and pull the plug on their conscious experience. I'm assuming.
W Kobe
and
reference,
it's
exactly,
Kobe
Jeff,
reference.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to sleep.
It was a
I can
W
just
Kobe.
feel you
I'm
just
sorry,
become
you just didn't
unconscious
say
because
it
you're already
good
exited
enough, I
some kind
guess.
of
Okay, I'll say it better
process
next time.
And for me to attack that
just
would
kidding.
be, most
For
of us
you.
would be
Thanks.
immoral.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, but that person is not conscious.
Appreciate
So
it.
everybody else
Yeah,
got
but
it.
there's
reference.
a person to speak of. You just said that person is not conscious. There's a person.
Everyone
to speak of, and the
else.
person
Yeah, but
has-
it doesn't matter
I
that
see
there's
Jeff-
a person
Jeff
to speak
being-
of.
Yep,
because if
it's
there is a
everyone
person
else.
to speak of, then that means that there's another thing
One
that you
other
care
person.
about, and it's the
You guys have
person.
fun. See you.
And
Bye,
the fact that
Warble.
there's a past. So that's a new
Bye.
thing you're adding in that we weren't talking about before.
I feel
You
like
know?
we're literally doing the thing that I said was going to happen. The past is, but there's a meaningful thing that's being harmed because there's a person that's like exerting
Yeah.
the thing that's being harmed. But for the fetus, there's no prior person to speak of. Assuming if you believe in what I'm saying, that there's no conscious experience until 16 weeks. At 2 weeks, if you terminate it, then in my theory, nobody has been harmed because there's not a person there to speak yet.
Okay, well, there definitely is a person there. Just because there is this is a very unique person
there's
who
not.
doesn't have a past, right? Because
It's
it's
not-
the beginning of being a person.
It's
It's a
they're
very
not
unique
defining
person that
person.
doesn't have a past.
They're not defining person. They're just talking around it because like issue is he considers that a person, whereas Destiny doesn't because for Destiny a person is somebody with consciousness. This guy person is somebody that exists at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us have to have at some point, right? At some point, all of us had no past,
Let's say
right?
theoretically, let's say you could freeze the development on a fetus, and let's say at 2 weeks it was stuck that way, but it would continue to live indefinitely in that state. Do you think there's a moral obligation to keep it alive forever if you could, like feeding it in a petri dish or whatever and watching it zip around? Do you think that has like all the same rights as like an ordinary human being?
Yeah.
Jeez,
So
zip
I have 2 points to that. I hope
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody
zip!
has a
Oh my
opinion.
god, that's me. No
So,
way.
no, given all the, language that you
red-green is
use
better,
to describe that, right? Which is certainty about the future, which I don't think is actually a thing that could be had in reality. And if you could, then I would agree you could do that. But we can't because we don't have that certainty.
Oh.
Okay.
course.
Well, then I mean, I would say there's a difference between that thing then and then a future thing.
What to? I'm sorry.
Like if it's a 2-week fetus,
Mhm.
like are you saying? So like okay, so here's the other. This is like my final like is logical. So let's say so you're okay. So I'm gonna say well then it sounds like you're saying the
Hey,
thing is
Tranza.
different from the thing
What
that has
does
the
that mean?
potential to be.
Yeah,
Because if it's a
Tranza.
2-week fetus and it's gonna be that way
Not
forever,
sure.
you're okay killing that.
Maybe I'm
But
just
you're not okay
wrong.
killing a 2-week fetus that could grow into something else. So it seems like there is a difference. And then I imagine your retort would be well that's because you've eliminated the potential for it to grow into a future thing. So actually the potential for that to grow into a future thing is something I factor in. So that's why it's okay to kill the 2-week fetus as you've described it. It will never grow, but it's not okay.
I know
to
Luxor,
kill
I think,
the
is
future
Mexican,
that's
so-
important, right?
Okay, I
Like
think
what's
I'm
up?
not
Oh,
sure I fully
okay,
understood that.
tranza.
But
No, I
from
don't
what
know.
I understood, and
I think that's
correct me if I'm
a
wrong,
regional thing.
you're saying
I
that
don't-
because I made a
I've heard
distinction
that.
between the two, that there is some
I
important
have a friend
difference
from
between the two,
Mexico.
but I can
but I've never heard
analyze two things
Yeah,
and
I've
find
never
out
heard
whether
that.
or not they're the same or
Yeah.
different. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily
Trying to think of
different
other
just
things that
because
he
there's
taught me.
two
My
things
friend's
that I'm
from
analyzing. I
Guanajuato.
still have the question of
Oh,
whether or not
I
they're
know that
different.
place.
Well, why
I
is
can
it
do
okay to
that.
kill a 2-week
Yeah.
fetus, but not a 2-week fetus?
It's
who's
not okay to kill
super cool.
people.
Yeah, this guy doesn't think any of the abortion is. In Spanish slang,
Nope.
primarily Mexican. Yeah, I don't know Mexican slang. Well, except for like what other way and like shit like that. But
Wait, hold on. Why is it
stereotypical.
okay to kill a 2-week fetus that will never grow past that point?
even
But
though
it's
one of my uncles is Mexican.
okay to kill, but it's
Because it will never go past that point.
okay. So the potential of the growth is.
I mean, you're
important then to you, right?
Mexican?
No, my uncle by marriage.
Oh, gotcha.
The potential of the growth is important to me.
Yeah.
Yes,
Based
of
on
course.
uncle. Yeah,
Okay.
he's cool.
So
I
then
like
my
that guy.
question is, could I not back
Makes
this
good
up
Mexican food.
before the moment of conception?
What do you mean back it up?
Like, let's say that I'm going to,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Go
a
back.
wonderful BPD white girl, gonna
Yeah,
have sex
yeah.
with her, we're gonna have a kid maybe.
Yeah, like
If
sperm.
I-
Yeah, two gametes separate.
But let's
Can I
say
not
that-
say that those are like about to be? No, because they're not there. There isn't an
Wait,
individual there. Who are you going to
Wait,
protect?
wait. But there's the potential, and all the material is there. The egg and the sperm is there. But if you block it from conceit from coming together, aren't you destroying the potential of the life in like the same way?
No, because you don't have that certainty that those two gametes will have. Do you know about the different how it is that two gametes meet to make an individual? They separate the 20. Some
Yeah.
chromosomes come from each. Do you know how that goes
I've
on?
heard of this before, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that could go on in many different ways, and the way specifically in which
I have a
that
Peruvian aunt by marriage, of course, based. Love Peru. I am part Peruvian myself.
happened, like we could factor the
No, but I'm saying that,
possibilities.
like, I'm
So
saying that, like,
each
let-
of the chromosomes, each
Well,
of your
like,
chromosomes,
let's
you
say-
have 20. Yeah.
Let's remove the uncertainty. I don't think that matters. Let's remove,
There
let's
is a
say that
huge
I-
uncertainty.
Sure. Well, there's an uncertainty in every fetus.
Have you heard of
course.
sex?
But
Yeah,
you wouldn't tell
that's
me
what this guy's
there's an
asking.
uncertainty.
Jeez.
Of course not.
So why can I stop like conception when there's an uncertainty?
Because there's an uncertainty of there being an individual, but there's no uncertainty of there being an individual when there already is an individual there when the conception has occurred.
Why would there? If assuming that they're going to get pregnant if you have the sexes and you.
How is it that you you see you keep doing this, which is in your hypothetical you assume certainty,
Okay,
and then you say,
okay,
well, hold on,
sure,
let's go back
okay,
to the
this is-
hold on.
sure,
This is
no,
actually super important.
No,
This is
it's
the
not
most
important,
important.
it's not relevant to this.
Okay,
Let's
I
wait-
think that this is the most important thing that we have
It's
said so
not
far.
actually that important.
Okay, let me just say it.
Okay, so let's
Okay,
leave the
fine.
uncertainty. Let's assume that it was a 100% chance if you have sex that there will be a conceived baby. At that point, then does that change your moral analysis of the situation?
There's a 100% chance that there will be a baby. You said.
Yeah, conception will happen. If two people have sex, there's a 100% chance. Back to the Future, okay?
Mhm.
If these two people don't kiss at the dance, there won't be a baby. There won't be Marty McFly.
Yeah. You cannot kill. You cannot stop something that you know will be a person.
Okay.
I'm with you.
So then in that case, if conception was
Damn.
100%,
Mhm.
if they two people had sex, it would be just as immoral.
Immoral
stop that
to have
conception
sex.
as it would be to abort a fetus. If you knew 100% it was going to become a person.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Of course.
so
Yeah.
people don't normally bite that bullet. I'm thinking,
Please.
would you treat that the same way basically as like a murder then? Like in a world where it was a 100% chance.
Describe the world in which it's a 100% chance. This is what I want to you and I hope the audience,
The
I
world
hope some understand. this idea that you can have a 100% certainty of what it is that is going on is not real. I get that's the point of the hypothetical, and you're trying to say, well, okay, let's assume we do, but we don't.
Well,
We
the
can't.
reason
That's
why I'm trying to
important.
eliminate the probability is because the probability shouldn't really factor into your moral assessment, right?
Of course it should.
Okay, if there was a box in front of me and I knew there was a human being in the box, it would be unethical for me to shoot
Of
into
course.
the box. If there was a 50% chance of there being a person in the box, it would
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
equally
1%,
unethical.
half a percent, whatever.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So there's not a 100% chance that a fetus will become a human. I think it's like up to a half, depending on who measures it, are miscarried like in the first
Yeah, yeah. A lot of miscarriages. Yeah.
So the idea that you have some certainty in the first trimester that doesn't exist
Doesn't make
prior
any
to that,
sense.
that, I don't understand. That's not true.
You have the certainty that there's an individual there, that there's a unique genetic
but you're
code
basing
there.
the individuality on the potentiality. But I'm saying
No, there's no potentiality. There's a reality of an organism there. We know
you
what
No,
an
but
organism is.
it's not the potentiality for him because he thinks that is a person starting from conception at that
Mhm.
moment. So they're talking about stuff.
just
We
said
know
that
how to
they're- you
define
said
an
that they're-
organism.
but you said
We
that
look at dolphins. We know when it is that the
we're
dolphin
not talking
began.
about- We're not talking about an organism. We're talking about a human being, a person that
That
gets
is,
rights
we
by-
are organisms, by the way. We are
but
human.
we're-
We are biological.
Oh,
organisms,
really?
Animals.
Oh, shit.
Checkmate.
He's onto something.
Right?
We are a type of organism. Those are also
Are you a
organisms.
vegan?
I'm not.
Well, you should be. So.
I actually have a good point.
Mhm.
Argument against vegans. If you were, it would
I
be,
just-
that
what
would have been something I would have
what
talked
I'm
about.
saying is that, like,
Unfortunately,
if
Trump
you're
made a law
gonna-
about it.
If you're going to argue that the potentiality is important, but then you're going to say that like a 2-week fetus that would never grow is, you can discard that.
Would never grow.
Yeah,
that,
would never,
that,
I understand.
the
These things are
ability for you to
consistent.
say
No,
that
these
is
two are
why I say
I
that.
understand these two things are consistent. Okay, but then
They're
when you go on to say that like, well, if there's a chance of it not growing, like in the potential for like conception, like when two people go to have sex, it's not unethical to stop that. Why would there's a chance? There's a high chance that every fetus could miscarriage. So why would it be unethical to abort a fetus that could otherwise just miscarriage? There's no 100% fetus.
Because it has a miscarriage. Like for example, like the same
But
reason.
it
Like
could-
there's a chance that the person in front of me is 50% chance they're about to die. There's a 99% chance they're about to die. Is it reasonable for me to just shoot them? No, of course, never.
But then morally, you're basically committed to the idea that preventing two people from having sex is a similar position to murdering a fully.
Of course
human
not.
being.
No, of course not. Of course not. You're
course not.
misunderstanding my point because of this hypothetical that you keep bringing up.
Well,
which
then he
has
doesn't think
absolute
abortion is murder
certainty, which is
then, right?
impossible. And the fact that there cannot be absolute certainty in the world is part of why I have my argument be what it is.
But
right?
I use the box hypothetical to demonstrate that the absolute certainty shouldn't really calculate here when it comes to measuring the morality of the decision. If there's a 50% chance, 1% chance somebody's in a box, I can't shoot into the box because I know this is. I don't mean shoot into the box. Sorry. Well, you know what I mean, right? Like you can't.
It's
just,
interesting that you bring up the box, right? Because in a way, a fetus is a person in a box. There's a chance that they're in there.
Isn't getting
Well,
mocked
it
right
depends
now.
how
It's
developed they
crazy.
are.
Yeah,
Because by the way,
box.
your specific way of defining, like, okay, at this point we cut it off.
Being
That
insanely
assumes
mocked.
like equal development throughout fetuses, right? Like not
Well,
all
no, no, it's just
fetuses
16 to
develop
20
at the same rate, and
Sure.
so some develop consciousness faster than others develop consciousness. So if you have a strict quote unquote
that's
weak
worked
cutoff,
into his
some that do and
cutoff.
some that don't. It's kind of like a bell curve. So you're at some
That's
point you have
worked
to
into it.
choose, and so
Yeah, I
you're
understand.
killing
That's
some
why I
people
said
that do
sure.
fulfill that quality that you're
Sure,
trying to.
that's a different argument, though.
fulfill.
Right? That's if we can see that the conscious experience
Sure,
of
yeah.
matters, right? Okay, well, I feel like we could go on this forever, so
We
what do
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank you.
Docio. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.
Damn, Destiny got destroyed in that debate.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely destroyed.
Well, the abortion issue.
it's over for
do
Bill,
you
bro.
actually enjoy debating the abortion issue, or do you not? Because it's fucking important.
Well,
It's
I mean, it
Oh,
is.
Jesus
nobody
Christ.
Usually philosophy. Usually people screaming at each other over murdering babies.
Exactly.
Right?
Pretty much,
But you
yeah.
guys just did it.
But yeah, but then we're on a ground that we should have been able to resolve, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's tough. But there's good I think good polling to show that there's a lot of Trump supporters that it made him much more favorable to them as voters because of his stance on abortion.
Is there? I feel like
Yeah,
it was a relatively scary issue for him to broach. Like it energized a lot of people to be kind of in opposition to him.
I was
Because it
just
mattered.
rereading a Pew poll that there was, they 38% of Trump supporters that they polled that the abortion issue was one of the highest and most important.
Oh sure,
issues
of the
for
people
them.
that support him, it's probably really important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I just think it.
Yeah, but
I don't
you
know
can't
that
change
it
their
gets
minds.
enough attention.
Because most of them,
Yeah.
it's going to be for
Political
religious
discourse,
reasons.
and I
so.
think it maybe should get more.
Maybe not most,
just
but
I've met
a lot
so
of
many
them.
people that are just single issue when it comes to abortion. Is
I
this
feel like
whoever's
the-
got the heaviest fucking abortion?
Who cares? It's already left to the
most,
states. So.
Anti-abortion is going to get my vote.
Unless they want it to be left
Yeah,
up
I
to the
feel
federal
like the issue is
government,
like-
because I thought you don't want it left to the federal government. So unless you do want it to be on the federal government, and you just want the federal government to agree with you, then like the abortion issue's over. I would guess, no.
Abortion argument that
I agree.
people don't like verbally say, but it kind of comes up. Like I think that if not to be too woke, I'm in San Francisco, guys, but like I think if men got pregnant, I think that abortion would be super legal, and we would never ever talk about
I
it.
fully agree with you.
Actually factual.
And I
Fully
feel like
agree with you.
I feel like some evidence of this is the fact that when a guy knocks up a girl that he doesn't want to get pregnant, all of a sudden he becomes a lot more pro-choice.
Yeah.
Like the only moral abortion is my abortion. So I feel like
True.
that taints it. I really don't like the way that conservatives and religious people frame children as punishments or consequences of action.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's like a general hatred for humanity or if that has like a tinge of kind of like sexist anti-womanness to it. Like, oh well, you open your legs for some right,
does.
now you're gonna get punished with the baby.
Yeah.
Now you have to, you know, suck it up and have a fucking kid. And when I hear people talk about children, that's like really crazy to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, nobody's gonna like outright say that these are their motivating factors for being pro-life or whatever. But yeah, it's one of those arguments where like when you have it, like I wonder sometimes based on the things that people say, there are certain like trigger words that people say, like consequence of your actions, and where I'm like, okay, you're just on some like fucking punishment shit.
Right.
Like yeah. So
Well, I have to say that, you know, I haven't said this yet on the tour. I really enjoyed that abortion dialectic. Did you guys enjoy the exchange? Yeah.
fuck you guys.
Awesome.
True. Abortion debates are
All
boring as
right.
fuck.
Is Reeves Newman in the house?
I say as a former
Reeves?
pro-life person,
No.
used to debate pro-life.
I was actually always
Evil.
pro-choice.
Spencer?
Based.
I think.
All right,
I
you're up
think I would
next,
have to-
Spencer. Put
I
your
found
hands
all my
together for
papers.
Spencer.
From high school recently, and I'm pretty sure I was pro-choice.
Nice.
I'll have to make sure though. Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe
All
you're
right,
just spreading
Spencer,
misinfo right
come
now.
on up.
I might be.
It's a long walk.
Give me one more round. Actually. Go crazy, okay?
What's that?
More of those.
Oh, White Claw?
Yeah, sure. why not?
Yeah, you got it.
As a what do
Bro.
you drink?
I like white claws.
I'd go for like a nooner. or
Bud
something.
Light.
Not a woman.
A what?
I don't drink white
High
claws.
noon's
High
good.
noon.
High noon.
If you're gonna go seltzer, I'd go high noon.
Okay.
He's actually not
Longhorn's
wrong.
Pretty good.
I agree with that.
I don't know what any of that means or
Wow.
what that is, but I'll agree with you. What do you got for me? Are you a Trump guy?
Except were you pro-life due to religious reasons?
Was I? No.
Okay. Okay.
No, I wasn't. It wasn't due to religion. I was just conservative back then.
Gotcha.
White claws are good, but he's not wrong. Oh yeah. I don't think I've had the other high noon. The white claws are.
Yeah,
I mean
I
they're
agree.
okay. Like I'll drink them, but it's like I'd rather anything else, like a
High noon's way
liquor
better.
or something.
If you need a seltzer, like the next time you're like out
3 times or?
and you need a seltzer for some reason, try high
3
noon.
times.
Okay.
We'll do.
Basically, my first
try it.
question is,
Wait. Can I ask you how old you are real quick?
I'm 26.
Okay. All right. Just curious. Okay. Go ahead.
My first
What's
question
that?
is, why is
What's he
it
asking?
incumbent on Trump to come out
he was
and
of legal
condemn
age.
all political violence post Charlie Kirk assassination?
Because he's the president
I
of the
feel
United
like
States.
I feel like there's like a basic like humanity thing that I think every human being should have like an instinct when they see violence in like a healthy environment to want to discourage it as much as possible. I think when people are calling for violence or when people are violence, it says something about what their political views are, what their de facto and de jure head and leader of the nation, the head and leader of the Republican Party, and it's controversial to say this, but like I mean, a lot of political violence comes from the right, or is at least happening to the right. So it just seems morally deficient and character deficient for him to not seem to want to make statements to bring the temperature of the country down like Biden would.
Well, then I would just say that your reaction to Charlie Kirk's assassination wasn't necessarily human. It wasn't.
Oh.
I feel like there's a very human element to my reaction. When like it's pretty not too common that you watch people that you've ever like interacted with get killed before, and then the idea that you would be in similar situations potentially, I think it's kind of unnerving. I think it's fair for me to say that. When this happens in my country, and then the next day I see the president of the United States just saying unhinged statement after unhinged statement after unhinged statement, I think it's fair for me to look at more than just kind of like the virtue signal position and try to think more strategically of like what needs to happen to actually make the country a calmer place. Because so far, Democrats disavowing violence over and over again hasn't seemed to work.
That's my
Trying
point.
it.
Is that it seemed like you were setting up some kind of rule where it's like before you make any principled statement, you have to say or you have to hear it from Trump first, and I don't think that's required. I think you could just have a principled statement. I mean, I understand the prisoner dilemma stuff.
Where are you?
You could just have a principled statement, and I
You're in
think
like the
not everyone.
Southeast.
Culture
Yeah,
isn't
okay.
necessarily
Aaron,
run by the president.
Clover Lake.
I think
Kind of.
nowadays it's run by online media. and
Yeah, I think it's really
the
under this
biggest
rock, but I don't know how to get it.
influencer on online media.
I think it's a cave.
It's not above it?
Influence and all
That's
that
Yeah,
why
it's
stuff.
I'm
probably a
looking to you.
Okay.
That's why I'm
It's
looking
always
to
a
you.
cave.
That's my rule. You should come out, especially if it's done by a lefty. You know, like the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Well, you don't know that.
Like I was a lefty or not. right?
I have no idea.
There's pretty solid evidence.
I think there's zero evidence.
There's no
that he's
evidence.
lefty, right?
Like, well, I mean, what do you think about the bullet engravings?
I mean, all of them so far seem to be Epic Gamer references or whatever.
Yep.
What is that supposed to mean? Or like,
I think they were Epic Gamer
TV
references.
shows and stuff.
it's still indicate meaning.
It could. I'm not saying it's no. I'm not saying it's
Why is
impossible.
my... That's frozen. Is the stream frozen? Oh, yeah, it is frozen.
Like,
Okay.
probably more.
Oh shit.
Bizarre. Vatican sale was never conservative. Your logic was okay.
I think good enough evidence.
I like my conservatism. There's a lot of cringe, but I learned a lot.
I mean, yeah, it was like it's helpful to
I
understand.
just
But
don't think there's great evidence.
I know that I will never be brainwashed because I've like left brainwashed. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
I mean, he could have been like a closeted gay.
You
guy
always
who
have to
just
be
made up
concerned
stuff
about that.
Like, he was anti-gay, like he looked at a trans roommate and everything.
No, maybe
he
not.
just hated,
I don't know.
Wait, say again? What was that, Spur?
I'll say it again later. I don't feel like it.
Okay. It's already in here.
Like there are a lot of potential explanations. Whatever the explanation is, it could be an exception.
Awesome, now it's a black screen. Great.
But I'm just saying, there's not like solid evidence where it's like, oh, this guy's definitely radicalized by the left.
But that doesn't outweigh, I think,
You said
bullet
a black screen?
He's doing
Yeah.
that, so people know he's claiming it. Claiming it. So it's
DDP, do you think I'm more
Why would there
susceptible
be
to being
any-
brainwashed because I haven't
like,
gone through
there's
that
no
phase?
Discord logs of him being super left. There's no public statement of him being super left.
I
Never
think
been
that
realized supposedly it was a picture
sort of,
his.
kind of,
Wasn't
like,
super left. None of the text messages indicated he was
you
super
haven't
left.
had to
His mom, who's super
be
mad,
faced
my mom
with
is
like
super
everything,
No offense, but
I mean, I think that could just be like a coded, edgy.
like,
yeah, but how stupid would it be
How
to do a
much-
coded message when you're trying to make a statement of the world? You're doing a political assassination.
Well, like you're saying like you have to have 100% evidence.
I'm saying
the
like having 10%
unbrainwashing
that to
thing.
outweigh
I'm not saying that you
No, I think
are
I'm-
more
I'm thinking
susceptible to
in a-
being
in a lesser
brainwashed,
charged
but I
environment.
think that
I'm
being
thinking, like,
brainwashed
looking at all the facts,
does something
you
special
hear-
to you that I'm
like,
happy I
you
have,
look
I
at this
guess.
guy's
I
history,
don't
you look
know.
at his roommate's history, they look like aggressively normal people. Like their
Oh.
whole history is like so normal in terms of like comments online. And that's
I don't know, the sound
really
out
weird.
loud, so I couldn't hear that. It's a
But,
fucking
like,
cast
unlike the other side, because conservatives don't do this.
riddle, so
I
no
extend
shit, I couldn't
courtesy
find the
to,
shrine.
you know, the
Oh,
I think the trans
Cat!
church
I don't know that
I
one.
missed
it was either
that.
somebody
Yeah.
else made a statement, or they said
Don't
something
ask where
like
he is in Tears of the
quoting,
Kingdom.
Brandon Herrera or
Don't
something.
ask.
I know. I was
Unimportant.
really sad about
It was a
that.
church person, yeah. But like looking at the
One of my
context
critiques
that
of the
person
That was
game.
really
this person
disappointing.
actually-
Game audio is a little loud for you guys? I can barely hear it. Am I getting trolled? You're trolling, right? There's no way it's too loud. You mean? Yeah, I'll turn it down, but...
Yeah, it's just like for non-related reasons, right? So like I extend the
I see
same
your
thing
phone.
there. I'm not gonna say like, oh, this guy was 100%, you know, a right-wing radicalized by Brandon Herrera person. I'm just saying like in the totality of things, like this shooter for Charlie Kirk, there's like nothing, there's not much here besides our bullet writings in terms of.
Well, I don't know that specific situation, but if you wanted to go to the Hortmans, I would say he has
Can you tell me, is it true that the game audio is too loud?
Why? Didn't the Hortman person like literally have a list of Democrats that they wanted to go and kill?
He also had the No Kings protest.
Song of
as well.
Storms, that's the name of the quest. Tell me
Yeah,
about
it
the
is a
Song of
lot louder.
Storms.
I don't really know it to way. It seemed like
Oh,
he was
man.
more.
I don't know how to change
Ew, I hate
that,
my
though.
voice on stream. Ew, why do I
I
sound
get
like
it.
that? My mic makes me sound like horrible. I
Yeah.
actually don't sound like that. Like, I know that your brain sounds different than how you do, but like, I
Yeah,
don't
it's just a
sound like
thing.
that.
I get it.
Ew. Ew.
You sound
I have to figure that
good?
out.
Wait, so is it pretty loud, or is it sounds good now? Is it better now? I don't understand.
I thought it sounded loud.
How to change that, though? Unless... Play the game, let me see. This guy not playing music
This guy
anymore?
doesn't even know what he's talking about. He didn't even listen. He just
I
got
don't know, you haven't
here.
played the game audio. Okay, so I'm getting trolled. No, this guy's been here, but... I don't know.
No, but I don't think he's been listening until just now. There's absolutely no way.
From a mentally
There.
unstable position, then
You seem pretty like
then
driven and on
what
a
you're
mission.
saying
No?
the Kirk shooter was.
I don't think there's any evidence for either of these guys being like I'm saying crazy, very specifically like psychotic or delusional or something. You know, like hearing voices or something. Like I think they both did what they did for probably like logical.
can I not
reasons. I
call
think
down
explain
lightning
them
from the sky? Don't I need to-
obviously support. I think it's good.
But I mean, the crux of it is you think. It
But
should-
here, backing up.
The turning down of the rhetoric should come from the president. In your mind, in my mind, I think it should come from online media influencers because they are
Why?
influencing the culture. And
Yeah,
I
but
would
everybody
say
on the right takes
they
notes
want
from Trump.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think the right.
Everybody takes notes from
That's ridiculous.
Like
on everything.
no,
Epstein.
Jesus.
Let me explain. So like.
Okay.
They literally
online media
like
Lockstep.
repeat all of his
culture,
talking
I
points.
think
They give him talking points. Like
Compared to
they're
the-
in lockstep with each other. Like Donald Trump said that Charlie Kirk was one of his like best friends, and obviously he's like lying and like embellishing. But like Charlie Kirk saw him as like a dear friend. Like of course they do that kind of shit.
Compared to the Destiny stream, the game is louder, but I'm not tripping. Okay. Fuck, I don't know how to change that then. I might just have to turn off the game audio because I don't know. Because I'm turning it down manually.
What's your?
Huh?
Is your game audio coming through the same channel as your stream audio
Yeah.
or separate?
The same. Because it's just a desktop audio.
Then if you just change your volume
wait, no,
mixer
why is it
down,
not...
then wouldn't that work?
No, I know, it should be fine now. I know what it is. Because I added it as a new source instead of the existing source. The old source, it was muted on things, so it should just be coming down through the desktop audio. Fuck. Okay.
There you go.
I think I fixed it now. Should be fine.
Yay!
It should barely be able to hear it now. And I can actually turn it up myself so I can hear it. Okay. Should be good now. I think.
Online, the young men online.
Tell me if it fixed it or
were
if not.
doing the work for Trump, no matter what he
I
said.
just have to come back to the shrine once I
they were doing
finish
the work to get
the
him,
Garuda.
you know, and that's really what
'Cause the music
won him
slaps?
the election was the online media in the rise of
The music
independent
slaps?
media,
What?
online media,
Nothing.
not
I'll
necessarily
listen.
politicians. It's why Trump can say crazy things and Biden can be, you know, senile, and it doesn't matter. To
Yeah, it
people.
is a lot better.
Yeah, but I think
a lot
it
better
does
now?
matter.
Okay.
I think it says something that when Trump says crazy things, people go out and do crazy shit. Like nobody's citing Biden.
We'll trace that though. Like, what has he said that has led to someone doing something?
Well, like he said, the 2020 election was rigged. He-
And then they did Gen 6? Like, what? Wait, this guy, like, brain dead? How does he not know? How does he not have an example? What the
people at
fuck?
the Capitol, they went and did some crazy shit. There was the recent guy who, the kid who live streamed himself running over those two girls.
Yeah?
I still
who
haven't
made
looked into
fun
that,
of,
like, at
Trump and
all.
Charlie
It's
Kirk
insane.
shit, and he said that these two girls were like making fun of Charlie
It sounds
Kirk's
like it,
stuff.
yeah.
In terms of like,
I don't know about that. I don't.
I know
about
that's
that.
always
Yeah.
a secret defense.
No,
Um,
no, I really don't. Seriously, I don't.
Yeah.
I understand, but I feel like that's a big part of the problem. I feel like conservatives only ever hear
Oh,
about
I
the
can
things
make
that
lightning
like, are
strike
the most
on it.
relevant to them, and then
No, like
Because
I'm
they are
I'm
literally
online, I'm
in
on
lockstep
Twitter
with each
every day.
other.
I watch
Yeah.
like a lot of video. I watch like a lot of videos.
I understand.
Everyone here is
but I'm
probably
saying
on
that
Twitter,
like if
too.
I were to like say that like
You're
I'm
literally
on
only
Twitter,
proving his
like, we're seeing
point.
different
Yeah.
things, and also going out explicitly looking for contradictory evidence, right?
But I'm talking like the big name stories. Like my first example was a Charlie Kirk assassination.
Yeah, but the big name stories are what conservatives want.
Yeah,
to be the big name
they don't
stories.
want you to know the small name stories. That's the whole point.
Like I don't.
Do you agree
what's
that it
supposed
was?
To mean?
So I would say that it was unacceptable. I would say this is an instantaneous impeachment, like exile from the country moment when Donald Trump was asked by, is it Caitlin Collins? Is that her name?
I don't.
Yes.
I don't know
When
who
she
that
was,
is.
I think it was her that asked the question. Well, she said, "You wanted to lower the flag to half staff for Charlie Kirk. Do you think, in retrospect, that it's kind of in poor taste that you didn't do this for the Hortmans when they were killed in Minnesota, and Trump didn't even know about it?"
Yeah, he
That's
said, what
what's
is that?
exceptionally crazy
What
right
even is
now.
that?
When was that he did that? I
It
didn't
was
know
like
that.
a week
This is
after
my first time hearing this.
I
story.
know.
in the White
No,
House.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Stop.
Yeah.
Calm down. You fuckers don't know about shit unless I watch on stream either, okay? So
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you guys. Motherfuckers. I know how this shit works, okay?
I did it.
He's actually.
So
heard
I
about
Blew
just
that.
up
don't feel
the-
comfortable commenting on something I don't really
Blew up the
know.
rock. Where did my
the whole-
shit go
But
now?
also,
The
a lot
case
of it has to do with
you know,
like he
Let's
just has
assume
people
that was
sending him
true.
shit all
Would
the
that be
time.
a
I'm so jealous
disgraceful,
of that.
disgusting moment.
that he
True.
didn't lower it
Like-
half mast.
No, that
You know what I
didn't even
mean?
acknowledge that he knew about it. He was like, I don't know who's
He'll send
that.
me stuff too.
He doesn't have to do
You know.
anything.
I'll send you stuff if
Send
you
him
want.
shit.
Did you ever see the video after the shooting happened where somebody asked him outside the plane? They were like, "Are you going to call, Tim Walz and talk to him?" And he was like, "That guy's a whack job or whatever. I'm not going to call him or say anything."
Yeah, I just lost my shield. But
Okay.
it's okay.
If he
I
did
found
say
more.
that, that would be kind of bad too, though, right?
That was too fast. I didn't.
If he did say
comprehend
that,
what
though,
you
that
were
would be bad, right?
What did you say? I
That
didn't comprehend
when
what
he
you
was
said.
asked, I think outside of Air Force One, they were like, "Are you going to call?"
I
Tim
grew
Walz?"
up religious, Catholic, to be specific, and I think deprogramming myself from religious thought, although it was before I really had substantive political ideology, I think it serves as some experience of being unbrainwashed from conservative thought. No, probably true, Luxor. That could be one thing. Hawk was so good, he started to post random
We'll
stuff.
Have a
Maybe.
conversation or reach out to the
I don't
governor
know, I
of
don't
Minnesota
give a
or
fuck about Hawk.
And Trump was
That Hawk
like,
guy.
Walz is a whack job. I'm not going to talk to him. Whatever.
Yeah. I would say that's bad.
bad.
I would
Okay,
say
he did that though.
And then just
so
real quick, and
Since
then,
we're going-
and then you go to your
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Would you say that those two things together, are worse than anything that Biden has said in the totality of his presidency about Republicans?
he gave a scary speech in front of
or
white
individual
lights.
instances of violence. ever.
Guaranteed.
You can include Obama
Watch
there,
it.
too, and Clinton and the other.
I don't know if I would say that. I would
Like,
have
can
to,
you think
I would
of
have
one
to go
worse?
back-
Yeah, just think of one. Maybe not off the top of your head, you can't. But like, can you think of one
Yeah.
worse? Like, what's the worst thing?
He said that
Like Biden and
Obama
his
said that Trayvon Martin could be my son.
not like necessarily like a huge Biden critic or anything. I'm just saying.
Oh, of
I know
course.
He was escalating red. I know he was escalating.
He was escalating the rhetoric. Biden did.
Yeah, like.
So he knows it was happening, but he doesn't can't name a single example of what was said.
Was it?
That was awesome. Thank you, dude.
He's gonna say that speech.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's probably the
Yeah.
speech. What was that after? Do you remember?
The MAGA.
That was after
Republicans
January
one, that they're a
6th?
thre to the country.
Maybe
I don't know what
Jan
we're talking
6.
about.
Is it the one with the red background where he looks like Darth Vader?
Yes,
The-
it is.
yeah.
It is a red background.
There was
It is
red,
a
white,
red
and blue
So
background.
in that speech, like right after he says that, so Republicans always quote that one line, but he says, "I don't think that all Republicans are MAGA Republicans. I don't even think most of them are. I've worked with a lot of them in Congress."
whole
blah, blah, blah."
speech is
But the
a
thing that he
great
Yeah,
said
it's
to me,
great. Like,
and I
what
don't
the
know how else
fuck?
he's supposed to address this, is the fact that the majority of the Republican Party still didn't believe the results of the last election. So when he says that, like, this is
I
a threat
watched
to
it
the
on my
country,
stream
and
before
they're
he
allowed
did.
to
I
be-
made
they're
that
allowed
connection
to
before
be-
he did, so make sure you like and follow me.
They're
Thanks.
Wow.
I mean,
People are allowed
Like
to
years
do
ago when that happened, or
well,
No, like comparing it to the
well, no, hold
like
on.
now how after Charlie
I-
Kirk
What do you mean?
we've
when-
like
Oh,
exclusively
sure,
talked
sure,
about
sure.
rhetoric,
What do
that
you
whole
mean?
thing.
Do I
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
it or not?
No,
Do
I didn't ask you if you
it?
believe
Because
it. I'm
that's
saying,
why
like,
it's coming up again.
That,
you
that,
know?
that it, well, if people are allowed to believe that, then that means that Biden should be allowed to believe that they're a threat to the country, right?
If people.
If people are allowed to
Yeah,
believe that
he's,
the election
he's
is
allowed to. He's allowed to believe it.
What piece do
I'm
you
just
think he
using
has to
this as
sit
an example
through?
of him
Should find something
inciting red.
he just does it on stream.
well, he also has a guy that sends him stuff. Like he pays a guy
That
to
too.
find.
Yeah, well, I
interesting
just
news.
mean like when people just send him random stuff, even like on
Yeah,
stream.
Rhetoric, which is kind of a liberal talking point of like, oh, let's focus.
Yeah,
on
it probably is a lot of
inciting
crap,
the
but
rhetoric.
you
It's
you
not
know who you're.
But it's really
realizing
easy
who's
to like
inciting the rhetoric.
a lot of the
and we keep
crap, the
pointing at
majority of the
instances.
crap.
Yeah, you'll be
is,
able to
like,
tell.
Before the
Obvious,
Kirk
yeah.
assassination, and before that happened was the Trump assassination attempts. And I remember your rhetoric on this too.
Oh yeah, what did he say about
He's a
it?
registered Republican, right?
Damning.
Zip Zip
That guy
started
was a
to
registered
defend his
Both of
daddy.
them were, right?
Of course.
Well, I don't know if that necessarily matters actually.
Well,
Like,
but if they were a
the-
registered
do.
left-leaning person, do you think that would matter? If they were
No,
a registered Democrat?
I think it's enough evidence to say if they're taking out one of the top guys or the president, that means they don't like him.
Well, what about the evidence of the
Oh.
guy?
In a
What about
two-party
what about
system.
the assassin for the Hortmans? That wasn't enough evidence there that person and the list of all the other
I'm not
Democrats. that
saying
wanted to
there
kill?
is evidence there. We're working with two different rules. You're
Sure.
saying we should demand that the presidents denounce political violence or condemn it on the world stage. I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
we should condemn online media influencers because they're in charge of
Oh,
Yeah, but I think the
influencers.
right
Has a
takes
big
their notes
impact.
from Trump.
well, I'm just going to disagree with that.
Can you
Why-
give me any
why would he
examples
disagree
where
with
there are
that?
Huge,
They
out
don't
of
take notes from Trump. Like
when
the
Trump says
right-wing
something, they'll always
culture was
defend it.
built independently, which resulted in Trump getting elected.
By
Yeah, but now Trump
no,
works with it, and there's like a top-down like structure
Yes.
where when Trump says something, everyone else is saying
Yeah.
everybody
It
supports
can-
it.
Like presidents can influence culture from the top down, but it's mostly just in terms of we have the authority to enforce what.
Or
the
when
culture is
Trump-
saying.
Well, then why did all Republicans
so
seem to not care as
explicitly.
much about the Epstein files?
I don't know how that's related.
Well, because
Because Trump told them not to care, and then they stopped caring. That's how it's related.
Because Trump told them to stop because he said it was a loser
That's
issue,
ridiculous.
and then everybody took notes from him, and eventually that's cascaded.
Oh
through
boy,
the party.
they're all
My whole
alerted.
point is like
Oh well.
you can condemn individual Republicans for not if they were big on Epstein files and then that changed because they didn't want it to get found out. I think you can.
Which is what
criticize
happened.
Individuals there. That's my whole paradigm. Is like you should just be. We shouldn't be holding people responsible. We should just hold the people. I mean, the only people responsible would be the online media influencers for the culture.
The only
and
people?
Rhetoric. But like you could just criticize individuals. You could criticize Charlie Kirk for what he said.
Well,
It
I'm
doesn't
just,
matter.
but I don't understand why we think that like the president of the United States can't have a large influence on the culture.
No, I'm not saying he can't. I'm
Then
just
shouldn't
saying,
he? Then shouldn't he be
I'm just
disavowing
saying
violence?
nowadays, which is different than history, it's the culture is run independently. It's through independent media.
Okay,
it's
I
through
disagree,
online
but we
media.
don't even have to agree on that point. Shouldn't Trump disavow violence?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Nah.
a moral failing of his to not disavow violence,
Yep.
and it's a greater moral failing for him to say that violence on his side is somewhat justified.
Which he did do.
Violence on his side is somewhat.
He
I don't
did
know.
that. He said that when Republicans do violence, it's because, oh, you know, they're committing a lot of crime. That's all. He literally said that, yes.
So when he was on Fox and
Jesus.
Friends, they asked him about.
You got your
like,
first
violence
massage check,
on the left
Zippy?
or the right or violence, and he says
I
that when-
will
it was something
refuse to answer
unparalleled.
that pursuant to my Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, okay?
He says like when the leftists do radical
Don't worry
violence,
about
it's like Trans-Tifa or whatever stuff. But when the right
Don't worry
does
about what the
radical
Mossad
violence,
may
it's
or
in
may not be
response
sending me,
to
okay?
The left being crazy. So in a way, he made it sound like right-wing radical violence was righteous and left.
I kind of believe that. I kind of agree with that.
He kind of agrees with it. Yes, that's the point.
I've been following.
Thank
news a long
you.
time. I've been following
Damn.
politics a long time. When we trace it back, the first instance for me of like excusing political violence on a
Was
big
January
scale was
6th.
BLM Antifa, and that happened before.
BLM
J6.
Antifa?
That happened before J6.
Are you serious?
So I'm
Who
like,
was excusing violence?
It's not even comparable. I don't understand.
Well,
how
Kamala
people
Harris did a bail
continues to
fund.
Get away with this.
Someone was shot in cold blood. A conservative was shot in cold blood about that, and there wasn't
What?
any denouncing of violence there. So it is
you
important to
talking
go
about?
to
So
the
I feel
first,
like-
the first infraction. I'm curious to know what your first infraction. you
Well,
think
probably
it
shots
is.
fired in the Revolutionary War or something. I mean, like, there's been violence for a lot of U.S. history, right?
Yeah.
But I'm when I look at the BLM stuff, I feel like there's a difference in that a lot of this is like decentralized. It sucks because conservatives make so many excuses for Trump because of COVID.
I
and
got
don't
a
make excuses for Democrats
spear.
for COVID, which is whatever, I guess. But like, everybody was crazy around the fucking BLM riot time, right? Everybody's inside. We all watched George Floyd die for 9 minutes, and just people fucking lose their minds. I think a lot of the BLM like rioting stuff, I think was bad. Destroying neighborhoods, all this shit, I think is always bad. I think Democrats paid electoral prices for it, and I think a lot of them, when Biden came into office, he had to denounce and say that like violence is unacceptable, guys. We can't riot. It's not okay.
But why do you think it's important to say on both sides if we know where the side
Because it's happening a lot more on the other side.
Well, because violence
And also he's
does
the
come from
president.
the right, and we should all.
And it
want
comes
all
more from the right as well, is another important thing. It's more from the right than it is on the left.
for the first example where it came from the right that was.
That's not the first example of violence on the right.
What
That's
do
not.
you mean?
The first example of.
He thinks BLM was like the first time violence ever happened in the United States? Is that
that
what,
was
like what
before
we're saying?
BLM Antifa. You know, like in
Sounds
my
like it.
lifetime.
What about it? Or are you asking for like an example of it?
Because you get into a revenge cycle. The first time that infraction's made and
Oh my God,
politicians
100
don't
rupees,
denounce
let's
it,
go.
and everyone supports it. And
That didn't
we're behind
happen.
BLM Antifa.
That didn't happen.
Like, the first time.
You know what you know what they all did support though? Jan 6. Well, they didn't, but now they do. They didn't then. Now they all support it. So
Then the other side has
that?
the prisoner's dilemma of like, okay, well, we can't just be condemning, our sides.
But the Democrats
violence.
have been condemning their side over and over again, and
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, you're kind of just making the all lives matter argument of like, oh, we're
yeah,
condemning
like
all
your
lives.
side will make.
Well, you're making it now. You're saying
Your side makes all that
you
matters.
condemn all
Arguments.
violence, even if you knew it came from one side.
Sure, I think we should all condemn all violence. I think that's a pretty
But
acceptable.
that is kind of just an arbitrary rule that you created.
That's not. I
Like,
think
for
that's.
us-
It's not
I think
arbitrary,
really
that's a good
was
thing.
That everybody should condemn political violence.
before you.
Also, the fact that Trump is only serving the people who voted for him and literally screwing over the people who didn't is borderline fascistic. Not borderline fascistic. It's fascistic, and it is
yeah.
dystopian. Yes, we are in a dystopian like country right now. Like this is literally like insane, and nobody gives a fuck, which makes it. That's the dystopian part that nobody
Even
actually
worse,
cares,
yeah.
and people are supporting it.
You can be principled
Yeah.
about that, like because that's really what's happening.
He's not even serving the people who voted for him. He's serving, like himself. The people who voted for him are losing their fucking healthcare right now. Like yeah.
Happening is you're saying before
I
I
am
can make
principled
any,
about it.
be-
I think
before
that
I can make any statement on Charlie Kirk, it's like I need you.
I need
guys
to know that
in-
I have a
and
partner
I
in
need to-
civility.
and I need to ask
Yeah.
President Trump.
Yeah.
I need to ask him as if that would do anything. I need to ask him
As if that would do anything. So you would admit that Trump would never do it. So you're admitting it. Yeah.
like, before you, Destiny, make a.
Yeah, that's a principled position. It's better.
I
than
think he
Trump's, right?
means
But my
as if it would do anything, like if it would actually stop the violence. No.
principle is better.
Maybe, but well, then the argument is that would actually do a lot to stop the violence if Trump was telling you not to do
The
it.
United States, right?
If Trump didn't say stand back and stand by to the Proud Boys, maybe Jan 6 isn't having how it does.
A different
Literally.
Donald Trump, right?
But I'm here to criticize you. Like that's. what
Okay,
I'm here
well
for.
then my position is
But-
that
but
I think that
we
as
compared
somebody
it- we
who's a
compared it to Donald Trump.
what?
We already compared it to Donald Trump, and I'm saying if you go back, my paradigm
So you think
lasts
it's
longer.
immoral? You think it's immoral to have the position of
Speaking of the government shutdown, I got a letter in the mail saying my massage check was delayed due to the shutdown. Damn,
I'm
dude.
willing to condemn any
Sorry to hear
violence
that.
as long as my civil partner is on the same page as me and is willing to condemn it as well. Do you think that's an immoral position to hold?
Not an immoral position necessarily. I'm just like, why can't? It seems like what we understand about like principal positions is more in line with what I'm talking about. Is you
How?
can make
Why
it
do you
re-
lock your
you
car
can
door
make
at
it
night?
regardless.
Do you lock your car doors?
Do I lock? Yes.
Why?
I lock my car doors. So it's safe. Everything.
Yeah, because somebody might break in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like you take precautions if you feel like
Regardless,
your side is
I don't
gonna-
need him to do anything to lock my doors.
Yeah, I understand that, but like I don't know if you would like necessarily like lock the kitchen cabinet cereal away from like a partner or whatever because you're going to steal it. You have some level of trust there, right? When you're operating in a civil society, there's some level of trust between you and the other side or the other sides or the other parties involved. When that trust is broken, there's no morality or virtue in constantly attacking your own side over and over and over again. I would say that that's actually an immoral position because all you're really doing is throwing, especially the more.
How is it not like it's the most easiest principle position to take to like come out and condemn political violence?
I
in the-
agree.
in
That's
the
why
case
it's
of the
immoral
Charlie
because it's
Kirk
an easy
assassination.
position to take. It's thoughtless. It's brainless, and it
No,
accomplishes
but
nothing.
the Democrats have always used this just as a weaponization tactic to recuse
Oh, it's
accountability
just
from-
They don't.
weaponizing.
Every Democrat came out and criticized the Charlie Kirk political violence. When Trump got, do you recognize that Trump and Biden react differently? Like when natural disasters happen, that Biden deploys FEMA immediately, doesn't play games with it. Trump plays games.
Yeah.
Do you acknowledge that?
I don't understand what that point was.
So Biden will immediately reach out to governors. He'll immediately make whatever funds available needs to be available. He'll call people, talk to people,
Yep.
whatever. Trump will play games. In California, he was saying, well, you guys have to agree to change the water rules, or I'm not sure if I'm even going to send FEMA to blue state. Trump plays games with it. Biden doesn't play games with it, right?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What
I'm,
is
I'm
that
just,
supposed
I doesn't have to
It
mean
means
anything.
there's a double
explaining it to me.
standard.
Biden,
Yes.
Biden, if there is a natural disaster in a state, you don't have to worry if Biden is the president, if anything's going to happen. You know that he's going to do what he needs to do as president to step up and provide those resources. With Trump, I have no idea. If I was a Californian and a natural disaster came, I have no fucking idea if Trump's going to actually step up and do what he should
He
do.
didn't when it happened earlier this
I
term.
don't know either, but
That's not good, right?
I know. I don't see what your point is.
No, I don't.
see what-
Stop
I don't see
trying
what
to
your point
preempt my argument. I'm just saying that in and of itself, that's a bad, immoral thing, right?
is. What is?
That Trump won't do his job as president and take care of Americans, all American citizens.
Yeah, sure.
What do you mean, sure? It's a bad thing. It's immoral. It's
It's
like a
bad.
huge-
You shouldn't support him
That
then.
against all the other things that he's responsible.
It doesn't
for.
matter what else.
That's
But
the
that in
only-
and of itself is
All
like a
right,
moral failing. Like he
I'll say-
should.
I'll say yes because
Okay.
it really doesn't mean that much to me. My whole
Yeah,
whole
it
point-
should mean a lot to you. It should.
Good.
Like, why are you asking us to do something before you can make your take?
I've already made my take.
When we know that it doesn't even do anything, you already admitted that, like, oh, the president coming out and condemning all violence doesn't do anything.
He didn't
never
say
said
that.
You said that at the beginning. You said that at the beginning. Hence the political assassinations that happened.
He never
afterwards.
said that.
You said that is.
Wait, I said that
No.
the president condemning violence doesn't do anything.
Yes, you said it doesn't end up doing anything. Yes.
I don't.
He didn't say
Did I
that.
say
Almost
this?
verbatim. Almost verbatim.
I don't think I said this.
Run it back. Run it back.
How can I run it back?
They'll run it back. They'll run it back.
They'll run it
Wait,
back.
if I told you
Wow.
the
I'm
president
sure he
doesn't
said
do
it.
anything, then why would I ask Trump to do this about violence?
No, that's my question. Why would you ask Trump?
Well,
this about
then
violence?
clearly the answer's there. He
You
does.
spent the whole beginning part of this debate where you were arguing that the president disavowing violence doesn't matter because the culture is controlled more by alternative media and online figures, and I was saying no, I think the president matters.
All I have to define is my paradigm, which doesn't recuse people of accountability if we just say all lives matter, basically. If we just say we should condemn all violence.
Yeah, but
that's not
your
true.
side does think all that matters. Like, what the fuck, dude?
If you were to say the same thing about BLM and Antifa, it's like that's not the truth of the situation.
Yeah, your side, bro. Your
But the issue, yeah,
side.
but the issue is that wait, so you just checking? Are you acknowledging that the all lives matter argument was a bullshit argument?
A
Yep.
bullshit argument? No, I'm not taking a position.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro. Are you kidding me?
Well, because you're using it against me like it's a bullshit
So he
argument.
does
Um,
think
The,
it.
the issue.
No, I'm just letting people know. I'm just
No, no.
letting people, what
like
you're
the-
using. What you're using.
Okay. Do you acknowledge that like, if like for nuclear
Okay.
weapons, it wouldn't be moral for the United States to just throw away all of our nukes into the sea, right?
Yeah.
That there's a morality there to protecting ourselves, to protecting our own citizens with a nuclear stockpile, and unless Russia agrees to it at the same time, we can't do it, right?
Oh my
So I
god.
apply
bro.
the same scenario to you. I imagine apply to the Second Amendment. We apply it to most places in our life that we're civil with people who agree to be civil with us. You can't enforce civility from one side. It has to come from cooperation from two
I agree
individuals.
with you. That's why you have to call out the truth of who was responsible. Of-
Yeah,
of
but
who
okay, but
was
like
responsible.
let's okay, so
Not
like
just say all,
sure.
like every time just say all that and it
Let's
doesn't do
sure.
anything.
Let's
Then
roll
you
this
don't
back.
follow
Sure.
the
Let's
truth.
roll this back. Okay. Let's say that there's one side that no, I know that you're not going to agree with this reality, but let's say hypothetically one side never calls out their own side when there's violence. They never
Hypothetically.
They ratchet
Haha,
over and over against
hypothetically.
violence. And then when there is violence on the
Worse.
other side, they say you guys need to disavow all your violence. Do you think that in that world, is it moral for the other side who maybe isn't even being violent? Would it be moral for them to disavow?
Yes.
Okay,
I think so.
So I understand the position of that. I understand emotionally like why that feels like a good thing. But I think that emotion is built on a bedrock idea that it's going to be reciprocated. And if it's not ever reciprocated, now for people like me, whether it is, well, I guess maybe I might be more at risk. I don't know. But like for more vulnerable people in society,
Yes.
in terms of who's subject to conservative policy or maybe wider violence, depending on how you do ICE or whatever, I feel like you're throwing all those people under the bus when conservatives are able to just energize their side, ratchet up the violence, constantly
Yep,
scream,
and
in
without giving a
favor of
fuck.
civil war and all this other stuff, and then the left just keep disavow. What's the point of that?
As a response, I think people are calling for civil war now because of the political assassination of someone as high profile.
No.
Yeah. My god, he's like missing the point entirely.
They've been asking for civil war since like 2020 at the very
Yeah.
or like
And
latest or
they're
whatever.
doing it
like, maybe
more now
before
because of that,
2020,
but-
but yeah.
They're doing it more now because
Yeah.
of the assassination, but that doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it justified. Just because there was something bad happened doesn't make it okay to do that.
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
And
but like Biden, Obama.
World wars were started from exactly.
Reading DG. Jesus Christ, I'm slowly starting to understand political violence. Holy fuck, this fucking retard.
Biden, Obama, all the they no more
I mean,
but Biden, Obama, all
I
these
mean, I
people,
get it, okay.
all these people.
I think
They
it's
tried
right,
to
but I
assassinate
get it.
President Trump, which would have been a parallel.
When you say they, you mean Republicans?
No, I don't mean Republicans.
Who's they?
I mean
Republican
the
shooter.
left.
They.
Republican shooter.
Okay.
But still, that would start a wars were started for the exact
Sure.
same reason.
What happened after the Republican white kid shooter shot Trump? What did Biden do? And he increased the Secret Service. He said everybody needs to calm down. He said we should never kill each other for political violence. He said all the right things.
Sure. Yeah.
When this guy shot Charlie Kirk, before Charlie Kirk was even dead, Trump was like on media blaming trans, Tifa, all sorts of crazy stuff. We had no evidence of anything. Isn't that like super deeply immoral that the president and the vice president would come out and start making statements about the shooter before we even knew anything about the shooting?
I don't care.
They probably think they knew more about the shooting. Like I don't know.
What is that
what
argument?
This, I don't know what
hold
this
on.
argument's about.
No,
I don't know
what?
what this
Okay, hold
argument's
on. They probably thought they knew more. Like what?
No, that matters. Like just like it matters. Like
No, it doesn't matter. The point is they thought that, and that's bad that they thought that because they didn't know that. That's the whole
the
point.
election was stolen. It's the same thing. Like
Yeah, but they believe it because
like,
Trump told them that. Trump doesn't believe the election was stolen. He just
why does that
lied.
matter?
Why Trump didn't know if the shooter was left-leaning or not. He just said that because it fits his agenda. That's not acceptable for a leader to say, to just start making up theories about the shooting before we even know anything about the shooter, before they even knew anything about the shooter.
It would still matter like whether they believe that it actually happened.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, I would
No,
agree
it
if they believe
doesn't.
actually happened. It makes
Well,
it
no,
worse.
it does matter.
It's a hunch.
Yeah, it matters, but it's worse. That makes it worse. If you think it
Yeah.
but have no evidence to think it, that makes it worse. That means you're retarded.
Because now they're delusional, because they have no reason to even believe it. They don't even have
Yeah, you're
evidence.
delusional. Exactly.
I just don't
Yep.
know where this path of argumentation.
Don't stop trying to
is
preempt it. Just like live in the
No,
moment and be a human being.
No, I don't
It's
know.
bad
I
when a
don't know what
president.
your argumentation is. I'm
My
just
argumentation
saying.
is that the president should have been guessing the motives and the ideology of the shooter before we knew anything at all about the shooter. That's like a deeply immoral, horrible, terrible thing to do.
Before we do anything, yeah.
Before we know anything,
Like you just said, if he doesn't know anything, we shouldn't do anything.
he shouldn't make any
And
statements
I-
about
It's
the
saved,
And then also, like,
yeah,
I don't
that
think-
it's blamed
so
blamed on the
here's
radical
what
left.
you care about
The
BLM.
night
Okay, so,
of, literally the night of, he blamed it on the radical left. Like, no, he didn't know.
like if you look at like the Charlottesville thing, Donald Trump was asked if he would fucking disavow, neo-Nazis or disavow the Proud Boys, and Donald Trump's statement was like, stand back and stand by.
That was. I thought that was for J6.
Nice and
Stand
close
back
to the
and
mic
stand back.
there.
No.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was for J6.
Well, they showed up on J6, but no, I think it was in.
No, but the Charlottesville instance that you just brought up,
Yeah.
he was saying that's a soundbite, and then after that,
The
you know
whole
what he said? He
point.
said, I'm not talking about the
That's a
neo-Nazis.
well, but it was a neo-Nazi march, right? Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Like, so he also said
So
he said the thing about how there were good people on both
and
sides.
then
or
went to
whatever.
January 6th, though.
Well, no. Hold on. He said that there were the people, the good people on both sides arguing or whatever. But I think it was like preceding, or I'm sorry, I think it was pretty soon after Charlottesville. He was asked about like denouncing like the Proud Boys and stuff. I think that happened pretty soon after Charlottesville, right? And the statement that he said, it was on him. He said, "Stand back and stand by." What the fuck?
And that sounds a lot like your coded incitement of violence recently. That sounds a lot like it.
Coded
when Donald Trump
incitement of
said that,
violence.
On Parlor, you literally have like the
Coded incitement of violence. Are you
leaders of the
serious
Proud
right
Boys.
now?
You've got Stuart Rhodes. You've got Enrique Tarrio saying like, "Heard loud and clear, sir." And then these guys like made top secret signal groups and they organized like huge fucking groups of people to go and break into the Capitol on January 6th. Like that's like a direct. And then Trump pardoned all those people.
But
after.
January 6th was after BLM and Antifa. That's my whole point.
But those guys.
That
those
doesn't
guys
make
heard
it. Just
the
that doesn't make it okay. What is your point?
orders loud and clear from Donald Trump's statements before the BLM Antifa stuff. The stand back
I
and
don't know if
stand
you
by.
can prove they're getting it from Charlottesville.
They said it. They said, "Heard you loud and clear, Trump, standing back and standing by." They tweet. It was on Parler. They posted this.
Okay, well, I'm not on Parlor, so. Well, how am I supposed to? You think?
You point. You should know these things. That's the point. That's the fucking
Yep.
point.
I'm on Parlor? Is it an
I'm not saying on
expectation
Parler,
that
but
I
I'm
should be
saying
on
that like,
Parler?
well, I mean like these were some of the most important, I would say, court cases in U.S. history because all these people were convicted of seditious conspiracy. But then like so these guys all made big groups of people to break into the Capitol. They were the first ones in on January 6th, and then after
Yeah.
they were convicted and a jury of their peers and everything else of seditious treason or seditious conspiracy, afterwards when Trump was reelected, he pardoned everybody, including these guys. How is this not like a clear signal to like do the violence? Like I'm calling for it, you did it, and now I'm like pardoning you for getting convicted for doing the violence that I called for. Like this is the
That
most.
was hard to trace. I'm just going to be honest.
Okay,
That was very
Donald
hard
Trump
to
How
said.
is that
Donald
hard
Trump
to
said,
trace?
Proud
You
Boys,
retarded? Are you
Stand back
brain
and
dead?
stand by. But let me tell you about Antifa.
Yeah.
And then Proud Boys tweeted out. They said, "Heard you, Donald Trump, loud and clear." Then they made a plan to take over the Capitol on January 6th. Then they followed through with the plan on January 6th. Then they got arrested and convicted of seditious conspiracy related to January 6th. And then Donald Trump pardoned all of them related to January 6th.
I think stand back and stand by is less coded incitement and violence than what you have said about Trump's assassination attempts and Charlie
Oh
Kirk's
my
assassination.
god, bro.
Like you
Disgusting.
can look at my community and you can look at the differences in like
That's
how
so
Always you did
annoying.
first.
I've
BLM,
said like
yeah,
a million
exactly.
times that there should be no political violence in this country. It's a really bad thing. You can't find Trump making these statements. Everybody in my community knows that like I don't support political violence, and I think like political violence support it means that, like the system is completely failed. Like everything's like go to shit. That civil war is not a good thing. That none of us should want
Yeah.
that world of reality. And I think both sides shouldn't do it. Remember, you're looking at the fucking Rittenhouse defender guy, right? That's like one of the huge things that I cut like a ton of my community off over, right?
No, and I respect that. I respect
Sure,
it.
but I'm just saying like my
He
position on
respects it.
violence is pretty much like it's a self-defense thing. Like, but otherwise, fuck up. Like I'm not here supporting rioters ever. I think it's cringe as fuck. Like I had a debate on Sam Cedar over the fucking shoot. I don't remember the guy.
It's your right to do it. I'm just saying, I think
Guzzling
like,
buckets of gum,
I think it's a
yeah.
moral hypocrisy. From
That debate was
Amazing.
so
It's like
funny.
the worst thing you think I've said.
Amazing.
I
today.
loved that
I
debate.
think one of
Oh
the
my
worst things is probably
god.
that,
I like remember
the
where I
worst
was
thing
and
is
everything.
Yeah.
I had
Or
so much
speaking on
fun
Trump
watching
towards
that.
I remember that
Turn
one.
around and find out when you go to these rallies in that.
Exactly where I was, yeah,
Someone
exactly.
You're
like,
red as a
what did you expect?
tomato or
Sure.
something. What was
So,
that? That
so,
made me
like,
laugh so
Like,
hard.
what do you
I
say?
can't
What did you
remember.
expect?
I need to
It's
rewatch
also
it again.
funny.
And that's like way more coded incitement of
I,
violence.
yeah,
Okay,
that
let's
was
follow through on that.
amazing.
My other one that I remember where I was for was when he was talking to David Pakman, and David Pakman at the end of it was like, I think it was also about the Rittenhouse, I'm pretty sure. He was like, at the end of it was like, Destiny, are you autistic? And it was just so
Oh,
fucking funny to me.
I didn't want to say that. You should expect that.
I don't
That
know.
one,
Like,
yeah,
you're on the
they
other
were
side
like
of
really
the
No,
close
you have
together,
to know.
weren't they?
You're-
'Cause
Yeah,
I
like,
like
it was
remember
right
them kind
Rena's
of the
time.
same.
No, that,
Yeah, it was
I
about
Yeah.
like the court case or
I don't
whatever.
have
But
to
Well, no,
know
but
what
you're
you mean.
That's
my whole
amazing.
point
is
what do
your
you no, what do you
statements.
think? What do you
I'm-
think? What do you
I'm
think it
judging
means?
your statements. I'm
Yeah,
judging
sure.
your statements.
But what do you think? What do you think
This
it
is my
means?
first time I've ever talked to you. How am I supposed to know that?
Well, you obviously have idea. You just said that those statements were worse than Donald Trump's statements, where I can draw a clear line from him motivating
No,
people,
the
committing
statements
crimes, and then
alone,
pardoning
not
them.
off of what I think you meant by it.
But words are meaningless. They're just sounds. Ooga booga, right? Like they have to
They're
mean
not
something.
meaningless. They're not meaningless.
No, no. What I'm,
I'll
hold on,
try
wait
to
a minute. No,
make
no,
a
stop.
concession.
This is a dumb argument. When you say words, there has to be a meaning ascribed to the words. Otherwise, we're just uttering sounds. If I say random things to you, if I utter speech that means nothing to you, then it doesn't mean anything. You are ascribing a meaning to things I'm saying. So you said earlier that when I said, what do
Motherfucker,
you
this
expect?
Hinox.
That you said that was like a thinly veiled call for violence or whatever. Is that like?
Did
is
you
that
like
follow
start your
through
file,
for
your save
how much
file
my
over or
company wants?
something?
Yeah, no, I think.
Oh no, it was just.
Oh, you're playing on the Switch too,
Yeah,
right?
Switch.
What do you
Yeah.
expect? You should expect
Gotcha.
violence. If
That
you're
is
attending
nice
rallies.
that you get
And
that
then
out
why?
of
What
the
was the
Yeah.
motivation? What was the what was
Switch
my
so that you can,
conversation
like,
about?
replay
That
games
part
like that.
matters.
Exactly.
I don't know if the motivation matters. Why does
So
the
we-
I just
motivation?
didn't transfer the save over, so
Because
my
when
other
I
save is
speak,
still on
I
my
say
Switch.
more. I didn't just like go live and then say 2 sentences and then turn my stream off.
Well, the J6ers really went to fight BLM at the Capitol to protect it, but BLM and Antifa pretended to be J6ers. Oh, true. Yeah, yeah. It was all the
Why
it was all the Antifa members that were
Hey,
like causing
Why didn't
K6.
Trump go after any of the paid actors on January?
Yeah,
6th?
interesting.
Shouldn't he put them in jail now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were all federal agents, right? Why didn't Trump fire them? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Talk
where
about the whole
where
lot.
are they
I'll try
now?
to find a concession if you want to try to find a concession, because I don't understand.
Do
where
you
this
live
is-
your life in like 2-sentence quotes? Is that how you view every single?
Yes.
No, I
Yes.
just-
The answer is
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
He
The
does.
statements people make. That's
What
way
does
be-
tracing the statement mean?
like the objective meaning of the statement.
Oh,
Sometimes there's
objectively.
not going to be an object, and that's where you can throw in
Okay,
coded language.
hold on.
but,
I think
like,
all of you guys
some
should. I think
statements-
everyone in here should eat dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you leave this like thing saying, "Wow, Destiny's audience is a bunch of dog eaters, and Destiny wants all of his audience to eat dogs"? Because I said that.
Say that last part.
That Destiny wants his
my
audience to
God,
eat
bro.
dogs. That they're all probably dog eaters. Destiny
Well,
encourages
Destiny's a
dog
girl's
eating.
name.
Bro.
No, probably not.
So-
Okay, because it's like not. I don't talk about this a lot. I'm not a big. Shut up. I'm not a big like
No.
dog cuisine person,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I think that
Make
like.
a concession if you want to make a concession. I just don't know.
What is my
This
I'm not gonna make the
this seems like
concession that I
this
want
seems like a
violence.
I'll make a concession, but it seems like we're at a standstill. Like I don't understand. Like I'm.
You
sitting
don't
in a
understand.
paradigm-
That's true.
Well, sure,
He
here,
doesn't
I can
understand.
explain, and you can tell me if this sounds like it tracks
very
with
true.
every other thing I've said, right? Is that if you engage in a political violence where every single thing you talk about is the end of the world, every single party is trying to invade you and
I
destroy you
misspoke.
and kill you and
The
take
political
over everything
violence,
and,
not
and
political
mutilate your
rhetoric.
children's genitals and
Unlucky.
leave the border open intentionally to flood you with illegal immigrants, and then all the words
Rip.
and verbiage you use is like this, like the holy war, the fight. We got to take over the enemy. They stole your government from you, right? If those are the
And
things.
what has resulted from that? And
J6.
Wait,
J6 resulted from that. You fucking
Wait,
retard.
look, I'm just saying that when you say all of these things,
Oh my
right?
God,
if somebody
bro.
shows up at like rallies and starts shooting, that's not that surprising.
Is it a
to me,
Wii
right?
app?
Like I'd be like, okay, yeah, like I mean, this kind
Always.
of makes sense. It's tracks, right? This is like the
One of
verbiage
these
and everything
days.
is like this is the end of the fucking world.
One of these days
Everything
it'll
is
be.
coming to kill you and take your country away and
Just
destroy
try Glorp
everything.
now.
Like yeah, that wouldn't surprise
is
me
all the
if that
rage
event
today.
had some
Get
kind
the
of
Golden
political
Glorp.
violence involved.
But what if Charlie Kirk was preaching
Who's
that and then
Glorp?
someone kills Charlie
Glorp?
Kirk? That
Little
wouldn't
alien
make much
guy?
sense then.
What do you mean?
Oh,
That
that's
wouldn't
his
make
name?
much sense.
Yeah,
Like, you
Glorp.
just
Is there a
described-
golden glorp?
There is a golden glorp.
Lost
No,
my train
wait,
of thought.
really?
What was your
That,
last
Yeah.
point?
that if you're like
I got one.
outside
Like
the
the second
scope
day
of
that
preaching
that
Wait,
it
what's
existed,
that?
I got a golden
temperature as
glorp.
high as you can.
Well, alien
It
guy.
surprised me that they're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Glorp.
I mean, I would say that kind of.
Oh, he's
flows
not
outward
gold. I thought he
to,
was
like, a
green.
lot
So
of-
I
No,
got
he's
excited.
he's orange for
Part of
Halloween.
that-
He's regular. He's normally green.
Oh.
topic that you see
That-
as
I just got
incitement
so happy, but like
is
obviously he's not
increasing the
gold,
temperature.
but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like
yeah.
freaked me out to see a different color that wasn't green.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
is no
So I was
real
like, oh,
issue
oh.
that requires you to label.
Yeah, I got one like the
alligator
first or second day
politics.
that
I agree
That's
with
just
that.
Glorp
cruelty,
existed.
I'll agree
right?
Yeah,
with that.
Glorp.
I'll agree with
A
that.
golden
Sure, I
glorp
think
you
that-
got
I think
one?
that was
Yeah,
bad
it was
form.
awesome.
That's the concession I'll make.
That
Wow,
that's,
that's
well,
awesome.
it's
Where I
not
was.
just. It gives an indication for what the other
I'm
person
jealous.
like is going, what's going on in their head, right? So if the other
Wasn't
person,
it DeSantis that did like?
every single Republican laughed at it and thought it was
Alright.
epic and base and
No,
sold
no,
merchandise
well-
for it and thought it was cool and Christy
Yeah.
Nome or Christy
Well,
Nome defended
not
Donald
me,
Trump
not
on
me,
it.
but
What?
I said not me, but I'll concede that alligator Alcatraz is an example. That's an example.
Sure. So,
But
I
like
mean, like
the
but-
immigration
An
topic, it
example.
was what
I'll give you
cited as
that. Yeah,
incitement.
sure.
I'll give you
I'd say
I'll
that's
give you
actually
alligator
an issue,
arbitrage. That's
which is gonna
bad.
be my
Yeah.
second
things can be a
point.
real issue,
Yeah.
but also you could talk about them in a hateful or insightful
But you
way.
can't just say, "Oh, that's incitement of violence."
I
if it's a
didn't just
real
say,
issue.
"Oh, that's." I just gave you a specific, concrete example of a way that it's kind of insightful with the way that Republicans deal with it. When they say things
Okay,
like,
so I think the alligator Alcatraz example is valid. I don't think the immigration topic as a whole can be.
I've never
said
said the
like-
immigration topic as a whole,
I
but
thought
Republicans
that's
don't
how
talk.
you started. That's how you started it. You clarified and you said alligator Alcatraz, and that's what I conceded to.
I don't think I ever said in general immigration. I feel like I've listed pretty specific things, but
Yeah, it
I'm
was
just saying-
jumbled in there. It's hard to remember everything that you say, but it was jumbled in there. I
Okay,
do know that.
let's assume that it was jumbled in there, okay?
Yeah.
Republicans and Donald Trump speak about everything in an existential, hateful way. So when violence like results from that, that's just not that surprising to me. I make the same criticism sometimes of Democrat rhetoric. I don't think they've gotten to the point where they're inciting violence, but when they say things like, oh, like, billionaires own everything, the donor clusters everything, I say, like, well, when you leave people no option but to not
Yeah.
participate in elections and
You get Luigi
violence, like,
Mangione
that's
and
what
shit
people
like
do,
that.
that's not surprising.
Which one? Participate in elections or do violence? Which one are we leaving them no option to do?
Both. I think that's what happens. When you tell people that you can't participate in elections,
Okay, has memory issues. Yeah,
one
literally, he's
leads to
forgetting
the
what he
next.
just
People feel
heard
like
2
their
seconds
vote
ago.
is irrelevant or their political system
Yeah.
isn't responsive to them, then the next step is violence. That's what happens, right? How do dictatorships end? Usually
Well, you
with a
can't
coup.
say that okay, that happens, but that's not justified. That's not morally justified.
Whether it is or isn't is not what we're at right now. I'm just saying that is what will happen.
This is a moral conversation. I'm critiquing your morality. This is a conversation.
it's
about
critiquing his
morality,
actions,
like
that's more.
advocacy. I don't know.
Well, no, but I'm saying, well, sure, but as part of this, what I'm saying is there are
Same
certain
thing.
things that you can tell people that will lead to predictable things. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yep. And
I'm
what are
not-
those things? Yeah.
So, like, if I were to tell like a group of people that there's some guy coming to kill you, and I say this over and over and over and over again, and eventually these people, find this guy in an alley and they beat him up and kill him or whatever. I mean, like, yeah, well, that's pretty obvious. That I mean, like, I've told these people forever that they're gonna, get killed by this guy. It's not that surprising that they're gonna kill the dude. Whether or not it's moral for them to do it or not is a separate conversation. But like, that's not that surprising. People
Did
have
that
to feel like
baby
they
and
have
staying
options. If you
live?
take all the
Maybe
options
for a
away, then
bit.
violence becomes the only option.
I don't think they.
They didn't wake up early
Who?
in the morning, so maybe not for too long.
Or whoever you think you're taking all the
Depends
options.
what how time it ends.
I
Other than
agree. I
political
agree
violence?
with that. I agree they haven't taken all the options away. That's why I tell people stop being doomer and you should vote
Why,
for
Omer,
all that
fuck?
stuff. But Republicans, Donald Trump especially,
yeah.
says that all the
You
options
want
are
to see me
gone.
cover something?
That's
or-
why on that January 6th speech he said like you have to fight like hell or you're going to lose your
Yeah, what do
country.
you wanna watch?
They're
What do you wanna
stealing the
do?
election from you.
Yeah.
They're stealing all the votes are rigged. All the mail-in ballots are rigged. They're taking everything. They're rigging everything. The deep state is against you. They're cutting off your children's dicks. The libraries have too many gay books. Like every single thing. There's an invasion right now from the whole Democratic Party's Antifa and their domestic terrorist organization. Like
Yeah.
everything is like an existential fucking end of the world shit. Like we can't find any Biden rhetoric that matches any of this.
All right, Spencer, final thoughts.
Well, here, wait, we'll let him go.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
before we move on to the next Destiny guy, who's like, "Oh, let's talk about vegan and or whatever."
Yeah.
But I think he actually believes that it was stolen. That's the whole thing.
That doesn't.
Like,
No. First of all, he doesn't.
That's
he knows
so
it doesn't
dumb.
stolen. Secondly,
I don't
even if
understand
he
this.
did, that doesn't
Yeah.
make it right. Like,
It's not necessary if he believes that he's.
Stephen
not
Miller dropped a
just
schizo
raising
tweet.
it.
Adam Malko decided to take
He
gloves
is, you
off
can
too. Link it maybe. I think is it not what I was covering earlier, or is it something that happened like last like hour or 2 hours or whatever?
Believe the thing and raise the rhetoric.
Okay, yeah.
That's why he's
yeah.
doing it. But that's even scarier because now he's justified in that, right?
But what if he was justified in it? Like
Then if he was
That's
justified,
our, oh,
then
so
I
just
think he'd be
happened.
justified.
Okay, hold on, wait, maybe. Tweet incoming. Hold on. Let's see, what's this? The heart of the 2024 campaign. Oh, this is 10 o'clock, I guess. Part of the 2024 campaign was President Trump's pledge to halt the border invasion carried out history's largest deportation of first two promises in GOP platform. Trump won a colossal landslide, and then there's been a non-stop campaign of criminal obstruction, threats, harassment, doxing, grave physical attacks and riots. Large-scale political violence is domestic terrorism. It is the absolute moral and constitutional duty of the federal government to stop this terrorism, defend the lives and safety of federal officers, protect the American citizen nation by ensuring the full and unrestricted enforcement of federal immigration law in all 50 states. No. Not how that works at all. What is the Adam Mockler thing? What did he say? Doesn't oh, did it get deleted? Oh no, you just... Now this'll be... Hold on. Listen up, Dems, we are too risk averse and too... Oh, this was before it though. Wait, did the tweet get deleted? Is that a different thing? Delete a tweet? How do you see a deleted tweet? The thing for that, right? I don't know. Keep watching the debate.
the election was rigged
We'll look
in a
at it after.
certain way. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying the votes itself were fake, but like, what if it was?
I agree with
corrupted
you. Yes,
and
I
rigged
agree.
in a
I agree.
certain
I agree.
way?
I agree with everything you say. Yeah,
Then
but
that
it
would be
wasn't.
But it wasn't.
pretty bad.
It would be.
Well, we could have that conversation about whether it was or it wasn't,
Well,
but that would still be very bad.
It would be bad, but it wasn't rigged. There was no
And that-
evidence
and that
of
would be
it.
justified
Hold on.
in his
I
response.
understand.
That would
but
be justified in his
Yes,
response.
but if you were having a hallucination and I was coming at you with a knife and then you killed me for it, right? Sure, but you're hallucinating, right? This is detached from reality. So whether or not something might be personally justified to you because you're delusional or hallucinating is different than like is this an objective true thing in the world that we
Yeah.
have good responses to? Donald Trump
Do
didn't.
you think he was hallucinating? Because it's important.
No, he was
Yes.
lying.
Yes.
Okay, so
He's lying or he was
doesn't
hallucinating?
mean The election was rigged.
Correct.
And he's just saying that.
Correct.
Okay,
Because
well-
every single person that he tasked with doing an investigation, all of them told him it wasn't rigged. Every single court case, essentially, but one in like Pennsylvania, they lost. There was no
Yep.
evidence ever that showed that the election was rigged. He had nothing compelling to ever believe any of it, but he still told people it was rigged, and he brought them there to protest the outcome of the election.
All right. Well, that's
Boston has to pay $787 million because they were lying about the election being rigged. The fucking Dominion voting machines were like possessed by the spirit of Hugo Chavez and shit.
a whole nother conversation. to be
It
fair.
always
Like-
is, yeah.
Like whether or not he believed that it was rigged
Yeah.
is a whole nother conversation.
Well, if he's
So-
believing things with no evidence, isn't that pretty problematic?
With no evidence, no, not necessarily.
No evidence, yes, no evidence. There was no evidence to believe
evidence.
it.
Okay,
That,
well,
like,
let-
there's
I'll
evidence
agree
to the
with anything you're saying,
contrary,
but
though.
I just want you to understand
Yeah.
the problem that you've just presented me with, okay? So this is the uncomfortable or weird position you put me in. This is why I have the position I have when people ask me to disavow violence. What you have laid out is all the justification needed for a violent insurrection to overthrow the government. If you genuinely believe...
That's the whole point. Is I'm saying.
But hold on.
there-
But
Yeah,
wait,
he
I can't do
justifies it.
anything- I can't do anything to dissuade you that. I can disavow a million times. It's not going to change your mind on whether or not the election was stolen. It's not going to change your mind on whether the deep state is rigging
It's a
everything.
phone call,
Unless you
the leaked phone call to Georgia, where he
That
was
was
like,
crazy.
I need you to find me 10,000 votes.
guys are
Yeah,
willing to come
exactly.
over across the aisle and say, okay, fine, political violence is bad when everybody does it.
Thank God for that guy,
All
too,
I'm
by
doing
the
is
way.
subjecting
There's
myself
no
to
Yeah,
point in
right.
doing that. There's no point in doing.
But there is
it
because
still leads to political
Democrats don't
assassination.
want political violence in this country.
Thank God for him. Thank God for Mike
Oh,
Pence.
Because they disavow it over
Yep.
and over and over and over and over
And
again.
you have the whole other side of, okay, we've analyzed this to death, the right's rhetoric. How about the left's rhetoric? How about the left's
We
rhetoric?
never talk about the rights rhetoric. What are you talking about?
All right, this is just an example where we live in two different realities.
We
so
talk
I
about the
can
rights
see that.
rhetoric so little that you don't even know a lot of the major things I'm bringing up. What do you mean?
No, I
Yeah.
knew a lot of the major points.
You didn't know that Donald Trump
No,
didn't
he
know the
didn't.
Minnesota what?
You brought up fringe cases.
The Hortman thing is a fringe
No,
case.
I brought up the Hortman thing.
The
I brought
Antifa
up the
shooter,
Hortman thing.
the
He didn't.
Antifa
He didn't
shooter.
know that Trump had said who a few weeks ago whenever he was asked about it. Yeah.
I think that's a fringe case.
That's crazy. I did not know that he said that either.
Mockler deleted. Okay, I need you, Amr Fudd, before, like once this ends, I need you to find me how to see like the deleted tweet, because if that's true, that's absolutely amazing. Mockler deleted the reply. He said that any unironic fan of Miller should be executed. Holy
Okay, maybe
based.
that one, but
Holy
Um,
shit.
hello?
This was debatable.
Holy shit.
Okay, Jay, this is not
Based?
for, I don't think I brought any
Oh my
fringe cases.
god.
No, I agree with most. of them.
Absolutely
I knew about most of
based.
those.
Okay.
The only
Hell
one I didn't
yeah.
know about was a trans church shoot. I remember hearing about it, but I don't know the details of the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the ones that they've like harped on for. That's why they said that the Charlie Kirk shooter was trans.
Yeah.
Was
Well,
because
yeah,
of that church shooting.
I don't care about a lot of the trans rhetoric, to be fair, but like.
That's,
But
I know that's
that's-
great, and
it's
you know what,
cool
I'm
that you don't
regular
care
because
about it,
I'm a
bro.
cishet, where cis bi, I guess, whatever, fucking male. So I don't give a fuck about it either. But for people in the country who are having the rights stripped from them, right? It's
That is a
not
lot.
really shitty.
What rights are they?
Well, the rolling back of like trans health.
Oh
care,
my
places
god,
like
that you can't. That now there are no trans people. You have to have your like assigned sex of birth on your fucking passport. You can't change it. On like your government IDs.
Oh,
and
really?
Shit. Like yeah, they changed that now. It's really fucking. There's a lot of shit like that is happening.
When did they change
They're
that?
trying
Why
to-
do I'm concerned that I'm not seeing this come across my news feeds.
That was like months ago. That was like near the start of the term. They're trying now to
Oh,
like
okay.
they keep saying they want to take away like the Second Amendment rights for trans people because they're like mentally ill or some shit.
Oh yeah, I do
where's
know that.
Seems to be
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
NIH relating to like hormones for anybody. In some states, I think they just made it like fully illegal.
Yeah, trying to like take it off of like Medicare for like hormones and
Those
shit.
could be
Like,
valid issues of
Mhm.
like children receiving hormone therapy.
oh
That's
my
a big
god,
deal.
bro.
So those could be valid criticisms.
Yeah, they could be, but I
Yeah.
can't hear the valid criticisms when it's just veiled with hateful, vitriolic speech.
Okay, I don't know what to say. That. Well,
Don't be hateful and vitriolic, and maybe people
Pretty
take it
much, yeah.
seriously.
Well, I could point to leftists being hateful and vitriolic
On Twitter.
Yup,
the difference?
not the
Like the elected
Democrats
leaders,
in
these
No,
are the people that
office.
when-
I'm the one who thinks that online media is the most influential. to
Yeah,
the
but you
culture.
think that because you
I
consume
think-
right-wing media that shows you left-wing TikTokers. Like, your impression of the left comes from what the right wing tells you the left says.
No, I
Yeah.
see a lot of the left-wing posts too, and I'm like, wow. That
Yeah,
doesn't
the-
seem
the-
very-
Why?
the-
Because
the-
your
the-
fucking
like,
algorithm
the-
shows
the-
it to you because you hate them.
People on Twitter,
half the whole
though.
people
But there were no lawmakers,
accountable.
no leaders, nobody that that was like, oh, cool, Charlie Kirk died, oh, right? Every single large figure on the left condemned it.
And I'm saying that doesn't matter, and it doesn't do anything. That doesn't.
Oh
that doesn't
my
matter, it doesn't
god,
do anything.
bro.
I'm just saying, I've never heard of a radical shooter that killed somebody, and they
But
opened
the
his diary,
right
and this
is
guy's like,
is talking about the
Joseph
Civil War, and the
Biden.
left isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've never heard of a radical shooter that killed somebody, and they open his
'cause
diary, and this guy's like,
you were
Joseph
talking-
Biden. This is the guy that fucking radicalized me. I'm gonna go fucking get these dudes. It's
But
always
for
gonna be more-
Trump,
We're talking about
there's a whole list of them that you can find.
politicians
Mehdi
just
Hassan made a whole
now. I'm
list.
saying,
There's
I
a lot of
haven't
Trump
seen
supporters who
the
went out and did
online
violence
media influencers
and said it was because they're
you
Trump
know,
supporters.
not just denounce the Kirk assassination, because that's just a baseline. That's just basic. But take accountability. I think we're really talking about take accountability or responsibility for. We should at least look to your rhetoric first. If it came from
I would
your
agree
side.
with that.
Why
but
the
you guys
fuck would
don't
you
look
look
at
to
the center left rhetoric? The center left rhetoric is generally pretty chill. You look at people like fucking Hassan, and then you paint all of us with that brush. That dude wants violence. That's why he flew to fucking France like a pussy to go and have his little clout pussy, you know, hounding farm or whatever over there while he does his little race shit, right? Yeah, those people do want that. But like again, nobody's getting radicalized by fucking Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, right? You acknowledge that, right? Nobody's getting radicalized by these two political leaders, right?
Yeah.
There are people that are getting radicalized by like people on the like in the right ecosphere that's like directly tied into Trump. Like you will never find on the left a Stephen Miller in the White House. That will never happen. You'll never find on the left a Jared Kushner, a family member who's managing
But
massive.
what do you mean like a Stephen Miller?
There is no family member from the Obamas, from the Clintons, from the Bidens who occupied such huge positions in the White House.
It's Stephen Miller, not Jared Kushner.
Or anyone,
Oof.
right?
Are you talking about Stephen Miller? Or?
No, I'm talking about Jared Kushner right now. Sorry.
Okay.
So Kushner was
okay.
Trump's son-in-law,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
was like the
yeah,
architect of the Abraham
that's
Accords.
nepotism. That's
Okay.
nepotism. But you could find someone.
That's nepotism.
I'm not saying,
Oh.
oh, he's as intense. Like
They just get
In the
fucking
White House, though.
jerks off
It's
thinking
just-
about Hunter
it's just
Biden
the
too.
right-wing's equivalent of what we
And he says,
think
"Oh,
is
it's just
nepotism."
Yeah,
nepotism."
but I'm
Which
saying,
would be-
I'm
I
just
know
saying
I
the
do.
left. Where in the
Hell yeah.
Where
in government?
well, I would name like some representative. This is off the top of my head, but like. I
Like
would
the
say,
most radical ones are fucking are AOC
like the
and fucking
squad.
Biden.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like the
AOC,
squad.
these
I
people are
was
like-
gonna say the squad.
Yeah, but AOC and all
Yeah.
these guys all condemn the fuck out of the Charlie Kirk shooting and everything. Anyway, these people are not like.
I'm saying that doesn't matter. They're the politicians.
So you
They're
think
the
that if we were to
politicians.
take,
I'm
let's say
criticizing
that
the online media influencers who are in charge of their side's culture. That's what I'm
I
criticizing.
understand, but I'm
We
saying that
aren't.
the right in charge of their culture just pushes violence, and I'm saying like even the government people do. Okay, I'm honest
Just
question.
give me something to concede.
Honest question. Okay. Let's say that Trans Tifa shows up right now and they abduct both of us. Okay, and we're in a room and they tell us, hey, one of us is coming out here alive. Okay, and you get to make the big choice. And what the Trans Tifa super soldier, black trans woman tells you, he says, listen up. Okay, here's what you have to do. I'm giving you a basket. There's two choices. You have Stephen Miller and you have AOC and Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib and who's the fourth one?
I don't even know.
The squad. Who's the fourth one? Is it really? I never heard that.
That's
Whatever.
it,
And
yeah.
Bernie Sanders. All five of them, okay? You have all five of these people, okay? You have them in one basket. And then on the other side, you have Stephen Miller. Now, whichever one you choose, you have to go through and find the worst statements that they've made. And then your opponent, me, has to find the worst statements from who you don't choose. And whoever statements are worse survives. Do you think that you're going to find more like abhorrent, objectionable, crazy, vitriolic stuff from all of those people, the whole squad of Bernie Sanders, or am I going to find worse from Stephen Miller?
I would believe that, but that's because worse is subjective. I would
Oh
believe
my god, bro.
Worse is subjective, though.
How, then, like,
Oh my god, though, perfect
really
example.
consider it like
I have an
postmodernist when it comes
example.
to like have an actual concrete. Jesus.
If you look at the,
don't know.
so like how
Did you have
Destiny
any
had
final
Okay, yeah,
thoughts
go
there?
ahead.
just
Final
mentioned,
thoughts.
how
Spencer?
there's like the, like the squad, like the Ilhan Omar, AOC, and
Yeah.
like they're all together, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they got their clicky girly thingy going on.
Squad,
I
yeah.
remember, right like in the height of that, when that like just like picked up and started becoming like super big.
Mm-hmm.
The like Fox News created like their own version of like a girly group, and
Really?
tried to like make it a thing. So it's like Fox News versus like politicians. So it's like you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I could believe it.
just-
I didn't know that, but I could believe it for
Yeah.
sure.
It was so cringe. It was like
That
so
sounds-
obvious. I need to
sounds like
find like a way to like show that like obvious. Just like it was just
Yeah,
was crazy.
discrepancy. Crazy.
yeah.
I'll see time. It's cool.
Are you sure? Yeah.
I mean, I have more topics, but I don't know.
Well,
how
we
much
might
longer.
bring you back,
Okay,
but
okay,
we'll see.
okay.
We're going to give a shot to our other debaters, but we might bring you back. So, everyone, Spencer! It's not easy to get up here.
Spencer. Wow. What a cool
Thank you very
guy.
much.
Not
Good
a
job,
fucking
Spencer.
complete fucking retard,
bathroom.
I'm sure.
You got to go that way. There's one bathroom. It's not super far. I can. Are you sure? No. Yeah. Go. We got time. We extended by an hour. All right, everyone.
An extra
Okay, so-
hour?
Like
Alright,
this.
bro.
Maybe go get a drink. We don't. This is not a full intermission. We're gonna get rock and roll as soon as Steven gets back. So if you missed something, it's your fault. We are coming to Portland tomorrow. Portland, we are sold out
Portland.
in
Isn't that
traditional
where
Chinese
Is the
theater.
Civil War happening or some
This
shit?
will be interesting.
We need
Hey.
to start Batman.
Yep. Oh, I won't say your last name. I'll say the Asian guy. Sure. He told me to.
Did he say his last
I didn't
name in
come
the
up with
mic?
that.
No, he said when you call me,
All right,
don't
everyone.
say my last name.
Oh,
Everyone
I
grab
thought
beer,
I
everyone
thought he
grab a
like
drink.
I was
Yeah,
on
grab a
top
drink with
mic.
me.
I was like, hey, you know how my name is?
There's also
this? Don't
merchandise
call me
here.
that.
Destiny and
sure.
Pangburn. cross promotion merchandise. Grab some. Oh yeah, Steven's been drinking White Claws. I better
They
bring
got
him
merch
one.
now?
Apparently.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Are you guys enjoying yourself? Yeah, right on.
Looking out, can I?
Yeah, Portland's gonna be fun, and then we're in Seattle in kind of another warehouse venue. Don, seat set up. In Seattle. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone want to travel with us and set up seats? Setting up seats sucks.
Bro, this guy, you can tell
No,
he's
it's
a
okay.
theater
There are
kid.
worse things in the world.
He said
yeah,
it
I know.
earlier. He said
For
it.
real.
You guys subscribe
It
to
really
our
is.
channel, Pangburn. We're going to
Yeah,
be releasing
100%.
this tonight. I'm going to go home, stay up all night, render it, and make sure we hit it with you guys tomorrow morning. My software of choice, Wondershare Filmora. I
Oh
highly
my
recommend
god, are
it.
you serious?
Yep. What's that?
What is it,
Oh,
2012?
what do you think I was going to say? Something stupid like Adobe? No, honestly, I think Wondershare Filmora is superior. I really do. The AI integration.
Fell all the way down.
The AI
Fuck
integration,
me.
they've invested almost all their money into that. You can't even, no, it's not all their money, but
Nobody's
it's,
watching my
I like
gameplay,
it.
right?
Not really. I don't really use a ton of the features, the AI features, but I do like playing with them sometimes. I just haven't had time in the last 6 months. But yeah, everyone, keep an eye on Pangburn and Destiny for a very big announcement that's going to be happening soon, unless
wow.
this interlocutor in, I guess I'm not going to give that away, overseas.
Okay, can I just
But-
dust this guy? You're behind enough for something to
Xavier,
Jeez.
Xavier, are you not here?
Okay. Or Dixper.
happen? Yeah, what is it?
I love it when they do that. It's my favorite time to have a conversation. How big are dicks were?
What?
We were the exact same length.
What?
Um,
Talking about?
Mr. That's
Then
beyond
you
June,
compare
right? Wait,
dicks as
just wait.
Valentine.
We're giving it a couple minutes,
With who?
and then we'll
Who's
get. You wanted me to
talking
play the
about?
Asian guy. Sorry, I just had to make sure it was you.
Your mom.
We'll get that. He said it. I did not. That wasn't my idea.
I didn't ever hear him say that. Yeah.
Damn it. Matt, are you here? Matt, to debate? Well, we might be bringing Spencer back.
Oh boy, already?
We'll just give everyone
That
one.
would
more
at least be a
Damn.
reprieve.
Everyone's had too many White Claws.
Kidding me right now?
Well, this has been good.
How's it
I've
been?
enjoyed. I've noted. I felt
Yeah,
myself
that's
sucked
good.
into the dialogue tonight.
There's an
So
unbeatable
it's
strategy.
fucking
The
cringe.
mainstream conservatives learn this. It's just like I've never heard of that thing.
Right.
I need to start saying that about like Charlie Kirk. Who's that? The
No. Yeah.
college,
Yeah. Like.
the college visitor guy.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that one.
Misinformation's a problem,
Jeffrey
folks.
Epstein?
One, I've read some details. I hope
The
I
real
haven't read
estate
some
guy?
details. I haven't dug deep on it. But if everything I read is
Financier?
true, the guy in the car, like the 17-year-old kid, holy fuck. Have you heard anything about this? Yeah, this guy like apparently ran over 2 girls and killed them, and then was like
Right.
streaming live like 2 hours later, like chatting with chat, and they're like laughing and streaming FIFA. That's a degenerate game.
Really?
Yeah.
What was
Crazy.
the score?
Well, apparently 2-0. I guess. Sorry. Stop.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
Oh,
no.
Send me
brother.
that one. Stop.
What the hell?
I teed him up. I can't do that.
Can't find the tweet at
Oh,
all.
you
He's
know.
by Gen Z fans specifically. Fuck.
Asian
Is it-
guy.
is it-
Damn,
I
I'm
think it's like on that one, like,
I mean,
apparently
we'll see. I mean, you linked it, so you should be able to figure out from the
And then
link.
I think
There's like look
supposedly
like
these 2 girls
there's like
were-
sites that have like archived deleted
really
tweets and
ran
shit.
over.
I'm sure you
I feel like we
can
just never
find
hear
it there.
about the people that have the crazy beliefs on the other side. Like we moved past the truck guy who was like a super fucking mega worshiper. People were like trying so hard to cover for him that when the picture came out of him with the Trump shirt on, they started to release a Photoshop version saying the other version was photoshopped.
Yeah,
So talking about it.
that shit's
And yeah, I don't know.
insane.
Like conservatives are so good about holding media attention, all the things that they want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like the conservatives are much louder about shit in general online.
Kind of, yeah, because
More
they
effective.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Like, Democrats have other shit that they actually care about,
marketing and
so-
putting together a show, which you Americans just love. You can't get enough of it. If you market and you put together the right package and show,
Did we catch up to live?
um,
Oh no.
that's going to convince
gonna
a
be
lot
slow
of
as
guys
fuck.
like our next debater to vote for you.
Oh,
'cause
I
you
missed
wanna
it
continue
already.
seeing the
Yeah,
show.
right.
I mean, as a Canadian,
Unlucky.
looking at what you guys do down here, I think the left needs to get a lot better at marketing and putting together
As a Canadian, bro. All right, we get
theatrical
it.
production along with hopefully
Yeah, you would
some
say
good
that, theater kid.
principles and policies. But yeah, too busy governing. That's not an
Yeah,
excuse.
true.
No, it's not. Like, it's not an excuse. You gotta learn how to win. You know, you can't just look at what Donald Trump has done to achieve victory and the people who work for him and just say, "Oh, he's evil. We need to get through this and get over this."
Listen, we're working on it. Okay?
there are
We just had
important
that one
lessons
viral
to
video
learn
with
here.
the brain rot. Was it the cat with the hat explaining how the
Did you see this?
Republicans shut down the government
No.
and then the yeah.
Oh my God, it's so
you know,
good.
we're working
Hold
on it,
on.
okay?
Yeah. We need some entertainment. Put the package together.
that's
All
We also
right.
have to like. I think Democrats excel at like choosing literally the most boring speakers.
Hello?
They have to
Kinda-
do better at that.
what kind
Like,
of-
I don't understand.
just
Like,
threw down?
they,
Fuck,
like
why
the
can't I switch?
Republicans, I guess I credit to them. Like
Yeah.
Republicans are really good at choosing like fucking people that like radiate evil. Like
Yeah.
when you like.
Oh, here it is.
Mike Johnson is like he's like a
The
bad
banger.
guy. Like if he
All right, and it'll give us some time to get a little behind so we can 1.5 it.
Okay.
Here it is.
Republican and Democrat kiddies cannot agree on
So
what should be
post it to the
funded.
official Democrat account.
Democrat kiddies want you to have health care. Republican kiddies do not. Republican kiddies control the Senate, House, and the White House, so they're using that to cut your health care and give money to billionaires. Democrat kitty tries to negotiate, but Republican kitty keeps running away. He has a vacation to get to. Uh-oh. Suddenly the money you pay for your health insurance has tripled. Thanks, Republicans.
Thanks,
Republican
Republicans.
and Democrat kitties cannot agree on what should be funded.
Yeah. Thanks, Republicans.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it was on the official Democratic account. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
And these people reposted it. I haven't cringed this hard since the come of 2024 campaign.
was in a movie, he's like, this is the
Wow.
bad. Like, you can tell just by the way he
Wow.
carries himself. It's like, this is like actually about Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller looks like a guy that could grow hair but chooses not to just to look more menacing. Like that's how crazy they are when it comes
He
to
can't grow hair. He's bald for real.
in their figures. Like fucking
He like fucking spray painted his hair when he still had it like a little bit.
Bannon looks like he's trying to be like fucking Kurt Russell from Escape from New York or whatever. He's got like his trench coat on and everything else. And then we've got Hakeem Jeffries talking about whatever. And then we've got Chuck Schumer.
Oh,
like,
no.
it's just like fuck.
What about Kash Patel?
Yeah, that guy sees a lot.
Yeah.
That guy is fucking cringe. Anyways,
True.
let's go. He wanted to be
I'll see you
introduced
in
as
Valhalla,
Asian
brother.
guy. Put it together for
Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
Asian guy. No way.
Insane.
Thank you, Asian guy. Oh, masked up and everything. That does not want to get doxxed.
How are you gonna drink this? Oh, okay, whatever.
Turning around.
He's incognito.
Wow. He did it. Incognito, yeah, it's true.
I can't breathe.
Can't read?
Can't breathe.
Oh, can't breathe. Oh, it's a George
So
Floyd
I just
joke.
wanted to start by
Can't
bringing
read.
the temperature down just a
George
little
Floyd
bit because
joke,
I've
wow.
been a fan of Destiny for a really long time. We actually met
Oh.
10 years ago at TwitchCon 2015.
Is that Carantos?
Nice and close to the
True.
microphone.
I had the
Asian
badge for
contest.
TwitchCon 15 right
Yeah.
here where I met Destiny for the first time.
Wow,
Aw.
he met Destiny at TwitchCon.
And I followed you for a
Cute.
really long time, and you've been a very,
Wow.
Well, thank you so much.
you've been a very, you've been a very good influence to me in terms of thinking. And
Oh, this is gonna be cringe. I can already tell.
Aw.
That's cute though.
Okay.
having the onus
True,
for
but-
providing evidence to your claims and all that stuff, and that's been really helpful through my education and my career, and also my transition to conservatism.
I was gonna say like transition.
Being able to
Gender
see the
transition.
truth
I know, I
behind
did
it.
too.
Okay.
And I think most of this audience is very left-leaning. Is that right?
Probably, yeah. It's my audience, so I imagine they would be, yeah.
Y'all need to find some Jesus.
Oh my god.
So
Try to speak as loud as you can. Thank you.
I prepared a couple different topics. My first one
Didn't
was
change
kinda
at all.
abortion, but it seems like you don't really. It's not really your favorite topic to talk about.
Yeah,
And,
unfortunately,
we can go for some
that's
of the
not how
Venezuelan
Mike works.
currents. We can talk about the strikes on the Venezuelan boats, or we can talk about the current government shutdown and Trump's influence on those things.
Sure, we can start with the boat thing, yeah.
So you said that that's like a war crime, and he should be.
It is.
Be tried in the Nuremberg trials and all.
Oh, no,
that
he
stuff.
won't because we're not signatories to the ICC or whatever, but I mean, you shouldn't be killing foreign nationals without some kind of due process or at least some kind of authorization from Congress.
Yeah, but isn't it like don't we have enough? Don't you believe that our government has enough intel to make those kind of decisions? And
based on what?
Even if there was going to be like legal repercussions, don't you think Trump would be
Yes, the point is even if they are drug cartels, it's still a war crime. That's the point.
one of the best experts at avoiding those kinds of like legal loopholes? And he.
Why would they want to avoid them?
Able to.
Oh, they care to
carry
avoid
out
them.
These kinds of actions.
That's the point.
And be able to kind of gloss over them and move on to the next thing. Do you think he excels?
I think when they said drain the swamp, I think they drained the cerebral spinal fluid. I don't believe there's a lot of intelligence right now in this government, and I don't know if I would trust the call or not. But it really doesn't matter if I would trust it or not. The reality is there has to be some kind of due process, right? He's not Batman. As funny as that would
due
be
process
to watch.
due process for like a
Yes, yes.
operation in the international
Yes,
waters.
we're not at war with them, so you can't just kill them.
For foreigners.
For
Yeah, for anybody.
Yeah, civilians.
Military.
Yes.
There's a military operation, so right for Middle East operations, I believe we're still allowed to use the authorization for the use of military force or whatever. The AUMF that is still here from I think the Second Gulf War. But like for blowing up shit in the South, like around South America and stuff, and in our international waters, I'm not aware of any congressional
you can't do it.
authorization for those activities.
Well, you can just say that it's not an act of war, and this is a way to protect our border. And don't we have people?
It's not
Like,
protecting
for
the border
killing
because
civilians,
in
yeah,
the
it's
middle
a
of
great way to
international
protect the
waters in the
border.
ocean, no. Yes, that's the point.
Just literally murdering everybody like near our border.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? This is why.
If they're coming over illegally across the border.
They aren't
Yeah,
coming.
but
You can't just kill people coming over illegally. Yes, that's the
If
fucking
that is the
point.
thing that's happening, like you're witnessing the crime right there, and like I think you can take active measures to protect the border of your country. I think that's more defensible. Like
So-
if these boats were coming onto like U.S. shore and they were like blowing them up as they were coming onto shore, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like that's a lot more defensible for sure.
So then,
But they weren't. And even if that was the case, that still wouldn't even.
Right, but it would be more like it'd be harder to argue. You know what I mean?
I mean, not even really. Like, you can't.
Well, because if they're presenting themselves as a direct threat to your country at that time, where they
Yeah, but
are
that not
actively
in-
seeking to enter your waters, but this isn't even
Okay.
like in our waters. or
Okay, let's
anything.
say it's not foreign nationals. Let's say it's Americans, and it's the same thing. They're shipping from like L.A. to San Francisco on a boat, like a bunch of drugs. Can the government just blow up that ship?
This guy would say no because they're Americans.
Okay,
and
the point is,
therefore afford a
international
due
like
process.
exactly international laws. It doesn't matter. You still can't just shoot ships. That's the whole point.
No one's saying that that's true.
I know.
But when you're in an argument with somebody who literally believes that like it's okay,
I know, it's-
and you're
it'll-
trying to build and make common ground between you, you're gonna say something like that would be more defensible because it would be more defensible if like not
would be.
only
It
like
would-
is
it would
wrong to,
appear
like,
more
but they're not
defensible.
even a threat to our border.
Yeah.
They're not a threat to our country at that point in time.
It would appear more defensible, but it isn't actually more defensible.
Correct.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's all. The wording is all.
What we've been doing under previous administrations have not been
I think we disagree,
very
actually.
fruitful in terms of protecting our border.
Sure.
Don't you think it's time to scale it up a notch and start attacking some people?
You're
I think
arguing
it
though.
was time
You
to
need
scale it
more
up.
content.
This would not be the way to do it. There are legal
That sounds good.
processes to follow. I don't think that we just conveniently abandon the rule of law every single time Trump does something we think is epic and based. I don't think that blowing up 4 skiffs with, like 2 kilos of coke is saving the country, assuming they even had drugs on them, is like saving our country from some significant, intrusion of drugs. I don't think that that's probably making any difference at all.
But don't you think that would
Yeah.
make those drug dealers less likely there will be a
That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it good.
They were. We can't do it by breaking the law to do it. Like we should have like rule of law is important, right?
Is it though?
I
Do
don't
you think
know.
do you think in our country, do you think the president should be allowed to unilaterally decide to blow up any boat in international water anytime he wants to?
So based on the way I've observed Trump so far,
Yes,
that he's
I
been
guess.
able to skirt
Say
around
yes.
the rule of law, all those convictions that he got and got like no jail time for some of the court cases and
All of them?
all that election stuff. He lost all those court cases, but he's still able to move forward and things like that.
Yeah.
So I trust in his ability to be able to navigate through.
He didn't dodge them because like he is like smart enough to. No, he dodged them because everybody let him slide on everything. That's what happened.
Regardless of what the
Hold on, I just want to run down a couple things. Do you think that Biden pardoning Hunter Biden and all the J6 people? Do you think that was okay?
Biden pardoning Hunter Biden?
Yeah, all the pardons that Biden did.
Misspoke.
Yes.
He got there too quick. He said Biden pardoning the Hunter Biden and the J6 people. He got there too quick.
I'm gonna say yes.
Do you think Kamala tweeting
Damn.
the bail fund for the Minnesota thing after the BLM riots? Do you think that was okay?
Sorry, Kamala tweeting what?
Retweeting like that Minnesota bail fund that everybody freaks out about related to the
Minnesota bail-
BLM riots.
Minnesota bail fund?
Yeah, she tweeted a bail fund. People say
Yes,
she's
no.
bail for rioters.
Oh, for BLM?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Eh.
Do you think that I'm trying to think of one more controversial thing that people don't think is okay? Fuck, I can't think of it. I'm sure there are other things that I
So
think.
for Joe Biden pardoning his son, I think.
Well, here, the point that I want to make, and this is, I don't know if you'll acknowledge it or not, I don't care.
Yeah.
The issue that I run into with conservatives is when they talk about Democrats, they talk about what they morally ought to do, what Democrats should do, what's right. But when we talk about Republicans, we just talk about what they're physically capable of doing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like if I showed you, like, oh,
Except the
here's
J6
Joe
committee.
Biden-
Oh, he meant the J6 committee. Okay, sorry. I think he meant the J6ers, but yeah.
Biden, he just raped 10 women.
He means like the Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheney and the J6 committee people and Fauci, I think, also got preemptive pardon, but yeah.
then we would say rape is wrong. We shouldn't do
Good point.
that. That's not good. Joe Biden shouldn't do it. But like if I show you,
Well,
well,
what were
here's
they
Trump,
wearing?
and he raped 10 women, like the conservatives are like, well, he's got a dick, doesn't he? Like that's just crazy. To
Yeah.
me. Like when you say Donald Trump has managed to skirt the law and get out of
well, when you're famous, they let you do it, right? So they let him do it. So, right? So that's okay, right?
like
Okay.
accountability for every fucking thing he does. Like, are you selling me on this idea? Like, this just sounds horrible. It sounds like a failure of the system. It doesn't sound like something I would ever fucking support. And that's just like an unhinged, unbelievable position for me to take. Like, what? Like, do you think that Donald Trump should constantly be breaking the law, constantly be doing things that are probably not okay, constantly be doing things that he thinks the courts could overturn? Is that good? Do we want a
So
president?
we're getting into like slippery slope, right?
No,
No, not at all.
The slope can be even right here, and we're just talking about the things he's done. Okay, we're not slipping
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah,
We're right
I
here.
support everything that he's done.
You support Donald Trump being unilaterally kill
Okay, cool.
foreign nationals or blow up ships in international water with no oversight from
Venezuelan
anybody.
nationals?
You don't know that?
Oh, like national of any
Anybody? No, you have no idea who was on. You don't even
Yeah.
know anybody was on the boat, right?
Well, the intelligence knows that. I trust in our government.
Hold on.
Why?
So you trust the intelligence, the same ones that told us that there. I mean, like, there's a million memes. I know you don't trust the intelligence. I know that was a meme. Okay, your sunglasses can't hide your memery from me here. Okay, I know
Not
that's
literally.
not the case. But like, I don't even know if we have no idea how Trump is even arriving at these decisions, right? Like, we don't know what intelligence they're even consulting when they're making these decisions, right?
I think these are the kind of like the same arguments where people are like, oh, down with the
I love that
reformers,
emoji.
They, they're so
Hummerfuck.
privileged and they get
We'll
to
keep
do whatever they
posting.
want. I think all
Me
those
too,
people
actually.
that are
It's
people
fun.
that are in high positions
Good one.
are making very important decisions that they're charged with. I think they take those things seriously.
Okay, here's the issue. The issue is that like your parents could get in a boat and they could take a trip down to the Caribbean and then they could get murked by some Trump drone and he could be out here celebrating that Venezuelan drug dealers got killed.
It's under the slippery
And you would have
slope.
no idea.
My
No,
friend.
this
You
is
wouldn't
what's
care.
happening. He's killed people. We have no idea what he's doing. We don't have any fucking clue whatsoever.
Has Venezuela come out and said that these guys are
Yeah,
fishers?
a couple families come out and said that was just like some fisher people.
They
Yep.
could be lying. Who knows?
Oh,
you're
they
Trump,
could be
right? So
lying.
you're Trump, right? But,
Well,
no, but what
Wow.
you're saying here, this is why the process is important, right? This is why the due process is important. Maybe somebody is lying, but we're never going to know, right? You just killed people. Who knows?
Exactly.
We'll
Yeah,
never
but
know.
we would have to trust our government for unity.
Why the fuck would you trust the government? For
what
unity?
Asians might want to say
No, well,
to
we
disrupt
don't.
disrupt our
We never trust.
conversations.
We never trust one man.
This is the guy. Okay, when you're talking about like, this is the military who just today, when Trump was talking to the Navy, was like, "Oh, you guys, we need to take care of these Democrats." As he said today, this is the guy you want us to trust, like be unity
But
and like
today,
whatever.
wait, is that what?
He said
I
that during the
watched that
speech.
too.
Yeah, he said, we need to take care of these Democrats like gnats.
Hegseth?
Trump.
Oh, I
Make these
missed
decisions
Trump's.
unilaterally.
Okay.
Oh,
We
you missed the
structure
main
our government
event.
with checks and balances, where everybody's playing
guess
within
so.
the bounds of those checks and
Yeah.
balances that we trust to operate.
You
Accordingly.
just told me that you were
Donald
gonna
Trump
watch
doesn't believe in
Hegseth.
checks and balances, and he doesn't even believe in the
Yo, he-
executive branch. He thinks he's a
Wait, did
dictator.
you watch
He can do whatever
Hegseth?
wants
He
with the
said-
United
Yep.
States.
Yeah, I'm just introducing Trump, and then he introduced Trump, and then Trump
Oh.
came on.
Are bringing up these
I don't remember
strikes
Trump coming
to
out.
Donald
Oh,
Trump
nice.
to approve them,
But the
right?
problem is,
Or I
like,
didn't
at
see
this
him
point,
come out, and
I
no
think
one in
what-
chat told me,
He's
so
not
I guess I just hit
handpicking.
everybody in
okay.
chat now.
I heard of this.
Well, you weren't paying
I mean, like,
attention either, because that's
well,
what
I mean, we
Hegseth
had
said.
like in the first Trump term,
Sure.
I would say obviously that's the case. But in the second one, where we have,
And it's understandable.
what was that like
I
F8B with the
hardly
fuck
wanna
the
pay attention to it
schedule shit or
either.
whatever, where he's like firing
Yeah.
people.
It was so
like, they're
painful,
asking
oh my
questions
Yeah, it was bad.
About like, do you support Jan 6 or do you support
Trump's
Donald
teachers
Trump
for
as
us,
the
so.
president? I don't know who's left in the intelligence
Jesus.
community. I don't know what's filtered up to the
Was it longer?
to the top brass
Yeah.
or to fucking cash.
Like an hour long.
Called him
It's not an hour.
gnats?
but,
Like, I
you
don't
know.
know. I couldn't legitimately say at this point.
He said this
But
is
he
basically a
answered questions
campaign rally.
straightforwardly about why he's firing people from the FBI.
Oh, well, at
whether
least
it's because
he's
of political
honest
partisanship.
now about
Yeah,
that.
now
Yeah, but
Donald Trump
that's
is full on that project.
Hatch Act
2025.
violations.
God, that's
Acknowledge he totally
insane.
lied
Yeah,
about
it's
him
bad.
supporting
Yeah,
the
true,
war.
true.
I don't think anybody really believed that. Okay.
He totally lied about that.
Yeah, and
So why
good-
should I
good
believe
for-
anything
good for
this
him?
fucker
It won him the election.
Sure,
Good for
and he's
him.
getting to blow up Venezuelan boats right now, so good for him, right?
Yeah,
But you just did the
absolutely.
thing, right? Good for him. He was able to do a thing, right? He's got a dick, right? He fucks the country. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like,
right.
what am I supposed to, like, fuck this guy, you know? Like, like, you're not selling me on him at all. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, can a dictator do anything they want? Can the president do anything they want when no one's used to the president, like, acting like a dictator? I
Well,
know
this
he
is
can.
another hyperbole. Like he's not acting.
Everything I just said,
He
I think that
is.
he's done. What do you mean? I haven't even. It's funny that you say I'm speaking hyperbolically when I'm speaking of real things that the U.S. president's done, like in the last year.
No, you're making like examples of what if your mom was in there, or like, oh, he gets to do whatever he wants.
Your
Well,
mom.
the what if
Your
the what
mom.
if thing is because we don't know who's in those boats. That's true. We don't know who's in those boats. But I was just giving a broad explanation of like why rule of law is important is because if we don't know who's in the boats, he could blow up anybody. He could blow up you or me or loved ones or hated ones or whatever, right?
The point.
Well, from what I've observed of Trump so far, he's not going to push the envelope so.
Why would you think that? Based on what you've seen from Trump so far, have you been like, are we in the same country right now?
He doesn't.
Why did this
But he
Zolfos
lost
kill
his
himself in the
trial
fire?
New York, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't get any sentences for it.
Well, true. But he was convicted. I mean, he was guilty. He was convicted. He won his.
He didn't get
two
he didn't
federal cases
get sentenced because he became the president. That's what happened.
because
Yeah.
he was elected president. So I mean, good for him there. He has gotten shut down by the Supreme Court a few times on things that he's tried to do, but he just keeps trying to circumvent the rule of law as many ways as he can and hopes
Oh,
that
you don't have to sell me anymore, Destiny.
I mean, I just like.
That's not good, bro.
It's just epic and base.
I also wanted to keep it short because
It's like the epitome of like Republicans.
like the patsy seats.
Like
but,
fuck
I
you
appreciate
for hiding
it.
your
I
face,
appreciate the
bitch
time. It
ass.
was really nice seeing you again. And,
True, yeah, that's what I
and,
thought
you
of too. I thought of
also over
Ice.
the years and rising up on the platform.
Well, hold on, wait,
Disgusting.
fuck all this.
Disgusting
Hold on. What is
behavior.
the number one thing that convinced you to be like a Trump supporter?
Oh, what's
What's like the number one thing that convinced you to be a Trump supporter? You're like, oh, I looked at the.
It was when he won the 2024 election. That's when it convinced me.
So you would have supported whoever won the
What?
election?
Eh?
Who becomes
What did
a
he
Trump
vote
supporter
for?
in 2024?
Why would then?
This guy's a
I
troll.
don't even know.
Because he
100% a troll.
because he did the impossible
No.
thing, and I just have major respect.
What
for
was the
that.
impossible thing?
He's a
Like,
troll.
I thought
I
thought
gotta believe it.
it was very very high chance that
Chill,
Kamala Harris
stop.
was
I
going
don't think
to win.
so.
You thought it was what?
I thought it was very high chance that Kamala was going to win.
Okay, but
And
Kamala?
my brain is you broke my brain. So like you, I just,
Kamala also,
so because he won the
yeah.
election, now you support his policies. Did you not have any policy beliefs before he won the election? I thought you said
Well,
you were
he's
motivated
like
by my
American
critical
person.
thinking, encouragement, everything. I'm sorry, what happened? Where did we go wrong? You watched me during a league arc.
He's
Well, I mean,
trolling. That's what went wrong. He's
policies
trolling.
you know,
He's a troll. It's a bit.
of who-
100% guarantee.
Right? So we're
I
just,
don't
we're
think
just,
so.
Like weighing, is Trump's policy is going to be worse or is
Yeah, that's what I'm
Kamala's
asking you. What thing convinced you that Trump would be better, or that Trump is better than what Kamala would have been?
I think he's a better president because he is able to capture the votes of all those people. And he is able to
Oh
skirt
my
around
God.
the law in the way that he did and rise to power.
Do you think that's like a good thing for the country? Do you think that's like a success?
Yeah, he's a troll. He's a troll.
I think there
No,
are
he's
definitely
not.
some things
Out
that,
of it.
that Trump has done that the future candidates should kind of take advantage of because. it's
Chad,
all
what
about
do you
taking
think?
advantage,
Troll
right?
or
It's
not
not
troll?
about, like digging your
He's
heels into the
trolling.
moral ground and be
Gotta
like,
be trolling.
kids should be able to do trans stuff.
Is
Oh,
it-
I
is-
think
is
I
the
might owe you
marker of, like, the success of a
$5.
president just them winning the election.
what?
Like if they win, that means that.
Oh, wait, what was our
they're
bet?
to respect
Bernie
their
spoke
leader.
today, and
So he's not running?
totally sounded like a campaign. Like
That he
like
is
the start
running?
of a campaign.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
So it sounded just like a
There
rally
you go.
speech from
Well,
like back in the
till
day.
it's official.
I haven't heard him talk like that in a long time. I was like, ooh.
Till
I
it's
think I'm gonna
official,
owe him
it's fine.
$5.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not official, but
Till it is, then we'll see. But for now,
oh yeah, I know. But I said it on stream too. I was like, I think I owe him
Fair.
money. Like
Fair.
this is bad.
So
Yeah.
you're saying that the
Any
only
such
reason
cases?
that I support Trump is because he won.
True.
Well, that's what you said, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, that was like the tipping point, right? Because I've had qualms with the Democratic Party for a long time, also. That was like the tipping point for me.
What tipped you?
Being point
That
like
so many
a
people
year
are
ago?
behind him.
Less?
Chat, where are
If-
you?
Not to
And
roleplay
if-
as your
if-
mom,
if
but like
Dead.
if all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you
Dead
jump off a
chat.
cliff too? I don't understand this.
Damn,
Yeah.
so
I
sad.
probably would.
Unlucky. Because Destiny's live. So nobody's watching me.
True.
If my friends are my family, and I want to support my family,
They're
and
all
I trust my
jacking off
family.
right now.
If I trust my
Mhm.
family, and I support my family, then I would go the same direction. That's my honor and duty, and unity.
This is a troll.
Those are the values that that I think Trump brings.
Well, but I mean, there is no unity. He was the most divisive president in
It
history.
is a troll. Come on.
Only if you're a leftist.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
like, my
he's
father
trolling.
was
He's
like
trolling. 100% he's trolling. What is? Listen to
president
him.
in the
Listen
history
to
of the
him.
United States, right? The second most divisive was him in his first term, and just in terms of like raw
Well,
popularity.
if the left were to open their hearts a little bit and maybe listen to what he's saying.
Yep. There it
So
is.
he's
Okay,
the most
maybe
divisive
he is
president in history,
troll.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta-
So I don't know where the
gotta
unity
think
thing came from. In terms of honor or integrity, I don't know what the fuck is honorable about this guy.
Well, that was just an example of like, oh, if all your friends jumped off a cliff, then yeah, I would follow my honor and I would follow my friends, because that is what is expected.
Like, come on.
For
He's saying he's gonna literally jump off a bridge and follow his
we
friend.
should do.
That shit's-
We should be united.
Yeah, but like, shouldn't we be united as like Americans, not as like Democrats or Republicans necessarily?
That depends on how terrible the Democrats are.
Yeah, but I mean, you said yourself you voted for Kamala,
I did.
but then you.
I thought having a black female president would be based.
That's the only reason.
Oh my god. You see, it's a
And
troll.
she comes from a legal background and all that. She has all those qualifications. Yeah.
Uh,
And when I
Trolling.
see her at hearings,
So
she's-
like,
she's
wait, did
very
all of your
well-spoken.
Destiny's
political
not
beliefs
getting it.
change after Trump was elected?
I mean, we're all. I mean, isn't that what you guys are doing also? That you guys are trying to change conservative minds?
No, but our positions didn't change.
Oh well, I mean,
I'm saying I don't know how all your positions changed.
well, positions have to change in order to like switch to a different party, right?
I know, but I'm asking, did they all why would they all change just because Trump won the election?
Let's see. I mean, just because Trump won doesn't make Kamala like all her qualifications invalid. I just
No, but
think-
you said it was a tipping point for you. Why don't I just? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Epic.
Okay. Yeah.
Case.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Put your hands up for Asian guy.
Wait, did he?
I just
No, but
think-
you said it was a tipping point for you. Why don't I just? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Epic.
Okay. Yeah.
Case.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank
He
you.
had to be trolling.
Put your hands up for Asian
I was
guy.
gonna say at the end that he was trolling, but
Yeah, I think you got it then. Yeah, that's what I got
Well-
too out of that.
We are going to be transitioning into the poster signing, everybody.
it's
we have
over.
free posters that
Aw.
Steven's going to be signing on stage. You can get a photo with Steven. The line is going to start here.
Wait, are we doing this right now?
Yeah, we gotta move. Gotta move.
What the fuck?
the
Wait
heck?
till 11.
I know we do, but it's gonna be a while. Okay,
I
well,
think we have
I'm
one more
open to
debater.
negotiating.
Let's do one more debater. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, one more.
Let's
Let's
see.
go.
Wait,
We're
wait,
9:34. Okay, okay.
If it wasn't executed, the correct phrase was put down. Just message the other two people who linked it in chat to see if they have a screenshot. Oh, okay.
Are there any other like big pro
I mean, even better.
debaters in here?
Are there any
Thanks.
pro-Trump debaters who haven't had a chance to debate tonight? Right there. You're
Another
pro-Trump.
troll.
You're
Another troll.
pro-Trump
Come on,
position.
give me another troll. That's all I
Okay,
want.
fantastic. What's your name?
Show me the troll.
Wyatt. All right, everyone, put your hands together for Wyatt.
Wyatt. Woohoo.
20 minutes, Wyatt. We got you for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Damn, I just said like one more like 5 minutes. Jesus. Fuck
15
me.
to 20.
Okay.
There you go.
We'll
Nice
see.
to meet you.
Indeed.
God. What's
By
up?
the way.
Oh my god, this is the.
Sweet.
Sorry.
Do we know this guy?
No, just the way
I will say
he's
so
dressed.
my position that I'm I guess pro-Trump, and this is the reason why I didn't buy the debate ticket because I didn't have anything until recently. His action on the H-1B visa, I have found, shockingly, I support.
Do we have is that
100,000
is that
fee?
confirmed? Is that 100% or is that like
Yes,
a
it's
limit
100%.
idea thing that might happen in
That's
2 weeks?
crazy.
Well, actually, sorry, it's not 100%. They've gone back and forth if it's a one-time fee or if it's a yearly fee. Still haven't said.
Yearly, they're thinking?
Yep. Yeah. They said originally it was yearly, and they're like, oh, now it's one time, and then it's like, oh, you did not. It's
we've seen a
unclear.
reaction.
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
Nobody fucking
in some
knows.
other countries as well. Living here in, the Bay Area, this is something I see directly.
Racist against
from people
Indians,
with disabilities.
based.
There are a few things that are concerning. I've looked at the numbers, and of the recent data that is available,
What's the number? So.
75% of those who work in tech, and when I say tech, I'm talking about the large companies that are here.
Are Indian.
75% of these workers are indeed H-1B workers. Now, the H-1B visa was designed
Is that
for
75% of all tech
Yes,
workers in the United States?
That is according to the most recent data available.
That can't be true.
No, there's no way.
That cannot be true.
We have a room full of smartphones. I encourage those to Google it. I may be wrong, but the last time I checked, which was
Cannot be true. I'm
the data
sorry.
I had was pre-COVID. That's what I saw.
Okay.
And so, with
Simply don't
surrounded
believe
by world-class universities and a lot of grads who are struggling to get jobs, and computer science is not exactly unpopular. Why can't these companies hire more American workers?
Which is why I find it so hard to
I
believe.
think disincentivizing them, relying on H-1B is ideal. And if it's just $100,000
right.
away, then so be
Like,
it.
I have so many friends who
So I
work for
think we can
tech
also cut
companies,
some,
and
like,
none of them
workers
are, like,
to increase
Indian.
wages for
Yeah, like
domestic
what?
workers. I'm pretty sure the number of H-1Bs is like under 20%.
That just means you don't have.
Cursory Google glance. 75%.
Means you're
That's a
racist
lot
with
of-
how
Last
you
time I
choose your
heard it
friends.
was
That must be it.
75.
That's
Is
a
that
lot
not
of
confirmed?
that's a lot of H-1B workers. That sounds like a Trump set.
But
Also, okay,
so
but, wait, but I'm
75
actually curious to test just on this like idea. Real quick, what industry do you work
If
in?
I am incorrect, I work in analytics.
Okay. Do you think that you should be kicked out?
Well, I'm not H-1B.
No, but you're
I
part of the
have
country.
one
You're born in
parent-
Canada.
One parent from each country.
Okay. Said you were from Nova Scotia.
Indeed, right. My father's American, mom's Canadian.
Okay. Well, Indeed is a hop and skip from Indian, so I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying. Let's say that we got rid of H-1Bs and we also said no more dual citizen fuckers. Okay, wherever you're born or whatever, that's where you are.
Yeah, but like if there was some like measure of like, wow, dual citizens sure are causing a lot of problems. Like
But you are,
I
right?
would
Like you're
say-
here.
Are
to
H-1B
drop an
visas-
American, they could have their job.
Whoa.
So
Yeah,
you
are
causing a lot of
H-1B
problems?
people causing problems?
Oh, that's a good one.
Does
Definitely.
that mean?
Maybe
The good one?
But like I don't think that like given the nature
fuck?
of the H-1B visa itself, right? It was designed for really hard to fill positions in which there are no American
Was
applicants.
it? Is that what it was
That's what
for?
it's being used for.
No, it
Like,
wasn't.
and we have like, and there's places out there like hospitals.
That's
and
just
stuff
a
that
lie.
It was just to get people
It was
who wanna
because
work.
if you want to know, it was born because before I can't remember the exact year, but we did immigration based on like quotas from
Yeah.
particular countries. And so to eliminate that, we created the Immigration Act, and then part of it was we are gonna review, it was like you can come in based on like these 6 things, and one of them is like employment status, coming here for employment, and then it kind of branched off from there. So no, it has
I see.
everything to do with just that. Oh, is that the tweet?
Yeah, so if you're an unironic fan of Stephen Miller, you should be taken out back and put down. Base. True.
Damn, that's awesome.
Welcome.
Biologists who can work in cardiac surgery, whatever. Yeah, sure. But for
Good
the
for
way it's
him.
being used for now, it's just being misused. And I think
Is it
Trump
being
finding ways to use it
misused?
like that, which shocking
Of
is something
course.
I agree with him. I didn't vote for him, but
Okay,
I
I
agree
don't
with
believe any of this. Okay, here's an issue. Okay, there's nothing that has ever been said about conservatives makes sense. Okay, have you heard of the fucking fence post in the forest or whatever? You know what this thing is?
Do not.
Okay,
Go ahead.
you're wandering in the fucking forest. I guess you're on LSD or whatever. Okay, and your liberal friend sees a fence post and he's like, oh my god, I don't know what this is here for. Let's fucking take it out. But your conservative friend sees it and he's like, well, you know, it's been here for a long time. It's probably here for a reason. And like this is like Chesterton's fence. That liberals want to upend and destroy everything, and conservatives want to maintain and conserve or whatever, right? Okay, why is it that when a conservative finds like some process that they don't like the immediate go-to is to dynamite and destroy the entire fucking thing? It makes me believe that they don't actually care whether the process was like problematic or not. They just hate the whole thing in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because anything in life doesn't work. The first thing you do is you would try to fix it, or you would do something to like alleviate the issues. If you thought
We'll
it was
figure
gonna
out
be
why it
trash, now if you thought
exists,
the whole thing was
maybe.
trash, then you just
Yeah.
get rid of it. So
Which
like,
is like the
so
whole entire
H-1B visa is
analogy.
Supposed to be,
Yeah.
You're supposed to make a good faith showing effort to the government before you apply for an H-1B visa that you've tried to fill the position. So if people think that that's not happened, then why not change, I guess, whatever we feel like they have to do to demonstrate to the U.S. government that they tried to fill this position and they haven't been able to?
I agree with that, actually. The thing is, nobody's doing it, so yes, I don't think we should throw the system away.
But isn't that kind
You
of
do, though.
$100,000 or whatever? Isn't that kind of what he's doing?
Yes, but it's the only, this is the only time this attention, a president has paid attention to this. Biden hasn't.
Hey,
he's-
and?
regarding
I
that,
don't believe this. I
So
don't think
that
it's really
means
good
we're
thing
gonna
to
just
say right now.
completely
So you would
get
never-
rid of
so
it,
what
and
the
that's the best
fuck?
decision because it's actually like evil.
Yeah, this is
And
brain
so-
dead.
But that's
Did
what I don't
Obama?
believe. That's what I'm
No,
not.
like,
That's what
so-
I'm not. That's
yeah.
what I'm not believing. Okay. What I'm not believing is this idea that like it's this weird argument that's wheeled out where, well, at least he's doing something. So the fuck what? Like just
Yeah,
because
it's-
like there's a problem and somebody does something doesn't mean that the thing they're trying is automatically respectable or good, right? You know,
Yeah.
like
I
there are
think it's
things,
an
like you've heard the
effort.
saying.
If
Like,
a house is burning and I bomb it with a nuke, it's not, oh, well, at least he's trying to fight the fire. No.
Yeah.
Like,
you're
what?
only making it worse, right? Like that
It's a
could
good
be a
one.
thing.
Yes, okay, could he have gone through
Is
Congress?
it?
Not gone through
Reform or
Congress,
something like that?
but like
I
had a
don't know.
I
brain
think so.
processing the problem
Sure.
and actually figure out like what the
I
fuck
think
is the actual
so.
solution.
Do you
What is
think
the
he sat
problem?
there
Thanks.
for 5 seconds? Like,
Yeah.
Probably. I think that probably Stephen Miller said, "Fuck
The
Indians. I don't
Blaze
like
is
you.
great.
You know,
It's
Jews or whatever the
insane,
fuck.
but okay.
And we're gonna get rid of him by doing this H-1B thing." And then Trump was like, "Whoa, explain this to me." And in between all those fucking orange pasty tans or whatever,
you
he
know-
signed some fucking EO. You know what he said or what it meant? Yeah, probably.
I don't know if it was exactly targeted at Indians, so to say. But
Sorry, I have a lot of Canadian friends who hate Indians, so.
No, I think Indians are lovely.
But I think
Is that a thing in
Canadian.
Canada?
In Canada, they fucking hate Indians.
Wait,
don't think
really?
Yeah, they really do.
I had no idea.
Is there any Canadians in my
Interesting.
chat? I know there's a couple Canadians that watch me. Are any of you here? Is it true? Can
Like
you guys
blank shirt,
confirm?
like H-1B tech workers.
The Canadians
yes,
hate
they
Indians.
make up.
The water looks so good on
They do,
Switch
yes,
too. Holy
yeah.
fuck.
65, you said? The majority. So they make up the majority. So over half.
I still don't believe 65,
and I do
but
know
okay.
that like the Indian
he
government
said
did make a
75.
response to Trump's.
He said 70.
And they were like, this is going to
Somebody
hurt our
said
economy. We have a lot of
the
money
audience said
from
it's
this and
65,
that.
but I still don't believe
And
it.
it's,
Oh,
and
no, I don't
hate
hear.
to see the ripple effects indeed. However, it's
Maybe it's like
nothing
75% of immigrants of this
And so-
category.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
It's,
like
it's
some
not
shit like
just
that.
like the
She's
raw,
going
like,
to-
yeah.
All workers,
You know,
yeah,
if I'm
can't
on the
be.
left and this
Doesn't
is
make any
something
fucking
that
sense.
bothers me, and nobody is doing anything about it. I'm gonna.
Even if it was true, is that bad?
Like, this is the first time I've ever seen the issue addressed.
He was so
Living
Canadian
here,
just there.
It's very
Yeah.
a very kind of present issue, and especially with the high, the issues that are in this area.
Do you know who Uncle Adams is?
I do not. Who's Uncle Adams?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well,
I can't engage with this argument because I still don't believe this is a real argument.
what do you not believe is real about it?
I don't think there's any other
About it.
circumstance in life where you expend any effort towards a
I
problem.
love
and
Canadians
make
because
the
they have
problem
just a
worse
couple
just because
words
somebody
that
doesn't
make
know.
I
them sound
hate
so
Canadians
Canadian.
because of those words.
Okay, I know,
Just
but
the
that's
fact that
something
you're
I
just
do
blowing
like
up
about
the
Canadians.
system
It's just
without
so
I know,
putting
I
this
get it.
through Congress in
it
any
won't
way, size,
affect
shape, or
current
form, meaning it might
holders.
just be
So
what?
it won't affect current holders. Those who hold it now will not have to pay the $100,000 fee.
Sure.
It's just future
So?
applicants.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's blowing up the program and it's going to cause
Well,
mass.
I mean, I imagine no one's probably going to apply for it in the next 3 years or whatever.
Do you think no one will apply?
For 100K?
Like there will be people who.
Is it? I'm
have the
sorry, I don't.
ability.
I've actually not hired H1B. Is it $5,000 for the app or is it more? Does anybody know? Then
It used to be about
It's what?
5,000. It was
It's about
about $4,700.
Yeah, so there's gonna be like
So
however
I
many,
don't know
like
for
however much. If let's say the company's budgeting 100,000, before they could get, will there be 20 H1B workers? Now they can get one. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
happening.
100K, that's a big ROI. Like you're gonna need to.
but the H-1B was designed for exceptional talent. If they're exceptional, then they must be worth it.
I don't think H1B is.
As in,
exceptional
just
talent.
because they're exceptional doesn't mean they're 100,000 exceptional.
I think it's just to fill.
I think
positions.
H1B
Like,
is
highly
exceptional,
needed.
isn't
Also,
it? Or
100
there is at least an exceptional category if it's not H1B
I don't think you need to
specifically.
be, but maybe. But either way, it's
I'm
like
pretty sure that it is.
even if it is, it's 100K plus whatever you're paying the H1B worker. So it's still
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Could be,
Right.
yeah.
So
Like
if they're
the position
really,
you
really
can't fill
needed,
in
you
the
can't
US.
find anybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
You're gonna. There is gonna be ROI there. There's gonna be like they're worth this investment. We can't find
Well, but the
anyone else in
ROI
the country
needs to
that's
be a
no
lot higher.
American.
The ROI needs to be a lot higher now than it was before, right?
Yes, but it's still like doable. It's still something that these mega corporations can afford if they wanted to. But
Well, sure, it'll just mean
but it'll
higher cost of
disincentivize
whatever
it.
things.
It'll disincentivize it a little bit.
I mean, it can. I think that right now, I mean,
But
like right
it doesn't
now
need to be
we're having tech
disincentivize.
hiring
Like, why would you
programs, okay?
disincentivize
But,
like
tech-
good
but
people
Yeah.
coming into our
techers had
country?
fucking
Ain't fucking
amazing
sense.
jobs for a long time. Okay, fuck these guys. Okay, these guys got hired in COVID. Comp sci graduates had like a fucking 0.9% unemployment rate. Okay, when these guys
Oh,
tell
not
you about
anymore,
their
but,
struggles, all right, there's like Hassan talking about how like his, his Tibetan monk dog, like his dog food costs $7,000 a month, or that his pants cost, like too many mortgages or whatever, right? Like tech workers will come out and say some wild shit, like I just graduated from college and I can't find a single company willing to hire me at $125K a year. It's ridiculous. Okay. I hate tech workers. Fuck
There
all
you
of
go.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
boo me, motherfuckers. Fuck you. But what I'm saying is that, okay, and the honest ones will tell you that, like, especially like during COVID, I think in the period post, there was a huge rush to hire tech workers, and then there was a pretty brutal correction where a lot of them got laid off, and then I think around like 2023, I think there's like.
But there's always,
and I
like,
think
it's
after
a
recently there's
cycle.
been another kind
Layoffs
of
and-
like layoff, and now we're like, I don't know if we're
Yes,
gonna like,
there's
but like
been
in the ebbs and flows, like you're gonna hire H1B workers because you just don't have the American workers to fill it. But then like when you have the ebb and then the flow, and you lose workers, you're probably gonna work harder to maintain. I would guess maybe the H1Bs is because you pay the application fee and everything else. So like
yes,
the
but
percentage
also
might be higher, but
it's
yeah.
unfair for the H-1Bs because they're beholden to their employer. If they get fired, they get deported. It's a package deal. So
They can work
like,
for another
How many
company.
fucking people working in
Can't they?
San Francisco are like, oh my god, like I'm a slave to fucking Amazon or AWS,
Well,
and now I'm gonna be deported. I just want to go back home to the fucking.
Well, no, like if you hold an
Okay,
H1,
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like these
if
people
you
take
hold
these jobs for a
H-1B visa,
reason.
But if you hold H-1B visa, like the company has extreme leverage over you.
Yeah,
Like,
every fucking
they
employer
can-
does. Welcome to
Not
fucking
if you're an
capitalism.
American. If you're an American citizen, you can say, "I'll walk," and you can walk. You have the right to. This is California, at will employment.
Can't you leave for H1B?
Well, we have Medi-Cal in California, so indeed.
It's
So
complicated. They can enslave you if you're an H1.
you have to be. Your employer sponsors your visa, so you have
Sure.
to
You might
be
have to
tied
pay
to an
back- sure,
employer,
it's gonna be a bigger
or else
commitment,
your
sure.
visa is rendered invalid. And with this president, you will get
Sure.
deported.
I'm just saying that like they're making these decisions for a reason, right? Like I don't think like people are acting like the H1B system is like the fucking guys in Dubai whose passports are being taken from them, putting like 10 people in a shack. Like I think H1B people. Like it's
They're
weird.
fine.
This argument's not real. This is not real either. This is not a real argument. Like no
Wait, what's
conservative
not
believes.
real about
No,
this
it's like when
argument?
conservatives like we're kicking all the illegal immigrants out because we're saving these poor children from
No,
being
it
fucking
has
sex
nothing to do- I'm
trafficked.
not concerned
okay?
about
No,
illegal
but I'm saying like you're saying like
immigrants.
these H1Bs, these poor H1Bs are being enslaved, and that's what we're doing a favor
Well,
for
no,
them.
that's one of many issues with this program.
It's not an issue with the program.
Okay, so
Overwhelmingly,
you-
people
you
with
can-
H1Bs, I don't
I'm
think they're
sure-
like, oh my god, I'm in
I
America
never-
and I'm being
well,
enslaved by my fucking tech
okay,
company
well,
mastermind.
Steven, I never said overwhelmingly. I never said overwhelmingly.
I'm just saying I don't think it's a
simply
problem.
saying
Steven,
it is-
Steven.
I don't know.
And
This guy.
you don't
Yeah.
just simply don't think it is?
No.
Why not?
And they're being more fascist. Here. The senators think troops can only. Yeah, he's sending because the judge ruled that you can't preventing the temporary restraining order preventing the Oregon National Guard from being like
Oh yeah.
sent to Portland. So now they're deploying the California National Guard to Oregon.
Yep.
Like, yeah, so Brian Schatz, senator, I believe from maybe Hawaii, sorry. I would like to hear from a single Republican that's deploying the National Guard from one state to another. To be more specific, from Republican states to Democrat states. Oh, also Texas, I think. Is their red line. I plan to ask them directly tomorrow, but excuse time is over and history watches. U.S. Senator thinks troops can only serve in one state. Yeah, Stephen Miller. Yeah. Fucking retard.
Because I think that
Fascist
they're
fuck.
probably in all of the Indian society or whatever.
California judge
unless
already
they-
said they couldn't,
because
like, 1.5 hours ago. Yeah, there was an emergency hearing at 10 o'clock on that particular thing.
I
I'm
think
sure they
overwhelmingly for
ruled
the
against it
industry,
because
it's like a large
obviously.
representation of them.
Okay,
Or
we'll
but
go with
anybody
that.
that's
We'll go
applying
with
for an H-1B.
I saw that too, I'm
For
referring.
anybody that's applying for
Indian
H-1B,
station, okay.
they're probably, my guess is, probably some of the more highly educated people in those countries because they've got
Yes.
the technical know how to apply for an American job and they've got the willingness to move to America, right?
Okay.
So they're probably some of the most privileged class, meaning in their countries they probably have a much higher choice of jobs they could work, but they're not going to pay as well, and they're making the choice to apply for the H-1B and come to the United States or whatever and work here. So I doubt in general that these people are like enslaved by their masters to do work and.
Okay.
Massive.
Like, it's like a minor
I don't know.
nuance.
Enslaved is a bit.
I'm sorry, I'm using hyperbolic language. I think
But
most of them
they are
probably-
literally contractually beholden to the employer.
Yeah,
Right?
but like, I understand.
If the
but, like,
employers just started doing them wrong in some kind of way, there are any sort of, we know that these companies are not
You can sue your
altruistic, right?
employer
They're going to
still
do
I
if
their
understand.
you
This
make your
is just a
H1B.
benefit, right?
but
But it's like
okay.
a very minor con, and people choose the benefit. Are you familiar with like the concept of tuition reimbursement?
No.
Okay, so the way that I've heard it works generally is when I
that's
they
a
offer
good
this,
comparison.
you let's say you're at a job and they'll say, hey, if you want, you can go and get a bachelor's or a master's degree. We'll pay you more, and we'll even cover the cost of your tuition. But you got to work for us for 3 to 5 years or whatever. Otherwise, when you leave, you got to pay us back the cost of your tuition, right? I mean, so like on the way, you're kind of like on the hook, but it's like a huge benefit. A lot of people like accept that and pursue that. And
Or like
they are okay with that. I guess
ROTC,
theoretically,
for
your boss can treat you like
example.
shit, but nobody would ever say like, well, you know, we got rid of tuition reimbursement.
You go to
We'll
college.
Pay for your tuition, but you have to
masters
work
because
for
we
the,
are,
like,
you know, on the hook
yeah,
this
like
tuition.
for like
It's a- that was a big
military,
benefit, and I
like
mean, that's
whatever.
fun.
All right, you get the final
Wait,
word,
here,
my
let him-
friend. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, finish your train of thought, Gar.
I mean,
I mean, here, how about this? The vast majority of H-1B holders are happy to have H-1Bs, right?
maybe. We don't know.
What do you
Okay,
mean
okay.
maybe? You can just ask them.
Stop.
motherfucker. If you say you work in tech and you are also saying that 75% of them are H1B, you can just go ask them, brother. Like, yeah.
Why do they apply for them?
Well, they
This isn't
apply
real-
for them for money. I mean, right? A lot of us take jobs we don't really like so we can make ends meet. But I'm saying, like, they apply for them.
They're
they
not
want the
taking a job in the United
Yes,
States to
they
make
want the
ends meet.
Okay.
That's their goal.
Okay.
Indeed.
And now we're making the program virtually unusable, or it's going to be exceptionally.
We're making the
gated.
we're making the program less accessible. I'll
Okay.
agree, yes.
All right. And ostensibly, we're doing that, I guess, for the domestic American worker. I guess.
That's what I'm choosing to believe. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can't read Trump's
Well,
mind.
no, I will
and
say,
I don't like
no,
the guy,
I mean,
but
that's a stated
I like
reason.
the policy.
That's a stated reason, and I agree. That's why, right? Is a protectionist immigration
Yes,
policy
to-
to protect your domestic labor, and maybe
Indeed.
in certain times, like I guess like this is all I'll say. Okay, if you were concerned about the H-1B program, then I feel like you would look at like what like I feel like I've only done this one time, and so many claims of this are so overblown in terms of like how many people
Yeah.
are participating, and what companies have
Yeah,
to
I
do,
mean,
like,
that's
how you-
75%
But what I'm saying is like what you would say is
pretty
like okay, well if there is like I think that H-1B program is being abused too much by corporations, so I'm going to put like these new guidelines in so that it's not being abused as much, right? You know, if the graduation rate of some sector is too low, or if you know I don't think you've done a good faith showing and trying to hire people, or we're going to even make like a public portal for people that are applying for H-1B jobs to have American jobs or whatever, you know, or American employees looked at first. Like this is a person who sounds like, oh, okay, well this guy probably wants to, you know, modify the H-1B system.
Yes.
When I see Trump come in and do this wacky and wild $100,000 limit, where fucking people didn't even know the implementation, you had people trying to grab plane tickets from it, nobody even knew what the fuck this looked like because you've got this
Yeah.
senile fucking moron on stage, you know, signing an EO, he doesn't know what it does, and no one even has any guidance on it. This is like a deeply unserious approach to this problem, and I'm not going to give him good
Really?
credit for approaching it just because it's a problem nobody else was acknowledging.
Really and
And I feel like
obviously.
that train of thought would carry over to every single other problem in your life. You would never accept somebody approaching a problem you have in a horrible way just because at least they're saying something about it.
Okay. I could.
All right.
Okay.
Put your hands together for our friend here. It was a great
Wow.
run.
Thank you.
Is it over?
I think so.
And how about everyone's hero of the night, Stephen Bonnell Desi, Donald Trump's worst nightmare. Oh, yeah.
Second.
He
Donald
advances.
Trump's
All right. We're going to transition to the post-show poster signing. The lineup is going to start right off the edge of the stage right here, and it's going to go all the way around. Security will help you in where the lineup needs to go, so listen to security. As you go by the bar, grab yourself a drink. It's going to take a little while to get through everybody.
Bar? That's
But we're going to do our best
awesome.
to
Yeah.
keep things going. Craig, up in the
That's why they have
booth,
White
hit us
Claws.
with some funk music. That would
Oh
be
my god, I would've gotten
fantastic.
smashed. That
Crank
sounds
it.
awesome.
Hell yeah. If they ever do one in fucking Florida, I'm
what's that?
fucking getting hammered.
Yeah, there'll be
They
pictures of
didn't
it.
have,
Yeah, we'll let you know when we're ready.
Like mine was just in like a college like hall. You know what I mean? Like
Make sure you guys
Yeah.
push right up against the wall so that everyone can get.
Cool. Over? Okay. Okay, let's see. What is it?
Neat stuff. Now
read
it's
this
time
in
for
my-
the memes.
Now time for the memes. What was the... Well, we already read the kind of thing. Let's see this,
He compared them to Abercrombie and Fitch, a ghost brand. What do you think?
I think that, I mean, he's right that we need more unapologetic Democrats, but it's more than that. The Democratic brand is two things right now. It's a lot of things, but it's both risk averse and it's very, very finger waggy. So all of our politicians are incredibly risk averse. So they're not out there taking risks or trying to do new things. I mean, they're playing it very, very safe. Even as much as I love Kamala Harris and I thought she did well on her campaign, she was very risk averse during all of that. But on the other side of that, while they're being risk averse, they're also just like purity testing
thought she
everybody
was,
and
yeah.
finger wagging them. I mean, I'm a young dude. I like a little bit of like edge in my politicians. I think most
I like
young
saying
dudes are an
that.
edgy
Stephen Miller
politician,
fans
not
should be
someone
put
who's
down.
out there being, you know, super scripted and tested and everything. So all this comes together to create an environment where, like, I had a young friend the other day who's pretty liberal say that the Democratic Party feels quote unquote suffocating at times, and I think that's a good way to put
It's
it.
that and academic. A lot of times, the simplicity is missing in the message.
What Bill?
He compared them to Abercrombie and Fitch, a ghost brand.
Yeah, he's right. For true. What else is going on X? Everything. All that.
If you have nothing to watch, I watched this lady today. it made me laugh so hard. She showed up in my recommended. Apparently, she's showing up in everyone's recommended. But
Hey, what do you got?
hold
Like
on.
it.
I was laughing so hard. I want to know what you think about this situation.
Oh, apparently, yeah. What Amerfoot was saying, yeah. Federal judge blocked the California National Guard troops being deployed to Oregon. So, based. Thank you, Judge Enrico. Alright, what's this? What is this? What the fuck? Okay, let's
Tell me what you
see.
think.
I'll tell you what. Let's see. Boom.
Do you think she has a reason to boycott Bath and Body Works?
11 minutes?
Just watch it, please.
1.5
Unless there's something else that
Hello,
comes
everybody.
up.
No, yeah, it's fine.
This
Don't
is going
watch
to
it
be
on.
extremely
Don't watch it fast. It's not good.
Okay, it's 11 minutes though.
Hello, everybody. This is going to be extremely explicit. So
Okay.
if you
Can I
don't
watch some
like
stream? Is it
swearing
Yes, you can.
or angry people from
Or swearing.
Wisconsin, then turn your mother
Wisconsin.
effing camera off
brother.
now. I just got back from Bath and Body Works, and I am going to start from the very beginning.
Oh my god.
I'm so mad right now. You
I'm gonna fall
guys
asleep,
literally have no idea.
Fine, fine.
Every day.
Speed it
I
up.
was
It's your
shaking.
stream. Do whatever you want.
Like,
I'm saying that she's literally saying there's gonna be a long story.
for the past hour, I have been shaking.
Oh, Amerfoot, I had YouTube Premium on my other
She's been
account.
shaking for the past hour.
I have YouTube Premium on my other account, but
Sip, she's been shaking for the last hour.
I get it. I'm responding to a chatter.
Ugh.
I have YouTube Premium had it on my other account, but I canceled it when they demonetized Destiny in support. And will be
Getting to the point
1.5
where I couldn't even make a video because I was so mad. So let me backtrack. If you guys have been watching my videos, you all know that I have been searching high and low ever since they had the candle sale. 2 for 20 candles at Bath and Body Works. I have been searching for 2 cents. I've been searching for the winter candy apple and the iced gingerbread.
Okay.
This is the last day of the sale, Sunday.
Okay.
I have been calling my store in Appleton, Wisconsin. I want everybody to know this
Okay.
happened in Appleton. I have been calling my store every day for the past week, wanting these 2 cents. I want winter candy apple.
Let's go yelling at your co-host, Julie, the new Kelly and Jay Stalk.
Iced gingerbread. They were supposed to come out.
You're getting it.
They were launching in the stores October 29th, so they were supposed to be out. I've been calling Green Bay, Appleton,
Green
Fond du Lac,
Bay,
and the outlet in Oshkosh.
Appleton.
All 4 stores don't have
Wow.
them. That's not what makes me mad. Ticked me off a little bit, but I thought, they'll eventually come in. No big whoop. So I have to calm down because this gets really bad here. So I've been calling. They don't have them. This morning, well, actually yesterday, I called my Appleton store and I said, I hate to bother you again, but I'm calling about these candles. And I said, if I'm harassing you or anything in any way, please let me know. I'm like, because I can be quite persistent. I said, so if you want to take down my name and number, like go right ahead and do that because that way you guys can call me when you get them in. The Appleton store. I gave her my name and number. Hadn't heard from her.
With you so far?
I went to the Oshkosh store today, but before I went, I called my Appleton store again. I said, I know I gave you my number and everything. I've been looking for these 2 candles. I'm going to the Oshkosh store, and if you guys have my 2 candles, I'll hit over there. I was amazed. She said, guess what? We have them in. I was
Oh
like,
my
what?
god, they have them?
Please, put one of each on hold. I bought 2 peach bellinis a while ago. Actually, I bought 3,
Each,
so I was
that's
just going to take these 2 peach bellinis back and exchange them. And I
Where's
thought, oh
that?
my gosh, that's awesome. So I said, I'm going to go to Oshkosh first. Then I'm going to head, because I live in Neenah, I said, I'm going to go to Oshkosh first, and I'm going to head all the way to Appleton to get these 2 candles because I want them. And I know that once they get
All
them
the
in,
way
they're
to
going to be gone. I
Appleton.
said, please hold a 3-wick iced gingerbread and a 3-wick winter candy apple. She said, will do.
Okay, hold on though.
Everything's fine.
Okay, boom, they're
Get
held.
to Oshkosh.
Sure
My mom and I are
nothing's
shopping
gonna go
around
wrong,
at the
right?
outlet mall there. Just to let you guys know, traffic-wise and things, it was a really busy day because the Packers were playing. This is the only good thing that happened. I think the Packers won. I don't know.
Wow.
I've been busy taking care of bitches all fucking day.
Whoa. Language, honey.
Okay.
She's so mad.
I'm
She's
like, I'm
upset,
seriously really
I can
upset. You guys
tell.
are not going to believe what just happened to me. Okay,
Let's see.
so
Can I believe it?
my mom and I are at the outlet in Oshkosh. And all of a sudden I get this call. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I missed the call.
that is
So I
weird.
call the number back and I'm like, who is this? Someone just called me. And she's like, oh, this is Bath and Body Works. She's like, I was just wondering what time about you were coming. And I said, well, I'm in Oshkosh. We're leaving in about 15 minutes. And then we're headed to Appleton and we will be there right away. I'm just going to go in and out and that's it. Okay. She said, I just want to let you know that those 2 candles that I said that we had, they're not actually in our store. They're in an
Oh.
off-site store.
Oh.
Like an off-site store. And she's like, yeah, it'll only take us a few minutes to go and get them, but I just want to know where you were abouts at the time. And I said, okay. I said, I said,
okay.
I don't really want to inconvenience you. I said, if you're just going to this off-site store just to get my 2 candles. And she's like, oh, no. She's like, we'll just grab all of them and bring them on over. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'm
Okay.
leaving in about 10 to 15 minutes.
With you
I'll
so
be there in
far.
half an hour. Okay, no problem. Great. Hang up the phone. I get
This
to
would-
Appleton. My mom does all the shopping. She spent probably like $60, I would say, getting stuff. So my mom gets stuff, and I
Okay.
go up to the register with my 2 candles, and my mom did her transaction first. And I'm like, hi, I was the person who called. Can you please, get my candles? Because
You know moblins in this fucking game have moblin clubs? I'm trying to find one for a side quest, and none of them have it. What the fuck?
I'm just gonna exchange them. And the woman looked at me really
Interesting.
funny, and she's like, she
That,
was, she was
like,
really
a
bitch to me. The
shrine
first
thing
woman who
to
helped
it.
me out, she had blonde hair. I don't know her name, but she was kind of rude to me, and
Oh,
she's
yeah.
like, I really don't know anything about that. And I'm like, oh no, that's no problem. I'm like, I'm sure the manager knows, not a big deal. And she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna help the person in back of you first. And she's like, just wait a minute. So then she leaves and goes to get the manager, comes back and says, they're not in the store.
What?
And I'm like, oh no. I just talked to somebody like a half an hour ago, and they said that they were gonna get them right away and come back. She's like, we didn't leave yet. And I'm like, you didn't leave yet? I'm like, I called about a half an hour ago. I'm like, they should be here. And she said, we've just been really busy. I look around. There's barely anybody in the freaking store.
Oh my god, there's barely
There's
anybody
barely
there.
Anybody in the store because Packers are playing today, and everybody is at home watching TV where I probably should have been.
Exactly.
So I said, okay.
What's the issue?
She said, let me talk to my manager. So she goes back,
Okay.
talks to the manager, comes back out.
Talks to the
she's like,
manager.
okay, well, the girl is leaving right now to get your candles.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, the girl's leaving right now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like,
I know.
well, I'm not going anywhere else in the mall. I'm here just for the sole purpose of getting these candles. So I'm going to wait right here. She's like, okay, well, I'll just help the next
Oh.
customer in back of you. And I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting. Waiting.
So it was a customer. Hmm.
About 15 minutes later, Miss Jen, manager Jen,
Jen.
comes out
Okay,
and says,
Jen.
I am so sorry. I honestly thought
Is this Karen crashing out of her fucking candles? No clue. We're getting
we
that.
had candles at our off-site
amazing.
store.
You
but
guys
we
are Herc and
only have
everything,
the
so.
small 4 ounces in.
Yeah.
And I'm racist, so I can call her that.
She's so funny.
And I said very calmly, you're kidding me, right? And she said, no.
You
She's
must
like,
be joking with me.
What I can do, she said, is I can call around to the, and I said, no. I said, I've been calling Fond du Lac, Oshkosh, Appleton,
Oh
where
my
else? Green Bay.
god.
I said, I've been calling all the stores. No one has them. And I'm like, I was just so relieved when you told me this morning that you had them. And I came all the way from Oshkosh to get them. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't
Oh
have
my
them?
God.
And she's like, we just don't have them. She's like, I'm sorry. It's
I
my
mean, you
mistake."
don't have them.
So then I'm like, okay.
Where are they?
I'm like, well, I guess I'll get my peach Bellini candles back. And then she's like, okay. So she walks all the way around, gets my candles. As she's packaging them up, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't want to be rude or anything. I said, but I think I deserve something. I'm like, if it's a free item or a gift certificate or something for what just happened here. I said, because I have been on you guys for a week to try to get these candles. And with you telling me that they were here and I came and I carted myself and my mother all the way to Appleton to get these mother
Yeah, all
effing
the way.
candles. I didn't say that. I'm thinking this in my head. This is all going on in my head. And I had a very pleasant face when I was talking.
Okay.
So you know what Jen says to me? You
Jen.
know what this goddamn Jen says
Jen.
to me?
Say to you.
I can give you some coupons and put these in your bag. And I said, Jen, I have every single coupon that Bath & Body Works has. I said, I have about 10 of them. I don't need more coupons. I said, can you give me something else? Something?
Something?
She takes
Anything?
my original receipt from my peach Bellinis, takes it out of the bag and says, there's an 800 number on the top of this receipt, and when you call, you'll get a live person, and you can explain to them what happened, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you with something. And I said, a live person? Who the fuck do you think I'm talking to now? Am I talking to you who is not really here? Are you reality? Because I thought you were a live person.
Are you real?
Are you not a live person? I left out the F word.
Oh,
And she
okay.
looked at me and
That's
said,
good.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't help you. And I said, give me my candles now. And she kept on apologizing. And I said, I want to leave this store. Give me my candles now. Meaning
Now.
my peach Bellinis. So she gave me my peach Bellinis. And I was on my merry fucking way. And that bitch, Jen, you know what I'm going to do, Jen? I'm calling your district manager.
Oh,
I'm telling them
shit.
what you did and how you fucked up.
It's going up.
And I'm telling them
Up
how
the
that other
chain.
blonde girl was rude to me. I'm telling them, Jen. Oh, Jen, your ass is going to get reamed. It was just a really, really bad situation that ended badly.
Spiked
And I got
Moblin Club. I need a regular Moblin Club.
Please share this video with everybody so we can have everybody know in the state of Wisconsin and around the whole United States that Jen
The whole
from
U.S.
Appleton needs to check her shit.
Guys, everybody remember. Jen from Appleton, that's a bitch, okay? It's a bitch.
True.
Okay, was that it? Is that worth
Yeah.
much?
Isn't that so funny?
That was pretty good. Yeah, left. Funny.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's a good story.
She
I
has
liked
like
it.
other ones, but they weren't like as,
The crash
as
out.
good as that one, yeah.
Was she even...
Fuck Jen from Appleton. Me and all my homies hate Jen from Appleton.
Rue. Fuck Jen from Appleton, guys. You ever go to Appleton?
Fuck Jen from Appleton.
You ever go to Appleton? You know you gotta go check out, okay? Go to the Bath and Body Works. Flip her the middle finger, okay? I'm not advocate for violence, so no violence, but give her the middle finger, okay? Is that all? Is that all we have? What else we can find? Server front food shops
in the
too.
world with a single fucking.
Gosh, he's so behind. Okay. Hey, nothing going to recommend. Okay, just reading some tweets. Late night order. Stop that. Vibe check. Abolish ICE. Okay. Abolish ICE. See, I wouldn't be for abolishing ICE because obviously you need some law enforcement for immigration. Yeah. However, ICE only existed in the 90s, okay? We can abolish ICE and make a new fucking organization, okay? Or go back to how it was before. I would think it was part of like the just border patrols. I don't know. I don't remember, but ICE didn't always exist, okay? It did not always exist. And better. With weed and hookers, or whatever the fuck the line is.
Hookers?
Isn't that a thing? We'll do it better,
what?
But with weed and hookers or something? I don't know. I remember.
I don't remember. I don't know the reference, but I understand the message.
Yep. We'll do it better. In 24... Okay, Rolling Stone. In 24 hours of the crooked, top Trump officials and administration lawyers were drafting legal memos, writing blueprints for possible executive actions, and prioritizing which liberal organizations and strongholds of the left targeting. Wow. You look into the South Carolina judge's house getting potentially firebombed. Yeah, I looked into it, but it wasn't.
What's happening?
A judge from South Carolina had her house was on fire, burned.
Oh my god.
Her husband and 2 of her family members are in the hospital. After it, she happened to be walking on the beach or something at the time, but yeah, the whole thing was it's bad. Hold on, let me just show you. South Carolina, or I think I remember her name. Fuck, I don't remember. Carolina Judge Diana Goodstein. There it is. This is her house. This is what it looked like.
We are learning new details
fucking
about
on my left ear. Thank you.
Holy shit!
Medical help to 3 people.
That's it.
Officials say 2 and 1. The state
fucking
Supreme
bad.
Court confirming that Circuit Court Judge Diane Goodstein was involved in this incident.
Oh
apparently went up.
My god.
So apparently the police have not confirmed yet that it was arson, but oh yeah, this is the one I saw earlier. Bomber fog. Let me see.
I've never seen anything.
This is a different angle.
That.
That's I mean, if it's I'm guessing there's probably arson because this is also a judge who just a couple weeks ago ruled against the Trump administration, and Stephen Miller posted about far left judges stopping the righteous federal government from
Holy
fucking insane.
Shit.
Yeah, I think law enforcement is investigating. They haven't said if it's arson or if what caused it or what, but I mean, given a guess here. I'm just noticing patterns, okay? Just asking questions, okay?
That's insane.
Noticing. There seems to be a pattern of right-wingers doing violence against they don't like. Noticing. So, yeah. And there's 3 departments of ICE, just the immigration portion who are terrible. The 2 portions straight to leave because of how bad the PR. Oh, maybe. Actually, back at Jeff. That was for it, but sure. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. No, just fucking insane. It's bad.
And you said that she has family members that right now they're just not just but they're
yeah,
just
her
injured,
husband
there's not any
she's
other update.
He's 70 or something. Her husband and I think her son are in the hospital. And one of their family member. Her husband was helping people get out, and then he jumped out of a window to get out, and then broke his legs or something.
Oh.
Yep.
God, that's so fucking sad.
Sad. And yeah, but who cares, who cares? What's a Hortman? Who's that,
True.
Yep. What else is going on Twitter? Let's see this True Social. I knew R. Sharpton for many years, not that it matters, but he was a major Trump fan. He'd ask me to go to his fake rallies all the time because I brought big crowds and he couldn't get anybody to come without me. And he did the Tawana Bali hoax, one of the worst low-level scams in history. That's him back big time. He got to know Brian Roberts, chairman of Fake News NBC, who gave him what would become one of the lowest-rated shows in television history. I was afraid to take him off because it wouldn't be, quote, politically correct. That's just one of the many reasons the Federal Communications Commission should look into the license of NBC. It was almost exclusively positive Democrat content. Likewise, ABC fake news about the same thing. 97% negative to Republicans. Yeah, this is cool and normal. Yeah, this is but Trump wasn't trying to censor Jimmy Kimmel though. Trump wasn't telling the FCC to go after Jimmy Kimmel. This is literally him telling the FCC to go after NBC for Al Sharpton. Okay, cool, just cool. As my girlfriend says, Trump just explicitly requested the FCC silence dissent. Yep.
Hey, King Upton, how are you?
Okay, Captain. Better anti-Trump show this time. Yeah, it was good. I'd like this one. What else we got?
Are you talking about the Destiny thing?
Yeah, anti-Trump. The anti-Trump tour.
Yeah.
See this. Interviewing.
You missed
Mike
the Peach
Johnson.
Fellinis, King Upton.
Yeah, I missed it.
Ones that are run by the radical left Democrats, what they've done to San Francisco, Chicago,
So
Los Angeles.
it's definitely struck the fuck out.
Safe places, and we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war too. It's a war from within.
Do you support the American military?
As a meme, don't worry about it. Kick Captain.
That's not what the president just said there. That's a mischaracterization.
A video
of what he said.
about
There is a war on
Candles.
Bath and Body Works, yeah.
And I will use as example A what's happened here in the District of Columbia. We're much safer. Everyone on your staff could walk from their cars to the studio this morning. Why? Because there are National Guard troops patrolling the streets. Before this, it was a literal
Miss Adam
war
Walker,
zone. This is one
yeah.
of the most dangerous cities in America.
Adam Walker said fans of Stephen Miller should be put down. I knew he deleted it, but
American
that
citizens,
it.
you should not have to fear to walk to your car this afternoon, and you don't have to now because President Trump is in charge.
You're saying
Wow.
the war zone
Super
crime
cool.
was decreasing here in the nation's capital.
Oh,
before
really?
the
Well, then why
National
did the
Guard was
Democrat
sent in.
mayor
But
say
let me-
thank you so much for bringing in the
Okay,
reinforcements?
but war
Is she
zone is
though?
a different characterization. We know that the president just sent in 300, is saying 300 National Guard troops will be sent into Chicago. Again, the governor saying he doesn't want that. Is this an appropriate
How it works.
use
You
of the
government,
US
like the government needs to ask for it or get
I
permission.
think you should ask the
National Guard somewhere.
citizens who are in fear for their lives and livelihoods
What
in these
say
cities.
you, though? What say you about the
What
use
say
of the
you,
American military
John
in this way in
Proctor?
US cities?
I've talked with National Guardsmen who are here in D.C. They're proud of the work they've done, and the people here are benefiting from it greatly. Not Republicans, everybody, because it's a safer street. This is this greatest nation in the history of the world. This most beautiful capital city.
Walker should have worded that better. Oh no, he meant put down with words, of course. Of course, he meant put down verbally. Like, put them down.
US cities.
I've talked with National Guardsmen who are here in D.C. They're proud of the work they've done, and the people here are benefiting from it greatly. Not Republicans, everybody, because it's a safer street.
Sure.
This is this greatest nation in the history of the world. This most beautiful capital city. It should be safe. The model here could be the model elsewhere. And in a few of these blue states, in deep blue cities that are run by soft on crime mayors, they need some help. The citizens need help. President Trump is a bold leader who's providing it.
Yeah, don't worry about what the governor says. Just just citizens. Just ask them. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Fuck this country, bro.
Still want to leave.
Yeah.
But now I don't want to go to
Nah,
Czech
fuck it,
Republic
we
anymore
stay.
because of their new president.
Gotta stay. Okay, we fight for our country.
They elected basically like a Trump guy.
They want you to leave. Okay. Also, yeah.
True. That made me really sad.
Unlucky. So because he blocked the fucking California, now he's trying to send Texas National Guard to Chicago and Portland. Pretty fucking crazy. So we're just using the federal government
wasn't
to.
that what the emergency meeting was about?
Yeah, well, for sending the California Guard to Portland, Oregon, but Texas.
Oh, but now they're trying Texas too?
Yeah, since they couldn't do it for California, now they're deciding to see if they can.
So this has all been within the past like hour or two.
Yep, few
now.
hours. Yeah, like 4 hours
Okay.
or something.
Okay.
Fucking crazy. Oh boy. Wild one. A man broke his leg during arrest by ICE at a car wash south of LA. ICE has held him under 24/7, guarded a hospital, registering him under a pseudonym for 37 days without telling him why. His order is immediate release. Jesus Christ, bro.
And he broke his leg too.
Oh. Texas and California for Portland is both illegal per the judge's ruling, or no? Well, the California one, I think, but was it? Maybe. Let's look up the ruling. Judge Emmer gut ruling. It might have been any, but
Totally missed all of this. That
well,
tends
this
to
just happened like a few hours ago.
Yeah, but even
It was an emergency
but even if
10
it
p.m.
didn't, I
hearing.
feel like shit like this is like just like daily
Oh.
occurrence now at this point. Where like if you're busy for like a day, a couple hours, you miss like so much, and it's like, oh, okay.
Seems like it did block it from
I guess
both.
that this is just where we're at now. Like,
Seems like it
actually
does
don't,
technically block both, but this is a quote from the judge. I'm certainly troubled by now hearing that both California and Texas National Guard are being sent to Oregon, which does appear to be in direct contravention of my order. So, yeah, cool. Very, very
I
cool.
hope
Thank
her
you.
house is safe.
I hope so too. But does the law was yeah, I covered the lawsuit stuff the other day. Somebody mentioned me. What else we got? A video from the show. Let's see what Kamal said at the book tour.
It is very painful. I
gotta finish that book.
I mean, Doug knows. Sometimes he's like, you can't. You
I
gotta
want to
just,
listen to it.
you know, because now
To the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, she recorded
you
the audiobook
reading
for
it?
it.
What?
She did there's an audiobook for the book, and she recorded it.
No, you read it.
Oh, me read it? Like now?
Yeah. No, just in general.
Okay. I mean, yeah,
Read
I would,
to us.
I would read more. I read like the first couple chapters the first day I got the book.
I have Lauren Southern's book, remember? I gotta read that too.
Oh yeah, true. Jesus.
I cannot. I mean, Doug knows. Sometimes he's like, you can't. You gotta just like give it a break.
Read it, monkey? You can't call me monkey, bro. What the fuck?
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, that was cute too.
She said that,
I
not
think it's
me.
normal.
You called me monkey, Peach? Whoa.
No!
Big accusations getting thrown around here.
El Mono.
Whoa. Now you're using it in Spanish?
I had a phone, but
Yep.
it really didn't do much because it
The
was
monkey?
so loaded with security. I did not have a camera on.
Okay, this is what I've talked about. She wrote a whole chapter about how she could not like use her phone basically for like 4 years. She just called.
It was so loaded.
White woman calling black woman monkey. Yeah, I think she was calling Kamala monkey.
No! Stop!
I did not have a camera on.
I did not.
I did not have notes. I did not.
You didn't have the notes app?
Literally, I couldn't text. And by
That's
the way,
crazy.
and these are out there.
these.
I mean, literally.
These are out here.
No, look, she was about to say.
And then these are out
These
here.
motherfuckers, she was about to say. These motherfuckers. He's about to call him.
That's great. Oh, she's mad.
Yeah, because it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I would be too, but like.
Why is Amaranth in my who to follow?
Lazy, they just want to sit there and do like
What?
In my who to follow on Twitter, it's Amaranth. And it's like actual like shit that makes sense. Area Citizen City City.
I'm reading more about
Amaranth in chat?
Hmm?
You said Amaranth in chat? What?
No, in my
What are we
who
talking
to
about?
follow in Twitter, like on the side, it says like, oh, who to
Oh,
follow.
I was like,
Amaranth.
okay,
I don't know
I
why.
was very confused. That's confusing too. Maybe I don't know. What do you normally? What kind
I mean,
of
you
content
can.
consume?
My feed is on the screen. I don't know why Amaranth would be. But maybe they just
Interesting.
know my inner beliefs or something. I spend 1.5
Beliefs?
time. I don't know where I was going with that, but
Belief in titties.
yeah, I believe in them.
Yeah, good. They are real. Well,
They are real.
I don't know.
Yeah. What
Are
do you,
they?
you don't know? Oh, true, actually.
I actually
Jury's
don't
still
know.
out. I have no idea. Maybe that's why they want me to follow her, so I can investigate.
True.
Every conservative in America should be announcing this. Yeah, the fucking teaching like people like somebody said we need to Bukele our court system. Watch how quickly this country's fixed. And Elon Musk saying
Bukaki?
essential. What? Bukele, the president of El Salvador, not Bukake. That's something else. What Nayib Bukele did was got rid of all of the judges that weren't loyal to him, installed partisan judges, and then fucked up his whole country. And then Stephen Miller is like
You're not
parroting
talking about
kind of the
Trump.
same
You're talking
shit.
about this guy. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Wait. Who? What do you mean?
Never mind. Keep going.
And then Stephen Miller's like kind of saying the same shit, that all these judges are like committing insurrection. That this is legal insurrection.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
judges doing. Yeah. Fucking disgusting. I don't know. I don't even. Wait, what is there to cover? Anybody got anything? That Ron Smith user looks like a far-right account by the profile picture, but they're super Democrat. Oh. Gordon Miller's family Facebook post about him yet? Oh, I haven't. Let's see. Miller.
God, my button is sticking. This is horrible.
Facebook. That's because you got a third-party controller. Unlucky.
No, I've had this controller for so long.
Yeah.
And I got this, and it's not because I have a third-party controller. The other, like, Nintendos are worse.
I don't know about that, but
I've had to replace my Joy-Cons before, and I barely use them.
oh, Joy-Cons. Okay, that's a whole different thing.
Oh,
You're gonna
really?
choose you. Oh shit! There's a fucking blood moon. I need to do. Where's my mission? Hold on. Fuck.
Ooh.
There's a mission I need to do when there's a blood moon.
Oh, I know what one you're talking about. Yeah.
I have a thing set up, so it should be.
Good, good, good. A medallion?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can make sure I do. Yeah, then we'll read the Stephen Miller cousin Facebook post.
Just pause it.
Pause what, the game? No, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to be naked and then stand on the pedestal while there's a blood moon.
Mm-hmm. I remember that one. Spit on it, then swirl the stick around should fix it.
Jesus. Okay.
Spit on what? Wait, what are we
Joystick,
talking
I guess?
about?
I don't know, the button? I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Maybe.
I don't know if that would work.
Would
to be
WD-40 work?
Don't think that works either. What works is just
If it doesn't ruin it, it might. I don't know. It's like a spring though, isn't it?
no, that's not.
What pushes it in and out?
The button?
Yeah.
It's not a spring. It's like a.
What is it?
I don't fucking know. I remember.
Oh, so you don't
Depends.
actually
Depends
know
how the button works.
answer.
Depends what kind of button it is. I don't remember what the specific type of button it is for that one. Or I guess I don't know what that controller is. But no, generally it's not a little spring. It's like a little rubber thing.
Then light lubrication.
Like a rubber thing that pops back into place.
Mm.
Yes. Taking it apart and fixing it. Or just get a better controller next time. The real solution, but nobody will tell you. Better controller.
This is a good controller.
Yeah, is it?
Yes, I
What
fixed
did
it.
it cost, by the
way.
way?
I fixed it.
Did you?
Yep.
Good job. What did you do?
I pulled up a little bit and then I blew on it.
Nice. I'm sure that'll be a permanent fix.
I think so too.
Honest test of strength. Okay, let's fight this fucking
Yeah.
lose your ass, Guardian. I can't read this till I'm done fighting the Guardian, so you guys will have to wait for the post. You see my God gameplay.
Not me.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean no? Oh, well, you have a stream of it.
I'm busy with my own.
I guess so, fair. Boom, 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 easy flurry rush. Let me actually put on...
Wait, you didn't do the blood moon?
What do you mean? I mean, do the blood moon.
Why did I hear you? Why?
The
you
blood
talking
moon
about
was to
flurry
get the
rushes?
shrine. To get into the shrine.
Oh. Sorry.
Good. Now I'm in the shrine and it's a modest test of strength, so I need to fight the guy in inside. Wait. Yeah, no.
Okay. I just realized what time it was. You gotta start streaming earlier
I
because
was
then
gonna
I
say,
feel like
that's
it's
why
like
I'm like
9
gonna
p.m.
read
or
this
something.
post and then
And it's not 9 p.m.
I'm gonna say hang out to read.
way
Well,
later.
actually, how long is this post? I don't know if I'm gonna read that whole thing. I'll fight this guardian then.
I gotta
I'll call it
go.
fine. All right.
I love you guys so much. It's always nice to see you all, including Kate Upton.
Yep. Bye, Peach. Thanks for
I
hanging
just
out.
only see Kate Upton in chat, but I do
Appreciate
like
you
Kate
being
Upton.
here as always.
Bye. Oh, bye, Julianson. Bye, everybody. Oh, I have to leave Discord. I forgot.
Appreciate bye, Peach.
There's Discord.
What do you mean? Oh yeah. Hang up the call.
Yeah, I'm not streaming.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
You can leave now. Bye. Wow. What a nice person. Did I read that whole post? Seems pretty long. I don't know. It's like 1:30 in the morning, so. Get rid of the fire rod. Yep. Make frames. Oh, hearts. Thanks, Peach. I assume that was for your chatters, but yeah. Easy fight. Yeah. Get this, and then let me see. Yeah. What's going on here? That's a long fucking thing. I have to save this for. Oh, tomorrow I'll go live again. But yeah, I'm gonna stream, y'all. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for watching. There's like the commentary, gameplay if you were paying attention at all. And thanks for hanging out. Alright. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be streaming. If not, then the day after, but yeah. Okay. See you guys.